DJ Boxing Live here. DJ Boxing Live here.
Cool. I like Wrong on Side, man. He's doing something in boxing that, like, what you expect. A guy came out from nowhere. He got disrespected when he was a world champion. They stole his belt from him, and he's come back to be one of the top guys in his division. He's a linear champion. Even the guy who was the most dangerous guy in the division ran out the division. He ran out the division. Anyway, the most dangerous guy in boxing, everyone said one of the most dangerous guy, saw Kit Kat come in and said, shit, I'm going up a division. I ain't fighting with this dude here. Shit, well, that's what he did.
Guess what? Srisaket actually called out Inoue after that fight. He wants Inoue. He's like, I'll fight him. Come on, tell him to come.
That's right. And what did he do? What did the Japanese do? He jumped on his plane and flew up. He ain't trying to fight me. I tell you what, if he goes against McDonald, I'm picking McDonald, bro. I'm picking Jamie. I think Jamie got longer reach. Jamie's got good boxing skills.
Man, you don't trust Jamie McDonald, bro. You don't do that. that would be like out of hate. That would be out of spite because you don't want to fight. You know you don't.
Yeah. Look, now, you know what's funny? You know what's made me laugh, right? When you went to the fight with Naoya yesterday, right? It was the most funniest thing ever, right? You was fighting with Naoya. Naoya was dying for Srisaket to lose, right? Because he was pissed about the Chocolito. And I see Naoya's enthusiasm die on the broadcast. He went from, no, he ain't winning the round. I mean, yes, he is now. Then Naoya went quiet for like 5 rounds solid. It was just me talking. I was laughing. What up now? You still there? Yeah, I'm here. Your boy's getting killed. Your boy's getting killed. Oh, shit, baby.
He had that mindset to fight weak. And when you got that mindset, your body going to translate. He just throwing that left hook and trying to get out in the wrong foot position and shit. He just got to fight him stronger from the start to the end, and he going to beat the shit out of Kit Kat. That motherfucking fight, man.
You talking about Netes?
No, Estrada got to tell his mind not to worry about. Look, like I said last night, you got to get you instead of trying to get out. Once you start getting you, he going to fuck Kit Kat. He going to stop Kit Kat. Damn. Yeah. Facial damage going to say, hey, we can't let you go back out there, Kit Kat. That's how it's going to be.
Yo, who this dude here? Who this dude? MSD. Who this?
It's Nalton, motherfucker.
Oh, what's up, bitch ass? Hey, what's going on now? Go ahead now. Explain yourself, dog.
I jumped on a different account because somebody got me blocked, and I don't think I need to fucking mention who it is.
Nah, we already talked, man. He said he didn't do it, so let's move it, keep it moving.
Hey, now to tell me how Kit Kat gonna get his ass whooped by Estrada in the rematch, because you know it's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know about his ass whoop, but I still favor Estrada to win the rematch. And speaking of which, the reason why I went quiet for all that time is because I had work to do, motherfucker. Like unfortunately, I don't have the time to just watch the fights. Otherwise, I would have been there personally.
How convenient. Anyway, let's move it on.
No, that's honest. Otherwise, I would have been at the first Superfly.
You never told me that in the broadcast. You never mentioned that. In the broadcast, you never mentioned that. I believe you now. It's cool. I believe you now. Don't worry. I believe you. Many don't. I believe you.
You think people want to hear about me sending emails and shit, man? No, they don't. They want to hear us talk about the fight. But I mean, honestly, I do still favor Estrada in the rematch, and primarily because of what happened at the end, because he was starting to tee off on him in that last round. And
let me ask you this, Naoya. Let me ask you this. Inoue got called out last night by Sarumna's side. So what's going to happen now? There's more pressure on him now to take that fight. What do you think should happen at this point?
I mean, I'd like to see him take it.
He can't take it. He can't. Estrada got another shot. Inoue might as well go get a third or fourth title?
I mean, Estrada will get another shot if the WBC does, like they love to do, and order another mandatory.
And guess what?
They're not gonna do that now.
Estrada gonna have to call Inoue out, and Estrada gonna beat Inoue too.
Well, wait, hold up. Now, let me answer that for you. The WBC, I think they just came out and said, you know what? He met his obligation, his mandatory obligation with Estrada, so he is now inclined to get two voluntaries now.
Yeah. I mean,
so he can get two voluntaries. So now he can fight whoever he wants for his next 2 fights. Estrada rematch, or he could get Inoue. Those are 2 fights I would like to see. Get the rematch first. I'll go with that, and then get Inoue. Because now, again, this is Inoue. This is the ball's in his court now. That's like EJ said last night, man. I just think he need to come back down to 115, man. He should not have jumped that to 118.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's not like he has actually had a fight at 118 yet. So you know, all that stuff is still up in the air. So maybe something can be done. You know, maybe something.
That's true. He's still rated at super flyweight. So that's enough.
Beast is jumped in, man. What's up, Beast?
What up, Beast?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, with Sunday hangout on Charlie's, man. Charlie's joint, man. What's going on? What's your take, man? I ain't hear your take over there, Doc. I don't know where you was at. What's your take on the whole thing?
What, Estrada and Rungvisa?
Kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I thought Estrada won it, man.
You thought he won it? Real? How many rounds you had him?
Wait. Really?
That's Beast, man. Yeah, Beast's scorecards are not that good, man. Don't worry about Beast. Well, anyway, how many rounds you had him?
Yeah, just because Beats agrees with me now.
Nah. Beast got some 10-10s. Beast got 10-10. I bet Beast had some 10-10 rounds. Go on. What's your scorecard?
There was a few rounds that could have been scored 10-10, really.
About a couple of rounds. I had Estrada up a couple.
There you go. See?
It went either way.
Yeah.
He didn't run.
That's the truth.
Well, okay. Well, fair enough. Well, okay. But let me ask you this, Beats. Inoue got called out last night by Sor Rungvisa. What do you think about that? Should Inoue now, you think the pressure's more pressure's been put on him now? Should he come back down to 115 to take that fight?
We know he's not going to do that, man. He ain't going to do that. I mean, he ain't about that life, bro. He ain't about that life. And he has
to Hey, now knows what time it is. Now knows what time it is. Beat down now time. That's what it is. Because now I was on it. Now I was on this Inoue thing. Now I will say he's gonna go up there. He's gonna fight the better fighters. I mean, so you ain't now know what time it is, man. You know?
I mean, the better fighters aren't available, so it is what it is.
Well, yeah. Sor Rungvisa is available now. He's available now. He said he wants to fight. He's available.
Yeah. Well, let's see if it happens. I mean, it's all nothing said.
Yeah, you say see if it happens.
No, I mean, here's the thing. People want to pretend I'm some fucking I'm in love with fucking Naoya Inoue or some shit. You know what I mean? I just call it how I see it, man.
Michael.
All things considered, if they're still rated at 115, does Srisaket deserve to be above Inoue? Of course. So does Estrada, matter of fact.
Here's the thing, though. You're saying if it happens, but Inoue's quiet as a mouse. And he has been there's all them good fights in Superfly last year, quiet as a mouse. This year, he's moved quiet. He just doesn't say anything. He ain't about that life. He ain't about that.
He ain't about that life. He don't want that work, man. Everyone knows that. He jumped out when he saw Rungvisa smashing everyone up. He said, I don't want that shit. I'm jumping out the division to get some easy work. I
had it a draw, man. I just counted my card. I
don't want y'all to listen to you,
EJ, you remember when I missed round one?
Let's go back to the conversation. Let's go back to the conversation. Is Rungvisa pound for pound number one? Let's go back to that conversation. Because that's the conversation needs to be had.
I mean, he deserves it. Honestly, he deserves it as much as anybody, really. I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of fighters that have plenty of inequities in terms of their arguments for pound. So
you know what it is, yeah. I had it about a draw too, but
it was draw, man.
I'm just picking on the style that I preferred more than scoring. I preferred what Estrada was doing. That's what it was. And you can't score fights like that if you're a judge.
I had a 10-10 round. I think it was round 8.
Well, I'm the only official judge. I'm the only official judge here who's been trained to judge fights properly. So what I'm telling you is that most of the time when I score it, people will argue with me. But when it comes down to the scorecards of the official judge, it tallies up exactly the same as I said it. Exactly the same.
They did have a draw. They had a draw though, EJ. They had a draw.
I didn't pick a draw. I didn't pick a draw.
They had a draw on one card.
No. But what I'm saying is, no. There's 3 judges, and I had it. One of the judges had exactly the same as mine. Exactly the same as mine, bro. It was one. I had it by 2 rounds already. So
I mean, what I'm saying is this: everybody here watch more boxing than most of those people that was marking the judging cards.
But I'm talking about. I'm the only official judge here. Right, maybe at a lower level, but still, it's still more judge than everyone else here because I've been trained. But what I'm trying to say, is this: the judges had it their way, but I'm not really bothered about that. The right guy won the fight regardless. My more thing is this pound for pound argument that Rungvisa Kit Kat is the #1 pound for pound in boxing. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, right?
I'll say he's number 5. He's in the top 5.
He can't be number 5. He knocked off the number 1. How you knock off the number 1 and then knock him off in a rematch? Then you beat the number 1 contender who's a multiple weight champions. How can you not be considered number 1? Like, I don't understand this.
That guy was not universally recognized number 1.
The only thing you can really hold against Srisaket is the fact that Gonzalez and Estrada came up from a lower weight. But in spite of that, he's still, I mean,
and they gave him hell. And they gave him hell. He just didn't. They gave him hell. You can hold both of them.
Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns and Roberto Duran gave fucking Marvin Hagler hell.
They did. Hey, and I be on Marvin. I'm wanting to be on him.
How can you hold it against him because they came up? That always happens in boxing. Boxers move. They don't move down generally. They move up. You can't hold that.
Danaman needs to be quiet on that one. Danaman needs to be quiet on that one, innit? Danaman come up with that statement. Look, listen to this, right? Yeah, who was it? It was Danaman.
Not to say that. You're right.
Now said that. You can't. What? Who said? Listen.
I'm saying
you can't hold it against because they came out of the way.
I think Ancajas could give him that work, man. I'm just gonna say that.
No,
Jerwin can give him that work. They gonna fight. Hey, they strong as shit, man.
Who's Ancajas? Is this Charlie? Oh, they're the same Charlie. I was gonna say.
It's mine.
Who's Ancajas? Oh, you was okay. Where was it? All right, Dan. My bad. I thought it was you said it. All right, now. You can't penalize them because they come up from low.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't agree with that argument, but I'm saying the argument could be made theoretically.
No. Because that's the case, yeah. What about bloody when bloody what's his name again? Knocked out bloody the Cuban guy the other day, man. He beat him up. Was Rigo come up the other weight against freaking Lomo? Everyone's rejoicing.
And that should be held against.
No, he shouldn't. Rigo shouldn't go up there. That's the. The thing is.
It should be held against. It should be held against them.
Them guys are trying to climatize though.
Can I ask?
He beat number 1 contender by knocking out Quadros, so he deserved the shot, man. You know what I mean?
Right. See, that's what cuts down that argument is the fact that Gonzalez he did have fights there before, or one fight at least, and then Estrada had
the former champion.
So basically, if Terence Crawford loses to Jeff Horn, we're going to say, it's because he was in the natural welterweight. Is that what we're going to say?
Beast, I was just going to ask a question about Jeff Horn. Can I ask a question about Jeff Horn?
That might play a partial role, but you still have to give Horn credit for doing it.
Go ahead,
Can I ask let me ask a question. I need the panel help here. Was Kit Kat after the first fight when they said, that may have been a robbery? Did Kit Kat get put on the list after that fight? Yes or no?
No,
he wasn't.
No,
I believe.
No, because there was controversy.
I asked some people before, and they said, "Yeah, man, he was on there," and I'm just like,
you could put him. You could maybe put him like top number 10 or something.
Yeah. See, the problem with that is Jeff Horn, who just got mentioned, he beat Pacquiao, and nobody said put him pound for pound. See, that's kind of biased for the little people.
No. Pacquiao was number 1, man. Pacquiao was number 1, pound for pound, and undefeated. What are you talking about, man? You're undefeated. What are you talking about?
Pacquiao outdone Chocolito so heavy. Pacquiao outdone Chocolito so heavy, man.
Pacquiao had already lost to Marquez. He had already lost to Mayweather.
That's right. Hey, Kit Kat and all them boys will lose to Marquez down there, man.
But Kit Kat wasn't supposed to win. No, but Kit Kat wasn't supposed to win. That's what I'm saying.
Jeff Horn wasn't supposed to win. Jeff Horn was.
But Pacquiao wasn't round pound for pound. We're talking about the undefeated Chocolito, regardless of pound for pound number 1. No. Chocolito, regardless, four-weight champion, never lost, right? Just picked up the belt against
never fought no Mayweather, never fought no Marquez, never even fought no Bradley almost, man.
Here we go.
I rate Estrada higher than Bradley.
Come on, man. What are you talking about?
I think Estrada's more talented than Bradley, and I'll say
why you stop that? You stop your bullshit. You need to stop that bullshit.
He's more talented than Bradley, though. He is.
One fist to Estrada. One fist to Estrada more talented than Bradley.
Yes.
Okay. Let's revise that. So one fist to Estrada beat Pacquiao because Bradley did, and he unified the division. At 140, what are you talking about? Beat number 1 at 147, unified at 140. What are you talking about?
He beat number 1 at 47. Bull crap, man. He He beat Marquez at 47.
Estrada ain't
He beat Marquez, man. Are you crazy? Marquez. Well, you must be crazy, that. Well, you guys, stop your bullshit, man. Stop the bullshit.
Estrada over Bradley for me, man. Estrada won't even fight a kick. I mean, excuse me. Bradley won't even fight the Kit Kats today.
Hold on. Let's go. Let me ask you a question. So you're saying that Juan Francisco Estrada is better than Juan Manuel Marquez? Is that what you're saying?
We're not. Why do we always compare opponents?
No, but you have to. You trying to say it's better? No. You have to say it's better.
He didn't say
finish what I'm saying. No. If you trying to say, it's better.
We said he's more talented.
He's not more talented. He's not more talented. You know why? He's a better boxer than Charlie. If he's more talented, then the only way you can go by that is by the resume. So the way you can go. So let's go by the resume, and you tell me, you can't just go by mental. You go by ability. He's going by ability. He's going by. What are you talking about? You go by skill set. What are you talking about?
Let me get 1 minute. I bet you let me get 1 minute. Here's the debate, right? Estrada is aesthetically a better fighter to look at, and he's had 2 controversial losses with the best around his weight class. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big Tim Bradley fan. Like, just to watch him fight. I know what it is. I'm not a massive fan. But I appreciate the resume. But he didn't beat Pacquiao the first time. He definitely didn't beat. He didn't beat.
Thank you.
And Bradley gets drawn into stupid fights. You're never going to see Estrada go life and death on some Provodnikov shit against somebody like that.
Estrada got better win. Quadra's the best win to me. Not a 40-year-old. Not Marquez at 40. He was not dominant.
Well, Marquez
No.
Is that a good?
No, I said Mark. I'm talking about.
He's referring to one.
I'm talking about Marquez. He's a good win, but when you look at 40 and you look at where he really was in that division, he wasn't whooping nobody at 47 except for a fake 47 Pacquiao. They was playing like middle school 47. That's what they was doing. They wasn't fighting real welterweights. I go with Estrada, bro.
Yeah, see, me too, man.
I'll fucking fight.
Oh man, y'all.
Bradley was very strong. Very well conditioned. Good guy. Good for boxing, but
I don't know, man.
He ain't got shit on Estrada, man.
I don't know. I don't know who I'd rate better, but there are a couple of arguments. Like the Pacquiao decision was terrible. In my opinion, it was terrible.
I mean, Estrada's footwork is better. His punch variety is better. His defense is better.
He's a better boxer, man. He's a better boxer, man.
I agree with you on that one. He's probably a little bit more talented technically than Brad. And
if you want to bring Juan Marquez into it, Estrada can cut off the ring, whereas Marquez had a lot of trouble with that over several opponents.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, look, man, this is kind of debatable between.
Not enough. You stop. Stop. Not enough. Stop the sickness. Let's end this up. Stop the sickness, right? Let's stop the sickness. What are you talking about? The only way you can qualify by what you're saying, right? The only way you can qualify what you're saying is by unless he's fighting the same guys. That is it. If you're talking about you think, and that's an opinion, right? Because you're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer in Tim Bradley, and right now, Juan Francisco Estrada is not a first ballot Hall of Famer because ever since he stepped up against Chocolito and against Srisaket, he's lost. Where you got Marquez at the time, great lightweight, moved up, great lightweight, and then he arguably knocked out the fighter of the decade, right? But Bradley beat him. So what we saying here? I mean, what we saying here? You use chatting. I don't know what it's your opinion that you think. Looking at him, you think he's better than Bradley. For what? I'm telling you every day. Yeah. The stuff you're talking about is your opinion, and in your opinion, fine. But I'm talking facts. Fact is, Bradley's going to Hall of Fame. I ain't finished what I'm saying. Fact. Yeah, he's going to Hall of Fame. Fact. Juan Francisco Estrada. He has to put more body in his work. And who's he going to beat? He ain't going to beat no Srisaket. He ain't got no chocolate. He didn't beat no Chocolito. But you got the other guy, Tim Bradley, who's got signature wins. No. You got signature wins. Tim Bradley's done how he's done it, regardless. Well, I mean, he's fighting the best competition. In the best competition, you're not gonna look the best. You're talking about one Francisco Estrada, right? And he's fought 2 names. Tim Bradley's got a host of names. He's got a host of names. He's got how many names? Why are you interrupting? 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 You got Tim Bradley, who's got a whole list of names down at 140, 147, right? 147, even into the end of his career, fighting the very best the East Division has to offer. You got one Francisco Estrada, right? The dudes you can't compare. Brian Valores to some of the competition. You can't compare one. You can't compare Tyson Marquez. You can't compare none of them bums. Yeah, that one Francisco fight. You know what? I ain't finished. What are you talking about? What are you doing? No, and this is nothing as well. Right? You can only go by. Listen to this. When you're fighting bums, you look very good. Yeah, you look excellent, bro. You look perfect when you're fighting bums. The only way you go gauge it when you fight against the very best. Against the very best. This guy ends up coming up short. He comes up short. And he doesn't look good against the very best. That's why he fought the other day. He wasn't that good. But the last round. Why are you interrupting? Why you guys want to put this bullshit out on Dan the Man's respectable channel? I'm not having it if I'm here. I'm not having it. You guys putting out some bullshit.
Bradley 140 resume is overrated, bro. Like you won on the table.
No.
The shit overrated. It's overrated. It's overrated. It's overrated, man. It's overrated, man. He got 2 titles, man. Danny came along and outdone him. Crawford come along and outdone him, man. That's not happening for no reason. He ducked Khan. Facts.
Oh, I ducked him. He ducked
Khan. He ducked Khan.
Yeah, he ducked Khan. He did duck Khan.
Whatever it was, the fight didn't happen.
I hate to admit that, but he did.
They both ducked each other. Bottom line.
No, you mentioned in 47. And 40, he ducked Khan.
And when Timothy Bradley was Juan Estrada's age, his best win was fucking Kendall Holt.
Oh,
yeah. Come on, let's be real. Let's keep it real, man.
Oh my God, he has such a great resume.
Another thing.
He probably should.
Another thing. Estrada fought the one.
I'm trying to compare my resume at my age to somebody that's 60. Well, he better have some shit on me.
Hold on. So you're trying to tear down Kendall Holt, one of the most dangerous punchers in boxing. Is that what you're telling me? He's one of the most dangerous one hit, the X-rated Kendall Holt. Are you trying to laugh at him? Are you crazy? Like, what are you talking about? Do you see what he did to Torres? You see what his fight with Torres? His fight with Torres. What are you talking about? You guys are laughing at him.
Hold up.
Talking nonsense, man.
You
must be sick. You're twisted. You're twisted.
Hey, let me ask you. Who is Torres?
No, let me finish. Hold up. He's not saying that Kendall Holt's a bad fighter. No. What he's trying to say is that Kendall Holt can't be compared to like a.
Did he win a world title? Did he win a world title?
Yeah, he did. But isn't that over there?
When you're asking, if Kendall Holt, when you're asking if Kendall Holt won the title, that's when you don't know nothing. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You should know. You should know this before you answer the question. That's what I'm saying. You don't know. How you guys are fanning the flame. Not you, Charlie Brown. Not you, Charlie Brown. Not you specifically. Not you specifically, Charlie Brown. I'm talking about specifically when you're asking the question. When you guys are asking specific questions and then trying to denigrate, put down Tim Bradley, everyone knows that Kendall is a X-ray. He was a dangerous dude. Like you, there's no one.
He was no dangerous dude. Bradley wasn't dangerous. Bradley was not dangerous.
Oh my days. Oh my days.
This is the problem I have with
Bradley wasn't dangerous.
The whole Kendall Holt thing, because I'm just going by what I used to hear from Angel Garcia say when Danny Garcia fought him, right? And this was way after the guys that you spoke about, Torres, the Hopkins, where he won the title and all of that. I was just asking that for a particular reason. I just wanted to bring up that point. Kendall Holt, you could again. You said the same thing. You made a clear point about certain fighters look good against certain opposition, right? But it was the same when I was trying to tell you the same thing about Chris Eubank Jr. a couple of weeks ago. And you lot was laughing at me. He's going to beat George Rose.
No, no one laughed at you. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
we had a conversation. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Let him go, EJ.
Never laughed at no one.
EJ. Let him go.
No, you can't say I never laughed at. No, I don't laugh at no one. I don't laugh at no one. If you pick you back,
I know he is wild.
If you pick you back, I'll never have you got me laughing at anyone's prediction. I don't do that. If you picked him, you have to tell me why. And that's it. No, I didn't say you did. You said I laughed at you. No, you didn't say that. I said you said I laughed at you when you picked you. But I never did that. Come on, EJ, don't tell me what I'm doing. You are putting some force. You are putting some force.
No, EJ, you're wilding.
You guys are putting some false information out on Dan's channel. You're putting some false information. Don't tell me. That man's got the most respectable channel. That man's got. I let no one speak now. I'm shutting this thing down. I'm controlling the whole thing. Right now, that man's got the most respectable channel. That man's got the most respectable channel here on YouTube.
You're not going to do that.
That man's got the most respectable channel here on YouTube. And man is putting some false narratives out here. Man is putting some false narratives. Charlie Brown, unless you got some documentation. Charlie Brown, unless you got some documentation. Unless you got some documentation that I laughed at you, you need to pull it out there because I did not laugh at you when you picked. I did not laugh at you. No, I did not. No, I didn't. Charlie Brown, you know what, Charlie Brown? Yeah, you know what? At this point. No, Charlie Brown. At this point, you know what, Charlie Brown? Let me ask a question. You know what? Give me your. There's no prediction. There's no prediction when me and Charlie Brown are sitting down there. Go, Charlie Brown, who are you gonna pick? There's no prediction of that. So now, you're lying. Am I your prediction? What video am I on prediction? What video am I on prediction with you? What video am I on prediction with you? I want to know.
Listen to what I said.
Guys, I got to start muting you guys. Hold up. Relax, okay? We just relax, guys. We're just having an conversation. I'll let you guys continue, but before I do that, I'll mute you guys. But let me welcome Rock 89. He just got in the chat. Rock, what's going on, man?
Oh, shit, boy. That was rough.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Not bad, man. You see we having a good conversation here, but okay, yeah. So I was going to get your insight on what happened on the Superfly, but I'm going to let these guys finish real quickly. And once they finish, you get your insight. You can jump in whenever you want to too, man. That's cool, all right? But now, Charlie, EJ, I'm going to mute you guys, so please, guys, just keep it simple, all right, man? Come on. We don't need this. I love y'all both. Y'all both brothers, but we got to relax here.
All right. Listen, anyway, the point EJ was making was about Srisaket being number one best pound for pound, right? And I hear him on that. I don't know why we needed to dissect Marquez, Bradley, and go all the way down to Estrada. We were just saying simply, look, we all agree Estrada's a good boxer. Right. You know what I mean? And if EJ's making the point that he's the best pound for pound, which I don't disagree with him, or nor agree or disagree, right? I think Crawford is, but it is what it is. Right now, Srisaket is number one, right? Yeah, because he beat not just Roman Gonzalez, but he beat Estrada, and Estrada's a better. We can argue about who we think Estrada's a better boxer than, but at the end of the day, Estrada was a live opponent. And he done it. He's not only beaten Gonzalez twice in two different ways, he's also now beaten Estrada, who was seen at the time as one of the best boxers, pure boxers on the planet. It's simple as that. And that's that. And I agree with EJ that Srisaket is number one in the world right now. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. This argument, this thing that we always do, where we critique the opponents of certain people, it's silly. It's pointless. Okay. There's no point going to Kendall Hall because it is what it is, man. Estrada was a good opponent, and that's that.
Right. Okay, EJ, you want to respond to that, brother?
No. I'm just saying when Bradley's name came into it, I'm not even a fan of Bradley. I had to just feel like I had to defend it, but because the see some of the low weight guys, in my opinion, and I watch them, they don't fight the best quality all the time. They just don't do it. But Tim Bradley is proven that he's been fighting the best competition for years, and that's all I was trying to say. And and this is what you do. And Charlie Brown might not like it and critiquing other opponents, but if you're going to compare other, like the other day, I think someone compared Adonis Stevenson to I think it was Srisaket or something like that. This is yesterday or something, and I was like, okay, it's stupid because they're way out of weight classes. Yeah. Like if you're going to compare someone, at least have them in the same weight class, and you could like I said, I would mention Inoue. I don't go out the weight class, but if you mention Bradley, straight my reaction is visceral. It's going to be like, nah, I'm not gonna. Even if I'm not a fan of Bradley, but I can't knock away what the guy's accomplished, yeah, right? And he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Right, so for me, I'm going to respectfully, and I expect anyone else to do that. So now when it comes to Juan Francisco Estrada, who just lost, by the way, right, and he wants a rematch, right, this guy lost. You know what I mean? Whether we like it or not, he lost the fight. Whether everyone thinks he's a great boxer and all that other stuff, the man lost, man. The wit side, he's got something missing in his makeup, right? And same with Chocolito. And these are the guys that the media, so-called media, pumped up. They pumped this dude up to beat Srisaket. They pumped him up. But Srisaket, on the other hand, me and now have been watching. He's been grinding in the gyms in Thailand, yeah, punching people in their stomach, making them throw up. He went to Mexico to defend his belt, got robbed against Quadros. This guy's been out of bum luck. They put him in there. He beats Chocolito.
He didn't get robbed.
Let me finish. He beat Chocolito. They say he came out of a garbage can. How disrespectful was that? He goes in there and knocks him out. They say, okay, you think you're bad? We're gonna bring Estrada for you, the best boxer on the planet. And what did he do with him? He beat him as well. So what I'm saying is this. You see what I'm saying? So I can't really rate a dude who's losing and the guy who's winning, and you've got other guys like Bradley winning and certain things. I can't do that. So that's just my opinion. Charlie Brown make a good point, but that's it.
Can I say something about Bradley?
You can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Let's say something.
You asked a question.
I'm not asking a question. I'm just saying.
Make a statement, buddy. We'll make a statement and do it. Hurry up.
I never seen Estrada doing grounded somersaults to some out of prime dude who's jumping up all kind of weight classes and getting beat by Jeff Horn soon after. I'm just saying, bro, Bradley, you ain't shit. That's all I'm saying. To me, Bradley ain't shit. I'm just gonna say he beat Devin Alexander with his head. Other than that, ain't done shit, man. It is what it is. You lost 3 times.
He better Victor Ortiz. He's better than Victor Ortiz. He's better than Victor Ortiz.
Easily.
He's better than Victor Ortiz. He's better than Victor Ortiz, though, ain't he? He's better than Victor Ortiz, though, ain't he?
This man said,
he's better than having Fortuna. He better than having Fortuna, ain't it? He better than having Fortuna. He better than Victor Ortiz, though, ain't it?
Hold up, guys. Hold up. I see Daniel's in the chat. What's up, Daniel? He just got in here. But Rock 89. What's going on, man? Hey, Rock 89. What do you think about the fight between Sir Rungvisa and Estrada? How'd you score that fight, man?
I didn't get a chance to watch it, to be honest. I was pretty busy this weekend, but I mean, from some of the highlights I watched and other things that I read and saw, I mean, a lot of people felt like the scores were too close and Rungvisa won by a wider margin than what he actually got.
Preach, brother. Preach.
Yes, and I agree with that too.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, man. Do you think that Sor Rungvisa should be fighting Inoue? And you think Inoue should have jumped out of that 115 division?
I mean, I'm always against people avoiding people, so I just want to see people fight.
Where's Naoya? Hiding behind the rock again. Where's Naoya? Hiding behind the rock.
Are you also against the IB avoiding Naoya Inoue as well as Cal Yafai, the WBA champion? So, I mean, I could very easily answer that back.
Look, I don't have any favorite fighters anymore. All my favorite fighters are retired. So if you avoid somebody, I have a problem with it, period.
So anyway,
people
and Inoue has been avoided just as much as anybody.
Yeah, no one's scared of that dude. That guy's a duck. He's a walking duck.
Yafai turned him down.
No, you know what? I don't blame. You know what? I don't blame that Birmingham guy, the kid from Birmingham. Because the kid from Birmingham ain't trying to say he's the greatest. The kid from Birmingham ain't trying to say he's a monster. The kid from Birmingham has just got a world title.
He's not trying to
and
do
he's
anything.
just happy. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. But he's not trying. But anyway, they say he's the monster. Come on, you guys all propping him up, man. You propping up this dude. And this and the truth. And the truth is, Caesar Kit Kat is the truth. And he's here and he wants Inoue he's saying, nah, I'm coming out the division. I'm gonna go. He was happy being beaten #1, and now he's running.
He was saying that he wanted a big fight. He wasn't able to get it, so he was saying, I'm not gonna.
You believe what he says. You believe what he says. I tell you what, yeah, right.
You believe what he says too. If you're saying
listen. What? Tell me or not now. Was he or not? Was he or not? Yeah, on the show. He was on the Superfly. He was on the Superfly first show to get promoted. They've been talking about him. We finally get him in America. He's on the same card as the Superfly card. What's he doing? Find some bum. But the reason why he's there, he's observing the talent.
Yeah,
he saw. I tell you what he saw. I tell you what scared him. I tell you what scared him. When he saw Chocolito take a dirt nap. He said, I'm out of here. Shit, I'm going up the division. Yeah, he did.
No, he
did. Rematch. When he saw that Thailand guy beat the heck out of Chocolito.
He wasn't getting a shot though, EJ. The mandatory was getting a shot after he knocked him out.
Bullshit. No bullshit.
At 115 though, he still could have stayed there.
He got some heat at 118 too.
So you favor him to go from 118 versus the heat at 115?
I don't give a damn about favor him. I just know he got some heat up there. I just don't believe in a lot of them, including him. But there's some heat. He can get his ass.
Well, Daniel, let me get Daniel on this one. Hey, Daniel, what's going on, man? Daniel.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. What do you think about the fight between Estrada and Ramazai? And do you think that Inoue blatantly jumped out of 115 to avoid Ramazai? Do you believe? Yeah, get your take on the fight.
I'll say first on fight between Rungvisai and Estrada. Probably the minority. I had it 115, 113 Estrada.
Oh,
that's cool.
But I would be perfectly fine if everybody had it 115, 113 Rungvisai, because there was a lot of rounds where it would be very close. You gotta compare the lateral movement and what Estrada was doing to making Rungvisai miss versus the fact that when Rungvisai hit Estrada moved.
Right. He's running. Yeah. You know why he moved? Because the power of the punches made him move. What are you talking about?
Hey,
what are you talking about? You be over there hating, Daniel. You be over there hating, Daniel. Daniel over there hating. Tell the truth, Daniel. Tell you when you came in there. You had a preconceived motion like Nauta, fanning it up that you had Estrada winning the fight, and then you over there, your bubble got burst. Let's tell the truth right here. Yeah, you did. Tell the truth.
I was fine.
Fanning it up.
I was fine with a draw. That's what I said. There's enough close rounds to say I'm fine if you have Rungvisai winning. 117.
What rounds are close? What rounds are close? What rounds are close? Because I want you tell me what rounds are close. Tell me what rounds are close. Because I had them all one-sided. Go ahead.
You had easy to score. So you scored the first round for Rungvisai. Are you telling me that?
Hell yeah. Okay.
The round where Estrada had him moving around and missing punches.
Wait, had him moving around. Did you listen? Hold on. Did you listen to Kevin Kelly? You listen to Kevin Kelly's broadcast. Let me give it to Daniel. So I'm the only official judge here. Like I reiterated already, I'm the only official judge. When you go to judging school, the first thing they tell you, in judging school, you have a guy going forward and a guy going backwards. Yeah, in judges, when you're watching it, the guy going forward is always going to get the benefit of the doubt because he's pushing the face. Now you got power punches and stuff like that. Wrong-side was landing the more powerful punches. Plus he had a strike on the back. I didn't know Harold
Letterman taught judging schools, man. Shit.
Yeah, no. If he did, well, anyway, I taught Harold anyway. But let me tell you this, right? All I'm saying is this, right? Daniel, right? I hear what you're saying, but you fanning it up like when you was watching Triple G versus Jacob. You fanning it up. You know you are, right? And it's understandable, yeah, where you had it with Estrada, because no one in their blue mind could have it. Like a draw's fair, but like Estrada, like they weren't that close. They weren't that close, man. But anyway, go ahead, Dan. You were saying. Sorry I interrupted. Go ahead.
No. I said there was enough close rounds, but as far as they knew his situation, that's tricky. And you have a kid who's growing into his body, but I've been on the Rungvisai wagon with EJ for a while now. He remembers when I said that Quadros ducked him like he was Daffy Duck. So
3 years. 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah. And the whole thing is it is mean the truth. Rungvisai and that division right now, if you're taking the way out, it's number one.
Yeah,
Easy.
I agree. That's
number one pound for pound, Daniel. Number one pound for pound, or number one.
No, he has
has
a case for it because he beat the guy who many people consider number one pound for pound twice.
There you go. That's what we were saying. That's what we were discussing.
Yeah.
But see, low place has gone in hiding because he was over there saying that we shouldn't count them guys because he didn't think Chocolito was number one anyway. So I don't know why he's in hiding right now, on mute or whatever. Yeah, I see him over there because he was making up big arguments that the competition in the lower weight, so it's rubbish. So when I hear him, go ahead, Beats.
Wait a minute. The bigger point, though, exactly that. Nobody thought Gonzalez was number one anyway. So how are we gonna just rank Rungvisai number one?
Because they said he was number one. We was fighting against it, but now I accept it.
You can't
accept it.
Go ahead, Naoya.
I'm accepting.
Nobody was ranking him number one, Beats. You can't say that. It may have not been universally proclaimed or whatever, but regardless, there was an argument.
He was seen as number one. He was seen as number one.
He was seen by a lot of people. I think ESPN had him in number one. Green Magazine had him number one.
I don't agree with it, but
how many people on this panel though?
I'm sorry?
How many people on this panel thought Gonzalez was number one? Not many.
I thought it was.
No, not last year. Last year,
not me, man. I'll be honest with you.
I'll be honest.
I never did.
Up until he lost, Charlie. But I'm just saying, that's before he lost, yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was. And I agree with that too. Even though
I didn't. Beast asked the question. No, the Beast asked the question when he got proclaimed. Who had him? When he was proclaimed number one, I never had him number one. I had him in
the thing that I find hilarious is all the people that or most of the people that didn't have him number one failed to actually give an argument for who actually deserved to be number one over him.
No, we did. No, we did. Andre Wood. Andre Wood. Andre Wood was number one, and then also Terrence Crawford. No, Andre Wood, Terrence Crawford, and Rigo. No.
Hey, I'd rather watch Kit Kat and motherfucking Chocolito over Andre any goddamn day. I'm just gonna say.
We all know you don't like Andre Wood.
Any day. No, fuck if I don't like. Hey,
Chocolatito.
Them boys can go.
Go ahead, Rock. What'd you say, Rock?
I was just saying that. I remember when that first came out about Chocolatito being number one, I was just like, damn, the state of boxing must be bad because this dude is horrible.
He wasn't horrible. He wasn't horrible. He was just one-dimensional.
Listen.
He wasn't horrible. No, he wasn't
listen. When you're talking about pound for pound, yeah, this is the thing about pound for pound. This is why I'm going to go with this thing. I'm going to make Rungvisai number one. This is why I'm going to go with it, right? I'm going to go, even though I didn't think he was. You're supposed to be the most skilled fighter in the sport. Skills. You make A-level competition look ordinary. And isn't that what Srisaket did to Estrada? Isn't that what he did to Chocolito? So that's why I've made him number one.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what? As well, I'm going to say this to some of the brothers that are pretty. Some of you are a little bit older than me and whatnot, right? Because as well, when it comes to old standards of pound for pound, it's kind of if your eye isn't hanging out after a fight. You know what I mean? Then, you never fought anybody. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people hold the new fighters to the standards of the old, and you can't. We have to move with the times. Whether we agree with it or not, Gonzalez was seen by many as pound for pound number one. And I think because Floyd said he was number one as well at the particular time, not the time that when Srisaket beat him, but before that as well, that added to it as well. You know what I mean? That added to the whole...
Because he was hating on Andre Ward. Because he was hating on Andre Ward, though. He was hating on Andre Ward. That's why he did.
But him and Ward were at one point.
They fell out. They fell out. They fell out. They fell out. He was hating.
And Ward was fighting fucking Edwin Rodriguez. So
and Brand and Elton Brand.
Yeah, but still, but look what he did. But he beat Chad Dawson. He beat Chad Dawson and won the super. He was still active though. He was still active.
And then Stevenson fought Dawson and fucking wiped that win right out of fucking existence.
Yeah, you don't even remember. I don't even remember how it went down. I don't even remember how it went down.
Wait, we talking about Ward's fight.
Chocolito ain't trained nobody.
What are you talking about, man?
Chocolito ain't trained nobody.
Ward's fight is better, man. Ward's fight is better. Ward's fight is much better, man.
Chocolito ain't trained nobody.
Ain't no one having that. Ain't no one having that now.
You're making me agree with T now, and I don't like it.
No, I'm just saying, Chocolito. Hey, Chocolito didn't drain nobody. Nobody.
Hey, damn. Do you think that Naoya Inoue blatantly moved out of 115?
You sound like you're far away or something, Dan.
I don't think personally. I don't think he's done. I mainly think it's probably an issue of he was going to get too big anyway. Unfortunately for his body, the kid's only in his early 20s, so you have to give. Yeah, I have to give that into consideration when it comes to it. But
I mean, here's the thing with Inoue and Srisaket, man. Honestly, I think if they fought a win, would have more of an advantage. I think he's bigger than Inoue. At least he is right now. I mean, maybe when Inoue's 30, or 30, 31 like Srisaket, he'll be, another weight class or two higher. But I mean, as of right now, Srisaket's a bigger guy.
Let me tell you about this Inoue guy. This Inoue guy looked green. He looked green out there in the big lights in America. That's what I look. He looked green. He didn't look well uncomfortable. He don't want to fight in America. This dude likes fighting his home patch. Don't want to come out nowhere. That's why he wants to fight Madonna.
Yeah, like Anthony Joshua. Just like Anthony Joshua.
What do you mean Anthony Joshua? I don't know. Anthony Joshua's going to be coming to him. See, this is what you... See, don't let me put it on you. Don't let me...
Hey, AJ coming to Brooklyn, baby. AJ coming to Brooklyn.
Let me ask that question.
Wilder, Big Baby.
Let me ask that this question.
Hey, Big Baby will whoop the shit out of Wilder. Wilder won't fucking fight him.
We'll get to that.
For the love of God.
Wilder say, no, he too dark-skinned and disrespectful. Fuck that nigga, Deontay.
We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, yeah, while we're on the subject.
Hold up, we'll get to that.
While we're on the subject, what about Wilder next week?
Hold on. Now, I got to this question. Naoya, let's stay on Inoue for a second. Inoue moved from light fly to super fly. Which is so snap move to take on Omar Navarro?
Yo, Dad, man, why you in the megaphone? Megaphone, Dan. Show your mouth, show your mic out, Dan, man. Why you in the megaphone, man? Put your lips to the mic. Put your lips to the mic, boy. Put your lips on the mic. Put your lips on the mic. We can't hear you.
Hold on, EJ. Hold on.
I'm entertained, bro.
I hear you, man. Yeah, he moved up. Took on all the bars and beat him. Okay.
Hey, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. He sounds like you. He sounds like you in one of your cartoons, man. Who's that guy in the microphone who talks to Charlie Brown?
Anyways. People accused him. I think people accused him for avoiding the flyweight division.
Man, come on, man. Yo, this Mike, man. You sound like you talking out to somebody.
I'm telling you, man. You sound terrible, Dad. You sound terrible.
You need to get a new mic in there.
You just sort yourself out, man. How you going to your own hangout? You sound.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, put them lips on the mic. Keep them lips on the mic.
That's better.
Keep your lips on the mic.
Go ahead. That's better. Okay, that's much better.
With your chest.
Yeah, that's much better.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn, man.
Damn, man. I've been telling you
Agent Smith got him stuck in the Matrix. He got killed.
Yeah, it got me fucked up, y'all. It got me fucked up. But anyways.
You gotta leave T-Mobile, man.
AUA, hey, shut up. Hold up. AUA moved up from fly to superfly, right? Okay, good win over Omar Navarez, right? But people say, hey, wait a minute. You had the flyweight division. What was hot at the time? You have Laria down there. You had Sosa down there. You had Estrada and you had Gonzalez. People were saying, hey, why did you fight those guys? Okay, fine. You give them the benefit of the doubt because you can move up to weight class and you fought the number 1 super flyweight. Cool. Right. But when Gonzalez and Estrada moves up, and then you have Kudras in there with some Ramna side and the other super flies, and then when that division got hot, he jumps out. Now people are like, well, what the fuck, man? This is like the second time.
Well, I mean, the division was hot in part because of him, for one. And for two, like I said before, and I mean, I'm just going to keep banging this drum, is he tried to fight Yafai. They said no. He couldn't fight the WBC guy because the WBC was given mandatory after mandatory from Quadras having to fight Gonzalez, and then Gonzalez having to fight Srisaket, and then the winner of Quadras and Estrada having to fight the winner of Srisaket and Gonzalez too. So at what point is Inoue supposed to get in there and like.
Why can he wait? He couldn't he wait? I mean, this is the thing.
He's been waiting.
He waiting while he whoops some ass.
Yeah, he's been waiting for
Hey,
a
I'm
long
talking
time.
to him. I'm talking to Naoya. Stay out of it. Go ahead, Naoya.
Yeah, he's been waiting since early 2015 for one of those signature fights.
That was the biggest load of nonsense I've heard, right? Because after that fight, didn't Johnny Nieto say, I want to fight Rungvisa. He put your name in the hat. Yeah. This guy put his name in the hat, bro. Stop it now, Tuck. Stop it, bro.
Yes, he did. Yeah. What? After Srisaket beat Gonzalez the first time, there was talks about Inoue possibly fighting Srisaket, but he had the mandatory.
Yeah, it was, man. He ain't lying.
So I mean, as much as Inoue
okay, that's fine, but can he have waited? Hold up.
Why wait when you can fight 118 champions, man? It's just
wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
But he gets arrested and then I call him out like, yo, T,
okay. Well, let me ask you this now. Does unification supersedes mandatory? Because Inoue has a belt and Rungvisa has a belt. The WBC would have granted that exemption if he wanted to pursue that fight.
Yep.
So I have to say that. They would have. How do you know that? How do you know that, bro?
Because they had already ordered Cuadras and Estrada as the match.
Yeah, but fights get ordered all the time by the sanctioning bodies. But if their exemptions can be made for unification bout, they will make it. And you and I both know the WBC.
On a case by case basis.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
On a case by case basis.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you and I both know the WBC is very lenient when it comes to these things like that. So with that said, I have to agree with Beats on this one.
Man, the WBC wanted Estrada to get that shot, but
that's just hypothetical.
That's a Mexican body, bro. They pushed it.
Hold up. Hold up. That's your opinion. That may be your opinion, but the bottom line is no.
I agree with him. I think that's what the case was.
They put him in it.
Hey, that's you guys' opinion, but the fact is, he could have either got the exemption, he could apply for an exemption, or he could have waited.
Kit Kat would have to apply. Kit Kat would have to apply for the exemption, not him. Kit Kat would have to say, "Yo, let me fight."
Kit Kat didn't. Wait, hold up. So he been waiting.
He wouldn't have let Srisaket do that.
Wait, hold up. Now you say he's waited. So why didn't he approach those 4 fights, man? I didn't see no sign of him doing that.
Naoya is the biggest fanboy.
I'm not.
Let me just say that. Naoya is the biggest fanboy. If you try and match Inoue any fight, he'll come with some, the other guys are all fighting each other. Well, I think he would take the fight, Beats, and this and that. You are the biggest fan.
According to his contract, he has to. According to his contract, he has to.
Why we giving out all this smoke, man? I don't get it, man. He right.
You need to stay out of it.
Let Beats give him that smoke. Let Beats give him that smoke. Hey, everyone else mute. Everyone else mute. Let Beats give him out of that smoke. Go ahead, Beats. Go ahead.
Anytime anyone suggests that Inoue should take on a hard opponent, and now
he should, and they should too. They should fight him too. Khan should have fought him. Khan should have fought him, Beats.
Huh? What's that?
And Khan should have fought him.
Who should have fought him?
The International Boxing Federation champion, Jerwin Ancaja, should have fought him. The World Boxing Association champion should have fought him. Kayafai. The former World Boxing Association champion, Koi Kono, should have fought him before he lost.
Listen, look, I'll give you a break as a fight, because I know Eddie don't want him to take on nobody. I'll give you a break on that. The rest of the guys, come on, man. You've made just pure excuses. Like the other week, here's what if you guys know the fancy. We have boxing fancy. A lot of you guys here know the fancy with me. I asked Naoya, what is the most significant fight for Inoue at bantamweight? Like he didn't know this guy Tete's name.
Bullshit.
Right?
Bullshit. I knew that answer off the top. I was ready for you to finish.
Nah, straight, bro.
There is a boat. Tete. Beats.
Damn, man.
Sorry to break it to you, but he is.
I know, but Naoya, but the fact and the reason why I'm asking this is because it does look kind of skeptical that he did this. You moved.
If I was a
it looks kind of fishy. It looks kind of fishy to me though, because look, I give you the benefit of the doubt the first time you skipped one division, but it looks obvious to me.
He's not skipping a division.
No. Listen to me. he skipped one division from light fly to super fly. I'll give him the benefit of that on that one.
Yeah.
But it seems obvious to me that you skipped flyweight because Gonzalez and Estrada were down there. But when they moved up to super fly, the same division you were in, you jumping out of that.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. That's why. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth. That's right. And ever since they're there now, no. Go ahead.
The way that you just spoke like that is like, all of a sudden they just arrived and then he leaves right as they arrive. They've been in the fucking same division. He wanted to fight Gonzalez. Gonzalez lost, and then he had a rematch owed to him by Srisaket.
Okay, why not Cool Josh?
Hey, one day y'all say now to Chocolito fanboy. He's sitting there now. I don't get it. Now he's telling the truth about Chocolito. Y'all on this man for some bullshit, man.
No place. Why you always jumping in front of Nauta?
I agree with what he's saying. He's telling the truth.
But you always jump in front of him.
You was jumping in front of him. Let now get that work, man.
Don't just do his thing. Every time you gotta jump in front of the guy.
Yeah, let him get that work.
They was in the same division.
Now it's now division. Now it's division. Hold up. It's now division. That's now it's division. Now is the low. Everyone out here, Michael and Nauta.
Hey, it's funny that everybody said everybody mute, and then it goes to 3-on-1. But then
you started.
Like, oh, you on his side. I'm not on his side. I'm just telling the truth.
Point. Don't jump in front of the guy. Be quiet like the rest of us.
Unkara should have got that work. He ran the top rank. He ain't telling the.
Yeah. Let Nauta say it.
Yeah, I already said it.
Beat your mic. Someone's mic echoing.
What I said already.
Whose mic's echoing? Someone's mic echoing.
I saw this man's manager talking about, well, we had a safer option to fight Inoue.
Yeah, but low place. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. Let Nauta do his thing.
I don't give a fuck what you ask. I'm telling what I want to say.
Listen to this.
Stop crying. Let Nauta do his thing. Don't stop crying over Nauta.
All right, y'all be quiet.
Now Michael are the low weight kings, right? Beast was asking him a credible question, and it's just now could talk for himself, man. You don't need you to talk for him, low place, yeah. So let now and Beast discuss it.
I'm talking
for
I'm against what you're saying, and now you're saying
second time. This is the second time, bro. Let him do his thing. Don't matter.
Now can talk for himself, though. You don't need to agree.
I'm talking for myself.
Yeah, but nobody asked.
A unification for Ankaha should happen. The nigga ducked him. But
listen to this. You can't be out there with a
unification. That could have happened, bro.
Well,
that could have happened.
Okay, well, then Kit Kat. I fuck with Kit Kat, but Kit Kat should have went to the WBC and said, instead of a mandatory, I want to defend versus the champion.
They blackballed Kit for 3 years.
Bullshit, EJ. They blackballed him.
They blackballed him for 3 years. Yeah, they did. 3 years. They blackballed Kit Kat for 3 years. Kit Kat ain't done nothing wrong here, right? Beast is asking a question to Nauta. So no one else needs to jump in. And let Beast and Nauta sort it out. Beast, come back on it. No place, hold your corner. No place, stay in the low corner.
I'm going to repeat.
Where's Beast at? Beast, come and get it some more. Give me that smoke. Beast. Go ahead.
I'm here.
He was saying like who's the most significant fight at bantamweight? It's fucking Luis Neri. It's not Zolani Tete. You know why? Because the bantamweight was Shinsuke Yamanaka, and Neri knocked him the fuck out. Tete won a vacant title instead of actually fighting the champion.
Agreed. Oh, he's coming with that heat.
Sound like you're crying to me.
Oh!
I'm waiting for Beast's response. I'm waiting for Beast. Hey, hold on. 1 minute. So I'm waiting for Beast's response. And furthermore, the eye test tells me that Zolani Tete is better than that bum you're talking about.
EJ, I'm going to reply. You got let me finish. Let me reply. Right? For a start, that Neri got done for dope. Tete is the 2-weight champion. Right? So you explain, and he's made way more defenses over two weights than Neri. You explain
champion.
They got knocked out, didn't he?
I said, well, Neri just became a champion, so I mean, of course he has.
Yeah, but he's a 2-weight champion, right?
Okay, and he got knocked out at flyweight by.
So okay, let me ask you a question. Integrity is right. Who's the most dangerous fight out of Neri and Tete? Come on.
Neri is.
Drugged up that day.
Neri, you know what? I agree. Neri was on drugs.
Yeah, he was on drugs, bro. You can't say that, Naoya. I'm sorry.
You must be crazy now, man. Now you crazy, bro.
Guess
you
what?
crazy.
They haven't overturned the decision, so
now
I
talk.
It's WBC. What you expect?
What did you say that?
Hey, Tete looked like a girl versus Villanueva, man. He looked like a girl versus that dude. That was a
hey, low place. Hey, don't listen to you about that Victor Ortiz.
That was a
be quiet. No one listens to you, Lopez. Hey, no one listens to you, Lopez. Victor Ortiz
like a girl versus Villanueva. He went
yeah, we agree. And nigga, what? At the end of the day, at the end of the day,
and Neri knocked Villanueva out. Put him to sleep.
Yeah, on drugs.
Hey, yo. Hey, Tete said I don't want none of big. Tete said I don't want none of little old Rigadao. I don't.
Yeah, but Tete didn't use drugs though.
I don't fuck with Tete.
Tete didn't use drugs though.
Man, it sound like you sound like you're fanning up now. Now I don't need your help, low place. Yeah, you fanning up. You fanning up. Where's your pop comes at? You fanning up, man. You fanning up, dog. Dog, you fanning up. Let now. I want it now on beats. I want it now on beats, man. I want it now on beats. I want it now on beats. Now on beats is going there. Beats asked him a question. Beats asked him a question. Let Beats ask him a question.
Everybody else talking. They disagree with Nauta, but I'm not coming to agree with Nauta. I'm just saying the fact.
Let me ask
look
you
like a whole versus Villanueva. That was whack. Michael was bigging Tete up. I said, Mike, I don't know what the fuck you made me just watch, because he wouldn't even go fight the dude, man. That shit was whack. I'm just saying.
You're just saying, of course. Of course, you're just saying. You're just saying for Nauta.
Hey, that's fun and all. That's fun and all.
Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question, though, please. DJ, 1 minute, yeah? 1 minute, 1 minute.
I want Beast to come back, though. I want Beast to come back because he was
ask Lopez a question before he get back.
No, but Lopez is going to drag it out, though. That's what
I want to hear his question. I ain't going to drag shit out. Go ahead. Let him say the question.
My question is, can you pass a message to Nauta about drugs? Since we got to go through you. So can you pass a message?
He was supposedly on dope.
Pass a message, pass a message, Nauta. Ask him, do you believe that?
Hey, Lopez, he's calling you the butler. Why is he calling you the butler?
No, it's all good. It's all, look. It's all good. Look here. He going back to Asia, and he ain't on drugs. We gonna see what's really popping.
How'd you know he's not on drugs?
Meanwhile, Tete fighting the dude Inoue already knocked the fuck out. Meanwhile, Tete fighting the dude Inoue already knocked out. Tete, man.
Who gives a shit about it? You know what? I don't give a shit about it.
Let me ask Lopez a question. Let me ask Lopez a question. Lopez, let me ask you a question. Who's more dangerous, yeah? That guy Neri or Tete? Who's more dangerous? I think
they both. I think they both great fucking fights. I think they both great fucking fights. But at the end of the day,
dangerous. Okay. Let's go back to Beast now. So now I'll ask Beast a question, and he said thingies. And Beast was saying it right. Now said he thinks that guy is the more dangerous. Everyone knows.
And I had a question also. Who is the Lani Tete fighting next? Who's the Lani Tete fighting next?
Omar Navarez.
I think it's mandatory though.
Hey, let Beast
answer.
He's fighting his mandatory, not vex. He's mandatory, yeah.
Oh, for him to have to fight his mandatory, and he could just duck all these other fights instead. He can't fight Neri, and he can't fight anyway. He has to fight his mandatory. Huh?
Okay, so once you fight your mandatory, now you're ducking. It's gone fucking crazy.
Well,
it's gone fucking crazy.
That was the argument being made before, again against the likes of Inoue. So. You know what I mean? If
Inoue fighting Neri,
is
Inoue fighting Neri? Huh?
Well, Neri has his mandatory, which is Yamanaka. So there you go.
I'll ask you a question: is Inoue fighting Neri? Since you're making a big deal about Tete not fighting
him. Naoya, you there?
I think his mic dropped.
He's on mute.
He's
spitting too much heat on that mic.
The smoke was bad, bro. Beast was coming that smoke, bro. You have to cool down a bit. Let me tell you something. Listen. Let me tell you something. On the rules. Not the clowning, yeah. Not the crib. We want to see great fights, right? And we probably, because in a way, it's been built up a lot of times. We want to see him against things like whether that fight happens or not. All we know is this. My whole thing with Srisaket, and maybe I'm not clowning with it, but I think he should be high regard. I don't think he's a pound for pound type number 1 or number 2 because but he's definitely up there in the pound for pound. I realistically, I'll probably make it number 3. Definitely.
Yeah, I put him at number 5. I put Srisaket at number 5.
I still think Crawford for me is a
Crawford's the man. Yeah, Crawford's the man.
Inoue or Kit Kat?
The Kit Kat.
What was
is Inoue on the list though, y'all?
Yes, he is on the list. He is on the list.
Kick him out, man. They kick him out, man. They got Triple G number one. The Ring magazine.
I've got a Inoue ain't making it, bro.
I gotta ask though, if you beat so I gotta ask a question. If Maidana beat Mayweather, he was the pound for pound number one, because that's what we did with. That's how y'all do, y'all?
That's a fair question.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. You know what? You argue he enters into the list. He definitely enters into the list.
He probably would have been top 5, honestly, at the very least.
Yeah, he probably would have been top 5.
Because you know what? Hey, let me ask a question. When Vernon Forrest, beat Shea Mosley, Vernon Forrest asked the question, when you said he was pound number one best, ain't that number one? Vernon Forrest asked that question. I was thinking about, is he? Well, he just beat him and took his record. Why can't the guy who beat the number one straight after? Or when Roy Jones lost to Anton Taba, why can't Taba be number one? But you get your paydays though. You get the recognition. Now to be number one, pound for pound, you have to put skills. This ain't no bump. You need to be putting them skills in. You know what I mean? And that's the truth of it. Making good opposition look normal. And he did that to Estrada, because Estrada never looked like that before. Because I've never seen Estrada in a round where he never threw no punches.
Hey, hold on, EJ, hold up for real quickly. Definitely. Crucial, just the guys in the comment section. Crucial YGN. Hold on, BT, hold on, BT, hold on for a second, man. Hold on, real quickly. Crucial 81 in the comment section said that Inoue shouldn't be on anyone's pound for pound list. Do y'all agree with that?
Yeah,
100%. You agree, Beats?
100%.
Yeah, he ain't no mine.
All right. Naoya, do you want to respond to that commenter? He made that comment.
He beat Ryoji Taguchi, and Taguchi is still a champion and unified, and he's the number one guy at 108 right now.
That's true.
Still.
That's good.
Still.
Good point.
He doesn't beat an opponent, and then the opponent goes off into a fucking Bolivian or Oblivion or whatever.
Why I would love to see Inoue.
That opponent steps up, man, becomes a champion afterwards.
Kit Kat.
I don't know, man.
Kit Kat come in the division.
Just like Roy Jones said, they say I ain't fight nobody, I just make them look like nobody. You know,
let me say,
look like nobody, and then he went and became somebody.
Let me say something. Kit Kat come into the division, right? After how long? He's in the division less than a year, and he's done all the heavy lifting. 3 fights, 3 big names. What's this guy been doing all the while? What's he been doing?
He got the opportunities.
No unifications, right? No unifications, nothing. He ain't doing nothing but walking around.
Because on Kaz,
this guy has been a hype job. This guy is a hype job. Number one hype job. And this is the thing about me and Beach were talking about some of them dudes in them lower weights, right? They get credit, but if they constantly fighting the best in the division and being, and why none of Kit Kat, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I tell you how Kit Kat would if they offered him a fight against to unify the belts, I think he'll do it. These guys ain't trying to be under one.
Hey, can I say something?
Beast is coming in. Let Beast jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
Of course he would.
Tell me one Inoue opponent who beforehand he was fighting that we had a big discussion about when it was going to video.
I should have. Yo, Beast, can I make a Beast? I want to make a point to you though. I want to make a point to Beast because he's and it's not in defense of Nauta, but this is what Nauta said to me when I was defending Inoue. I was like, yo, Inoue gonna beat Kit Kat. He said, not if he break his weak ass hands on that hard ass head. That's what he said last night. So when I hear y'all saying he's just a fanboy of him, I'm like, nah, I think he kind of just like he need to get in there, but they won't let him in there as of yet. That's what he told me last night. EJ,
now it's spreading out.
I want to see it. No, that's true. That's true. You got it exactly right.
You know what that sounds like to me, low play.
No, EJ can vouch for that. EJ can vouch.
Yeah, you know what that sounds like, though. You know what that sounds like, low place. It sounds like one of those articles that we never get to see that you always tell us that exist. You understand?
I got videos.
I read it. I got it somewhere, but I can't find it right now. But I'm telling you, it's right there. It sounds exactly like that. So we got to take that word.
EJ, like I said, EJ, you can vouch. EJ,
it's on my hangout. It's on my hangout.
Right there. And I was like, yo, I thought Inoue is skilled enough to beat him because he's digressing, taking his whoopings he's taking. So
well, you know what? The bottom line is,
I think we're just going down a path that don't got to be going down.
I'll tell you what. Let me say this. So Ram,
can I give my opinion about the fight though, please? Because you guys have had a good thing.
I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion on Quadros and Arroyo.
Mine about Quadros and Arroyo.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet. I haven't had time. I haven't had time. I watched the Srisaket versus Juan Estrada.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. The fight, right? I cannot, in all honesty, say that Srisaket won hands down. But if you say he won, if you insist that I have to probably agree with you. The fight was a very, very good fight, and it highlighted styles. But here's my problem. I just can't see myself getting away from the fact that Srisaket, in my opinion, somebody used the term hype job right now. And if you look at that in a different perspective, I actually feel that Srisaket is a bit of a hype job. I really do. For one thing, he's extraordinarily sloppy. But what he gets away with is the fact that they simply cannot hurt him. Now, I use the term hype job because in many ways, you could say the same thing about Gennady Golovkin. It's a matter of perspectives. At the end of the day, Gennady Golovkin was knocking everybody out, but people asked who was he fighting. Now, Srisaket, on the other hand, is fighting the top of his division. All right, yeah, at the moment. But he's just so much bigger and stronger than those guys that no matter what they do, no matter how, whether it's an offensive attack like Gonzalez or whether it's pure, beautiful boxing like Estrada, when he throws one right hand or a left hand, or he throws to the body or stuff like that, it is so powerful that even if it blocks, it tends to throw the other guy off balance. And the perception of that makes sure that no matter what Estrada does, or no matter what Gonzalez does, you understand me, he can wipe it clean. He can wipe the slate clean with just 2 punches. And some of them don't even land. And the other guy has to work furiously. Now, here's my little conspiracy theory about the whole thing. When you look at the fight from the top, they had the fight between Canelo and Gennady Golovkin in the ring of Superfly, which was supposed to be about these little fighters, but they used it to aggressively promote the Canelo versus Gennady Golovkin fight. Now, ride with me on this one, because this tournament, forgive me, was organized by Tom Loeffler. What happened? What gave me this thought is this. I was watching it on another channel, on another another video, basically. And it wasn't the HBO people who were commenting on it. But when I went to another video, because it had better quality, and it was an HBO production, the problem was this. I felt that they were being extraordinarily biased in favor of Srisaket. However, the other one was more balanced. And I saw, well, a lot of it was in foreign language, but I don't know who the English
was that. That was probably Kevin Kelly.
That's Kevin Kelly, man.
It was actually quite good.
David, yeah, that's the one in Ring Magazine. That's David Van Tempo.
I felt it was balanced. Now, when I saw the scores, and I saw one, I think it's 111 to 117, there's one there. And it's a majority decision. Let's not forget that. Yeah, and if you look at the end product of both of these fighters, I tend to feel that Estrada got the better of Srisaket, but Srisaket was able to win it simply by perception and, quite frankly, just being stronger than these guys. But if you insist that, hold on a minute, if you insist that's what you like, that's what you're about, you understand me, then you're going to see it from me all the time. Now, he's a southpaw. Estrada was tripping because he was one doing most of the movement. And of course, if you do movement, then they sort of term it as being on the back foot. But he boxed beautifully. He hit him with all sorts of shots. And the other commentators, Kevin Kelly, if you insisted that, was actually being very objective about it. Like, Srisaket not, somebody's talked about the first round. It wasn't just that. A lot of those rounds were close. But unfortunately, because this guy is just so massive and big and strong, there's hardly anything that these beautiful boxers, whether you bring it aggressive, whether you want to be funny like Kudras, or you want to be aggressive like Gonzalez, or you want to be beautiful in your boxing like Estrada, you're simply not going to be getting away with it. But here's the connection to the Canelo fight and the HBO. This other fight is coming up, and people want to put pressure on Canelo to stand and fight. If Estrada was allowed to get away with that, because some people might have seen it that way, that he actually won the fight, you understand me, then that puts Canelo in a position where he could do the same thing against Gennady Golovkin and win the fight. And they want to put pressure on him, I think the powers that be, to make him stand and fight rather than box. So I suppose when you... Beg pardon?
You turn this into a video, bro. You turn it into a video. You turn it into a long-ass video, bro. That was
long, by the way, 68,
long-ass, bro.
That final sentiment that you were kind of speaking on.
No, but go ahead anyway. Finish what you're saying, Michael. No, I'm sorry, Mike. 68. Finish what you're saying. I was like, boy, this is go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
He wasn't tripping.
All right, let me finish. Okay.
Let him finish what you're saying. Go on. Finish what you're saying.
So basically, this you throw me off my thought. I understand what you're saying. It is rather long-winded. Forgive me.
Yeah, man, winded. But good, I understand. But you're burning. You haven't been over for a minute. But go on.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me leave it at that. Simple as that. Basically, I just saw it as I felt that my bias would allow me to believe that Estrada won, but that score of 111 to 117 was absolutely ridiculous and kind of.
No. It was fair. You want me to
tell him how he was tripping?
I'll tell you how
it was fair.
Because that judge scored the 8th and the 9th for fucking Srisaket, and he's not winning.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Well, somebody need to tell him why he was tripping, though. Why he was tripping all over the place.
I want to ask.
Well, he was tripping. That was mainly the southpaw.
No. He was tripping because he wasn't paying attention to his lead foot. And he was throwing lead hooks.
Bad foot placement. The ref missed a knockdown in the 5th round. That is
very bad.
They weren't on knockdown. Beats. Hey, Beats. Go ahead, Beats. Ask the question, Beats.
So, do you have a bias to fighters who are just genetically stronger to others? And
68 is asking your question.
Yep. Do I have a bias?
He do. Yep.
Yeah, can I answer for myself, please? I'm not Nota. Thank you.
He do. It's a battle.
Yeah. Thank you. I can answer for myself.
No, be quiet. Let 68 respond. Go ahead, 68. Go ahead.
Now, the question you asked me, right, Beats, right, is that do I have a bias towards fighters that are smaller than the bigger fight? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, I have a bias towards the boxer, period.
Well, let me
stand, man.
Hold on. I didn't hear that. What that mean? What did that mean?
Let me understand this, right?
Yeah, that's me too.
Because it was very long-winded there. I don't know where we went with it. So what are you saying? That
he was given his opinion.
Was given the decision so that Canelo would. I'm baffled. I lost.
Well, you can be baffled. I'm not saying.
I think I got it.
You got it right. So if you're baffled, you're baffled. It's not for everybody. Basically, it's as simple as this. I see it as like there's a preference for that particular type of style. It's as simple as that. Yes. And I think that you could link it to the fact that Canelo and Gennady Golovkin are also being promoted to perform in that type of way. And a lot of people.
You need to mute yourself, Dan. You're getting some static from your end. Dan, mute yourself.
Go ahead. Pull my channel. Relax.
Nah, but you're getting static. We can hear the feedback from your crackling lips against the mic.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm just trying to let 68 finish there, Carl. I'm just trying to understand it before I make my point.
Do you understand anything at all? I said.
Yeah, no, I do, but you pulled it. You pulled it.
Yes, I pulled it.
Why? What is the point? Are you saying that Srisaket never won the fight, or are you saying
I'm saying that the networks, prefer those type of fighters. And
marauders?
It was such a close fight, but of course, people such as yourself and Errol Jarrett might believe that it was a fight that was worth 11.
My name's EJ Boxing Live, man.
117.
EJ Boxing Live. EJ Boxing Live. And my government name doesn't be out there. EJ Boxing Live there.
Sorry. Forgive me. All right. Yeah. But I thought you put it out there anyway. I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, I don't put my government. That's why I got EJ. It says EJ on my.
All right, let's not go off. What happened? What happened this day, man? Shit. Hello?
What happened to EJ?
I want to respond.
No, EJ sounded like he was doing it.
Wait a minute, Lo. Wait a minute, Lo. Let 68 finish there, man. Because I'm. To me, it sounded like because Srisaket won the fight, regardless. You know what I mean? Whether you have it close or you have it very far ahead, there was no conspiracy.
That's a matter of opinion. I could actually argue that. That's your opinion. That's the opinion of the judges, and one of the judges actually scored it a draw. So I don't think there's something really that terrible at suggesting that.
I think EJ what EJ was saying anyway earlier. And EJ's not the only qualified judge here. I'm a qualified judge myself. I had it the same.
I'm a fan, and that's how I saw it.
But that's
and judges were perfect, then everybody would have scored it 1-1, 1-1.
What has that got to do with the style of fighting? Because Srisaket wasn't a marauder. He was coming forward, but he wasn't.
I think he's a very heavy puncher, and that's what they like. We're not talking about a Marcos Maidana here. We're talking about a very powerful puncher. Neither is Gennady Golovkin. He's not a marauder, is he?
He's got a lot of knockouts on his resume. Even if they're against tomato cans,
who we talking about here? Who we talking about? Golovkin.
I just said, he hasn't knocked out anybody. But listen to this. You see, when you step up in levels, right? You're never going to look world class against every single opponent.
Are you talking about Estrada? Are you talking about Srisaket here?
Let me finish. I'm talking about Srisaket and Estrada. Estrada left the ring with a clean face. His face was clear. He had one tiny little mark on his cheek. Srisaket's face was busted up.
Yeah.
Right. But that doesn't tell the story. The reason why Estrada left the ring unscathed mainly is because he's a good boxer. But what he tried to do was that he tried to nick each 30 seconds, the last 30 seconds of each round with flurries.
I thought he fought all the way through.
He didn't. I thought he didn't really come all the way through until round 8.
I thought he fought an intelligent fight. If you say he didn't start fighting till, if you say that he didn't start fighting till round 8, then how can he won the first round? And I actually saw some other rounds.
I didn't have him winning the first round. I didn't have him winning the first round. I didn't have him winning the first round.
Thank you.
I didn't have him winning the first round.
That's to be honest though, I think we've gotten to a point now where we've gotten to a point whereby Srisaket just has fans. It is what it is. You're going to see it his way.
Can I ask you a question? That's what I wanted to know.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Because I left when you went for a while. I went and made food. So did you mention that Tom Loeffler was the promoter of this fight we discussing? Yes or no?
I said he was involved.
Okay. So you did touch on something that's honestly there because he might want Golovkin. That's a damn good point. I don't know if that's a damn good point. Tom Loeffler might want to see the come forward fighter getting it in. It was a draw to me.
That's what they all want to see. It was a draw.
Listen. Let's go back to the judging. Scurvy.
So see you try to slick this.
No. I didn't see the first round, B.
Hold on. So Eubank is a hype job, but when Rose beat him last week, you came on my comment section and said that Eubank was world class to boost up Rose's resume. So you're selective when you want people.
Hold on. I said what? No, I didn't say that. Hold on. Let's say that he did. I said he was.
Let me finish. Right? So you are selective. When you want to boost up the guy's resume, he's world class. And when you want to down on him, he's a hype job.
No. What I'm saying is Eubanks can give problem to whoever he want. Groves just beat him that night.
Well, explain to me how he's world class and hype job simultaneously.
I mean, he's a bit of a hype job in the sense that his ass cannot produce to the level of hype, but he still can give you a damn good fight. I mean,
that was the world class.
You put him in a world class fighter, he ain't in there getting knocked out. He fucked his shoulder up, he marked his face up. He is a good fighter, but he just ain't producing to where he talks. His dad says protect him from being murdered, and ain't nobody got to do all that because you ain't that good, but you are a damn good fighter. He is on the level, but he just wasn't good enough that night. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You ain't that good, but he's a damn good fighter. You said it in one sentence just now.
He's not as good as he talks. He's not as good as he talks. That's what I'm telling you. That right there alone, when you talk like that, people go,
being cush, bro. I mean.
Hey, B Marsh just got in here. What's going on, B Marsh?
Yo, what's happening, fellas, man? Long time, man. I ain't been on the hang since 2017, man.
I know, man. Are you on the other side of the world, brother? Are you
I'm back in the States.
B Marsh is over there. B Marsh over there in the land of. What's that place in the Black Panther? Not Uganda. Was it Wakanda? Yeah, he's in Wakanda. He's in Wakanda right now, hiding out. He got all the technology over there. That's where he at. Hey, B Moss, you're over in Wakanda over there. Come on, B Moss. Share the technology, bro. Share it up.
Right now, man. I'm back in the States, man.
Okay, all right, man. All right, fair enough. Hey, what do you think, B Moss? Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me ask B Marsh a question. Hey, B Marsh, what do you think about the Surrounded Side Estrada fight? And Surrounded Side just called out Inoue for a fight. Do you think that Inoue should go back down to 115? Do you think that Inoue blatantly got out of 115 to avoid guys like a Surrounded Side? What's your thoughts?
I thought the fight was excellent last night, man. That fight was everything I expected, you know what I mean? Especially the 12th round, you know what I mean? These fellas wasn't on no Keith Thurman shit on his bicycle. Fellas was right in front of each other, slugging it out, you know what I mean? War. You know, and I had it a draw, actually, you know what I mean? But if I had the victory for anybody, it'd be 7-5 for Rungvisai. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't see Estrada winning the fight. You know, Estrada's a good counterpuncher, but I think that kind of held him back because at a point in time, Rungvisai was the one now waiting for the man to throw a lead punch, and when he wasn't, Rungvisai was landing that left-hand power shot all night, straight down the pipe, and that's why he wins. He ain't faking on his power hand. You know what I mean? Them fellas throwing it, and opponents know he throwing it, but he had the advantage. He was landing it straight down the pipe, you know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So,
yeah,
I think,
go ahead, man. Sorry.
I think the man Rungvisai, like I said, I had it a draw, but I could see 7-5 for Rungvisai because there was a couple rounds, especially the early rounds, which could have gone either way, like rounds 2 and 3, you know? But, Inoue has to fight the guy. I mean, it's a money division right now, more money division than bantamweight. You know what I mean? As far as little guys.
Gosh, you know Inoue ain't about that life, man. You know, Inoue ain't about that life.
Hey, he ain't about that life because it's Rungvisai who's going to be in front of him right now, and that's a scary dude right now, man. Rungvisai's top 10.
I got a question for Dan. Look, man.
What's up?
You asking everybody the same question. First, I'm gonna ask you: do you rate Ancajas or not? Do you rate him as a fighter?
Well, first of all, Ancajas is a champion, yes, but the fact that he deducted the one champion Inoue, I got a problem with that. He's been taking easy touch-ups as of late.
Yeah, I get that, but what you're doing is asking everybody like, "Yo, is Inoue a ducker?" When another champion didn't want to get it in with him on this card right here.
Guess what? That's
kind of fucked up, man. That's kind of fucked up.
First of all, Ancajas not even in the conversation. Why do you think he's not in the conversation?
No one cares about him anyway. No one cares about him anyway. We don't give a
He's a belt holder, though. He's a belt holder.
You just said you rate him as a fighter. You said no one cares about him.
No one cares about that. It's like the guy from Birmingham. Ain't no one cares that they ain't calling themselves the best. Like,
who's talking about Calified?
No, this guy calling him the best, man.
That's
hype job. Anyway, the hype job.
That's why on ESPN they're like, "Oh, the new Manny Pacquiao is here."
Yeah, they hyping for promotion than everybody else at 115.
He's not
hyping up.
Not like Pacquiao.
Hyping up.
And he even said,
hyping up.
Can I just say something controversial?
Can I just answer Naoya on that one, right? He never said that himself. He actually has gone out on record to say, "Please don't compare me."
I'm not holding that against him as a person. I'm holding that against.
No, I know that. I know that.
We're talking about,
I know that. I'm just saying.
Are we talking about Ancajas, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want to say this. I was going to say something controversial. Ancajas beats Srisaket.
He does.
Ancajas does beat. He beats the shit out. He knocks him out.
Yeah. Bring him in, and let's see what's going on because everyone thinks he can beat Srisaket. Bring him in. Everyone thinks he can beat Srisaket. He's the underdog. I get feedback.
His technique back up. His legs just as big. He's just as strong.
He's a very good boxer, Ancajas. He is.
Ancajas, right, is the reason why Naoya Inoue left motherfucking 115, in my opinion.
Then why didn't he fight him?
Oh, hell no.
Why didn't he fight him?
Hell no.
This dude, man, stop it. But B Marsh,
why didn't he fight him? He got off at the fight. This is many times.
It's down the man. It's down the man static. I'm trying to tell him. Down the man's got, man. His lips rubbing against him, causing static against the mic. You're too close to the mic now, Dan. You're too close. You're too close or you're too far away. Down the man.
B Marsh.
Hey,
no.
Crypto dollar.
Hey, AJ, be quiet. Now, go ahead, B Marsh. Finish your statement, man. Quiet, finish, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, as far as Ancajas, them fellas get more promotion out of all them super flyweights. He get more promotion than all of them. You know what I mean? With him being with Top Rank now on ESPN. So I would like to see the fight with Rungvisai. You know what I mean? I'd favor Rungvisai. If Estrada can't beat him, man, that man Ancajas ain't fucking with Rungvisai, man.
Well, you know what? There is a rematch, though. And you know what, though? There's a Superfly 3 coming up in the fall, and Tom Lofter did come out and said that he's going to try to make that rematch as a main event.
Making up stuff. Mate, that guy don't want to fight him. Let's move on.
He didn't say he wanted to.
He didn't say that. That's making up. That always does that, you know.
No, I didn't say it. No, I did not say it. Hold up.
No one said nothing like that. No one said that. Yeah, he's gonna do Superfly.
It would be a good idea. Yeah, it would be a good idea.
Don't stop lying. Trying it.
Anyway, when the fight comes up, I'm gonna bet some money, man.
Yeah, you can waste your money. Go waste your money. I'm gonna bet on Sonny. You know much money.
Hold up, let me
respond to Charlie real quickly. Charlie, I did not say that Estrada want the rematch. I said Tom Loeffler is trying to set that up. That's up to Estrada if he wants it. That's up to him.
Estrada wants it. Estrada beat him next time.
Okay, you think so? Okay. Fair enough.
Estrada wants it, man.
To me, that's just like
the fight was close. The first one.
And you want to double up because you keep losing.
You keep hating. Listen. See, the thing is now I like him, but now I was hating.
There won't be no Canelo GG coming up.
What about Triple G gonna get loose to Canelo? Everyone knows he's gonna lose to Canelo. His timing's off, man. Get out of here.
Yeah, but the truth is, that's only if they allow Canelo to box.
Yes, what do you mean allow?
I get your point.
Why you say allow?
Now I get it. But you see, the thing is, they can't protect neither fighter. You see, the problem is, right? Because what you're saying, I get what you're trying to say. Because the same thing happened with Canelo with Lara. Lara was on the back foot, boxed beautifully against Canelo. They gave it to Canelo because Canelo was aggressive.
Yeah.
So they know that Canelo has to. I get what you're saying. Oh, let's let Canelo go on the back foot because we know Triple G is going to come forward. The Triple G can't fight on the back foot. He can cut off the ring really well, but he can't fight on the back foot. He can box really well. And I get the point you're trying to say. They're trying to set it up so that Canelo can look good, run all night, basically use his youthfulness to beat Triple G.
No, you got it wrong. Actually, you were on the thing, but they want him. They want him to have. That's the pressure they're trying.
No one trying to understand 68 is complicated, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, so I stopped it. But listen to this, right? Listen to this. All I say is this, yeah. See, there you go. All I know is this, yeah. Someone's ass getting kicked, and they need to take it. Whether you could defend this guy, that guy, whatever.
Anyway,
what we got coming up this
to be honest,
weekend?
it was a good fight. It was a good fight. If you say that they won, that my brother won, Srisaket won, then fine. But however, I don't think it was that wide. But to be honest, it was very difficult. If you have a fight where it's very difficult for you to give to Estrada, as much as you love the way he boxed there, and at the end of the day, you think he just did enough to get a draw, then to be honest, other people are seeing it in terms of like the other guy. Maybe you're compensating for what you really like. I saw what was happening in that fight. I saw the tripping. I saw the knockdown. That wasn't a knockdown. It was just very, very difficult for Estrada because Estrada was hitting him with these punches, and the guy, it didn't even flinch. But you saw his face later. You knew that it had an effect. But
why is this Lewis Neary and the Shamanaka bum fight happening on a Thursday? Like, what kind of bum shit is that in Japan? Happens on a Thursday. What kind of main event happens on a Thursday?
That's how they do it in Japan.
I don't hear no bullshit. See, this is what I'm saying.
They
got no respect. They got no respect, yeah? Sergio Kobe fighting some bum, Ego, or whatever his name is. Yeah,
because Saturday, I'm going to tell you why they do it. It's because in Japan, Saturday is their Sabbath day. You see it?
That's their Sabbath, you know?
Yeah.
They're not Christian. They're not Christian.
I didn't say that.
You said Sabbath.
Don't try
to.
Let me finish.
Let Charlie
They have a Sabbath.
You know what he's trying to say.
Yeah, come on, man.
Charlie, go ahead.
Look, whatever religion or whatever Buddhism, whatever it is they say, whatever they think, on their day is Saturday, innit? So they don't have no fights, no gambling, no thing on no Saturday. That's their thing. All right? Simple as
Lewis Theory, why is he looks like a black dude? He's got black hair.
Yeah, I know.
He's a black Mexican. What the fuck, man? He's a black Mexican, man.
I don't know about that.
Black man.
Hey,
Esteban's cousin. Esteban's cousin right here.
68. You keep mentioning the tripping, and I want you to realize that's your boy fault. Like, you like Mayweather a lot. Mayweather didn't do a lot of tripping when he threw his sweeping left hook.
Yeah, but that's Mayweather.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. Let me get you to explain. Let me explain.
Nah, don't bother explain. People trip over southpaws.
No. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's bullshit. You know better than everybody else, yeah?
This
is not an argument that you and I just having for the first time. This is something people have talked about for years and years and years.
Dude is taking the lead from him, and you cannot throw. Okay, well, fuck it. I ain't talking to you then. I ain't talking to you.
You understand me?
Let me just say the point.
You lecture me. I heard enough about all the time.
Wait.
I'm not interested.
Hold up. Relax. I got Charlie. I got it. Low. Yeah. Now I'm gonna get to that. Low, say your piece. Then you respond to that.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be some lecture that I'm not interested in, bro.
I'm not talking to you then. If that's how you got
good. Okay, cool.
What's the topic? If we looking at the lead feet, it's the boy throwing the damn left hook when he got the inside foot. You can't do that shit. You gotta, if a dude throwing a straight left hand at you and you got the inside foot, you gotta make your outside your out. That's why Mayweather ain't tripping over people's feet. He don't give up the lead foot on the outside. So I'm not.
Mayweather never tripped.
Look, all I can say,
Very good point.
But he didn't trip. He did not trip.
Mayweather never tripped.
He never tripped repeatedly.
Oh, you telling me he didn't have difficulty with jab judo?
Estrada was getting punked.
He didn't have problems with jab judo.
That's all.
He didn't actually get away with like a knockdown.
I'm not talking about. We talking about making adjustments repeatedly.
Adjustments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying Mayweather making adjustments. We're talking about people. Yeah. Having difficulties with southpaws, and that is part of the problem. You understand me? Because you have to keep on going to his right, and feet get caught up. Now, if you feel that he hasn't got the awareness, despite it all, fine, fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's known. It's a known fact. You understand me? I'm not prepared to have these lectures with you all the time. I love what you do.
I wasn't trying to lecture you. I wasn't lecturing you. I was just making a point to you.
I'm just not interested.
I like that one. That's hard.
It's a bunch of rude shit, man. I just make a point. You keep talking about tripping. I want to make you.
So let's talk about competitive fights, right? Demetrius Bivol is going to get Sullivan Burra. That's a competitive fight. Another competitive fight. Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz. And let's talk about this Bivol and Sullivan Burra, because I don't care about the Kovalev fight. This fight is a layup. This Bivol fight is a legit. That's a legit fight. Sullivan Burra is on a tear. He's on a tear. He's been active for a bit, but I like that fight. What's everyone's take on the Sullivan Burra? That's an excellent fight. You got number 6 versus number 7. Right? Oh, you got Bivol? I'm going with Sullivan Burra. I like Sullivan Burra.
It's a fucking dope fight, though. More fights like that.
I like it. Next week.
It's better than the main event. It's better than the fucking main
it's better than the main event. That's the real fight right there. That's the real.
Are you talking about Kovalev and McAlpin? Whatever that name is.
Eagle. He's going to be Eagle guy. No one cares about it. Eagle something.
But I want to see Kovalev get the hands off on dude. Kovalev fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie. That motherfucker.
Man, I don't care about no Kovalev, man.
McAlpin's gonna make Kovalev look bad, I think.
Man, fuck that. Kovalev gonna beat the face off that boy.
Ain't no one cares about that Kovalev. Only one cares about Kovalev. It's 68. 68 the only cares.
I know
68 the only person who cares about Kovalev. 68 the only person who cares about Kovalev. And it's 68. You know you don't want to care about Kovalev right here.
It's not like I care about him such. I like watching him once in a while.
You say your favorite fighter. You say your favorite fighter. Of all time.
Bivol might be the future. Bivol might be the future. Bivol might be the future. If Bivol get beat by Barrera, that's easily. Don't even talk about Shabransky no more. Don't talk about Joe Smith. Finally talk about a real good win.
Here we go. You're setting up. You're setting up for it. Go on. Let it rip. Go on. Let it rip. Go on.
Who y'all got winning that fight?
Man, Barrera might be like a 3-1 underdog, man.
Can we go one by one and talk about this fight?
I say right.
Go one by one and talk about this fight.
I got Barrera. Someone talk about
it. EJ, can we start with
It's a tough fight because, the man Barrera is kind of chinny, man. I've seen everybody he fight put him on the cameras. Everybody. Since I've seen him versus Andre Ward.
I'm going by his last fight, man. Who did he beat up in his last fight? He beat up who?
Broke the kid's jaw.
Exactly who?
Murderer's Row, right? He beat up Murderer's Row. Did he beat up Murderer's Row in his last fight?
I think it was Joe Smith Jr.
No, his last.
No. Oh, so Joe Jr.
His last fight.
No, his last fight was against a Dominican dude.
Right.
Then he go Shabransky. Who beat up Shabransky?
3-1 underdog. He's like a 3-1 underdog, bro. So if you really believe in him, you can go get paid today.
Well, the thing is,
I don't know if I believe in him.
That guy
Barrera
is the
Barrera
to get the title.
Yeah.
You said what?
Go ahead now.
I think Bivol's gonna beat Barrera.
The guy I think Bivol's gonna win it. Is the same guy that Bivol beat to get his title.
I'm going with Barrera.
Bivol gonna beat him. Bivol's gonna beat him.
I'm going with Bivol on that one, man. I think I like Barrera. Here's the thing. I like Barrera, but the problem is that he gets put down and fights even against guys.
It's not even that. Let's not even look at that. Can I just say this? The truth of the matter is, I watched both of them.
No, we don't want to hear you lecture us.
No, I'm not going to give you lecture. I'm giving my opinion.
I'm just fucking.
No, let him talk.
I'm just fucking.
Hold up. Be quiet. Let's see.
Here's the thing. I watched both of them in the gym. And what I noticed is that Bivol is very unorthodox. He's just very, very unorthodox. He's very, very, he's very different. You know what I mean? I mean, when you pay attention to him, he's going to be extraordinary. But, however, Barrera is technically sound. But he's just technically sound and beautiful. But Bivol's going to beat him. Thank you. It is what it is. You're going to watch it. You're going to like it. You're going to become fans just like you are of Srisaket right now.
Bivol will beat the lineal champion. He's about one of the only ones that will beat the lineal champion. I'm telling you right now. That motherfucker's the truth. That boy is something wrong with him, man. He an athlete. Okay. He all over the place. Straight punches. He's a beast.
Straight punches. Got good balance.
He's a beast. High work rate.
Yeah, but then again, though, he's inexperienced. You see, that's another thing.
Fuck that shit.
Who you got, Beast? I got Barrera. Who you got, Beast? I got Barrera. Who you got?
I'm going for Barrera, bro.
Yeah, I got Barrera, bro.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Contenders.
I would like that to be. I like that to happen, but I'm saying that people just
only had 12
very,
fights,
very
man.
unorthodox.
The dude's only had 12 fights, man. 12 fights.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's inexperienced, but here's the thing. I just think that the guy he has experience in the WSB. He's very, very good. So, and hey, you're gonna see something. You're gonna see something like Usyk. Honestly,
I don't care about them dudes. I don't care about them dudes.
I don't care about. I'm just being objective here.
Bill will be them.
I don't care about none. I don't care about no dribble. I don't care about no dribble. I don't care about no dribble.
Hold up.
Dribble.
Man, hey, look, if they put Bivol in with Pascal 2 years ago, Pascal wouldn't have got to fight them other fight. He would have ended his career. Something wrong with the dude.
Well, that's yet to be seen. But anyways, let's talk about the other one. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that. That's the one. Where's Charlie at? Let Charlie get his meat. Let Charlie get his go ahead, Charlie.
Who are we talking about?
Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz.
The Alabama windmill.
To tell you the truth, look, it's a fight that Wilder should win with ease, right?
No.
Wait. Let me finish. Let me say my piece.
All right, go ahead, man.
Really and truly, it's a fight where the stature of Wilder, he should be able to walk through Ortiz, but it's not going to happen, man. I just think Ortiz will beat him on points. I do. I really do. And I think I tell you, I don't have a lot of confidence in Wilder's ability. He's gonna have to make me a believer in this fight. This is where I believe in Wilder. It's taken a long time, but unfortunately, he doesn't have that Klitschko factor like AJ has. This is it for me. If he beats Ortiz, then yeah, I believe it. But me, I think he's a little bit wild. He's unorthodox. He's quick. He's agile, but he ain't gonna have enough for Luis Ortiz, man. Luis Ortiz is hungry as well. Another thing. Wait a second. Wilder's been, to me, he's been blazing weed. He's been on Atlanta Housewives, and he's looking ahead. Every single interview, he's looking ahead. Like when they're asking him about Ortiz, he don't seem focused to me. He just seems like he's focused on what's on the horizon. And for me, that I've seen that happen a lot of times when a man look past their opponent. And he's going to be made to pay next week. I got Ortiz winning it, but if Wilder does win it, he'll win it by knockout, and it will be in under 6 rounds. That's how I see it.
Charlie, I dig what you're saying, yeah. But here's the thing: I agree with like 90% of what you're saying, right? But here's the thing: I think that Deontay Wilder isn't looking past Ortiz. I think he's taking him very, very seriously. The truth of the matter is, he knows he's covering up his insecurities with a bunch of bullshit. That's what I think. So, and he's telling you definitely that I'm confident. Like he's trying to reassure himself. He knows he's got a very difficult fight on his hands, but he wants to make it appear as if he's looking past this guy. He's going to make an example of him and so on and so forth. But he knows that he questions himself just like everybody else questions him. I mean, he doesn't live in a bubble. He doesn't live in the bubble of those gentlemen over there who constantly blow smoke up his ass. That's a recent thing, to be honest. So I feel bad.
Who is those gentlemen over there? Who is that?
He doesn't have to mention Wilder. Yeah, you don't have to mention him. You don't have to mention him. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna talk about LDBC, man. Come on.
Yeah. Hold on. Guys, hold on. Stay on point. Go ahead, 68. Finish the point, man.
They're coming for Dan anyway. Don't worry, they're gonna come for Dan.
You're trying to instigate shit.
I thought he was talking about the UK. Man, my bad.
Yeah, so basically, what I feel is that, you know, he really believes, he's been reassured with the boxing voice. I mean, they've dedicated a lot of time to him.
Yes,
but here's the thing: if you go on any of the other fighters' channels, right, you're gonna see Jared Hurd going crazy. Jared Hurd's gonna. Can we talk about that later? And Lara, he's gonna kill Lara.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be very similar to what we saw with Srisaket. But however, you see a lot of them training hard. Whenever you see Deontay Wilder, you see an interview or maybe shadow boxing, it just doesn't seem like he wants to show you how floppy or terrible he is, even in training. There's a lot of
that's some heat right there. Shit.
That's just more or less like what I get from him, and I think he's very.
Hold on, we gotta get one to sway. Who that be dropping the bombs?
You know what?
Who that be dropping the bombs on the radio?
There's only a few Wilder.
Hold on, let him keep burning. Let him burn. That's one of them bombs. Keep burning, 68. Come on.
Now, because he was saying. Let him finish. Let 68.
Yeah,
every time I'm dropping bombs with you. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that he knows that he's got to get out of jail free card. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted, right? What's that?
That's one of the bombs somebody brought.
All right, cool. Yeah. So basically, he knows that he's got to get out of jail free card, which is the right hand. Yeah. But then again, he's going to question himself once in a while that what if it doesn't really work? You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's a very experienced veteran. You understand me?
This is my thing, 68.
He doesn't look fast, but he just looks like your kind of guy that could really give you problems.
He's not very fast, but he's very accurate. And
that guy, when I saw him training, have you seen the Luis Ortiz training video?
Yes, I have. I've got it.
If I saw that from Deontay Wilder, then I might be a believer. But all I see is him talking a bunch of shit when he's sweating a bit after whatever he might have done. He's not shy to put boxing up there, but you never see him do anything really technically difficult. You know what I'm saying? You never see he doesn't run, but you know he doesn't.
You're saying he's a drug addict, man. You're saying a drug addict and he's uncoordinated. Listen. You're talking about you're saying like Deontay Wilder is one of the most. No. I'm talking to 68. 68 saying he's a drug addict. He's after he's done something. Let me tell you something there. Yeah, you are.
I didn't say
he's a drug addict. You said, what are you saying then? When he's after he's done something, he's sweating. What do you mean? What are you talking about when he's
he doesn't work hard enough.
Ortiz gonna kill that cornball, man. Let's just
let's play.
The tape said he gonna 6'7", slinky, lanky, slick ass dude, right?
Some hating ass dudes.
Yeah, Wilder ain't a cornball, bro.
That nigga's a cornball.
How's he cornball?
That nigga's a cornball.
Hold on. Hating ass dude.
Jesus Christ. No. Hold on.
That nigga told a black fighter, no, you're too disrespectful.
Who's a cornball?
Cornball.
Why is he cornball? Why is he cornball?
Why is he told a black fighter?
Why is he a cornball?
If I'm gonna answer and you keep telling me
why answer the goddamn question? Why is it cornball?
This man tells a black fighter, "You too disrespectful." Then he go disrespecting black fighter. Man, fuck that cornball. Ortiz gonna fuck his lanky ass up. The tape said if he win, he win. But the tape said his motherfucking ass can't fight.
Go ahead, Rock. Rock. Say something, Rock. Go ahead, Rock.
Hating ass dude.
Yeah, go ahead, Rock.
I don't understand why he going so hard right now. Like, don't watch it.
The nigga's a hoe. The nigga's a hoe. Listen.
Fuck that shit.
The thing is this. What I was saying, I don't have no confidence in his ability. That's what it is for me. The way he is, he's way too. There's unorthodox, and then there's just like right. You just improvising.
Charlie,
you just improvising as you go along.
Deontay Wilder, if he acted that way and he could be like Floyd, or not like Floyd, but be a good boxer.
Fuck that.
Just be the shit. Man, you would know that motherfucker.
Man, you hating ass.
I'm hating. I'm hating. Like everybody else, mate.
Why he only fight light skinned dudes?
You love him.
You hating ass Alabama.
You love him, man. You love him as Alabama.
That nigga brought three. That nigga gave three. That nigga gave three Polish niggas a shot in the American fight.
Loving ass dude.
Fuck that, man. Go in.
Loving ass dude. Why a loving ass dude?
So he told his brother. He told he gonna put his brother face down.
I hate him like that, man.
You hating ass Alabama. He's a hating ass Alabama.
No. Let's tell the truth. This motherfucker brought three Polish motherfuckers over here. And the black fighter said, "Oh, you're too disrespectful, man. Get your weak ass on, man."
That's right.
I hope Luis Ortiz knock his goddamn teeth down his throat.
Listen. If you want to fight the best, take the test. That's what I'm saying. Take this test because you need to get ready for the rest. That's what I'm talking about. Get out of here, man.
He saw Ortiz as beast.
I want a beast, man.
Let me be quick. It's gonna be quick. Charlie, listen. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, you're a big fan of Ortiz, right? Do you believe he drug cheated or not? Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm not. Let me just say, I'm not a big fan of Ortiz. I'm a believer in his boxing ability, and no, I don't think he drugs cheated. The first time he did, he got caught. Second time, no, he didn't. And I know why they've done it. I know exactly why they've done it because mud sticks, and it's you lot are proving that, and that's another reason for me. One second, Naoya. That's another reason for me. Don't get me wrong. I know people are going to make their points, this, that, and the third. It's another reason for me that I reckon he's going to win as well. This is another thing. All these things you have to take into factor. People calling him old doesn't bother him at all. But people saying that he's a drugs cheat, he's this. Did you hear what people are saying over here? David Hay, Tony Bellew and all that. He should be banned for life. Rare. Oh, come on, man. Them man are hating. Them man need to get through each other in May 5th. They don't need to be worrying about Ortiz and hating. He's unbeaten, he's southpaw, tricky, and he can box. And a lot of people don't like that. Whether he's 48, 58, 68, I don't care. The guy's going in that ring. He's going in that ring next week. He's going to outbox Wilder. I'm not saying that he's going to knock him out, but I'm saying he'll win. If it goes the distance, he'll win. Unless they rob him. Unless they straight
that man going 12 rounds.
What's that
movie where they said they killed cornbread? That's where he gonna do that fucking. He killed cornball.
You hating ass dude. Fuck him. Hating ass. Listen. Let me tell you something. He gonna listen. He's the most feared guy in boxing with the highest knockout in boxing. You ain't got no respect for your American. The only one respect is Dan and the other American dude. The American dude didn't hang out. The other American dude didn't hang out. He keeping it real. You guys are disgusting. You guys are disgusting. You got heavyweight champion.
I'm fucking with Wilder, man.
Yeah, why you saying that, Big Mosh? Why you saying that when they're rinsing them out? They got no respect, no respect for the skill. The Alabama windmill is going to be coming through, putting bombs and stuff. Right, you're taking that as a diss now. The windmill comes from Harry Grebner. He's called the Pittsburgh windmill. And that wasn't no joke now. I mean it seriously. He's a windmill. He's going to mess you up, bro. He's going to mess you up, man. The windmill's going to mess you up, man.
Hold on, guys. Let me say something. Let me say something, EJ. All you guys are saying this about Wilder, man. Y'all gonna eat your words come Saturday. I'm gonna say that right now.
I don't mind my words. It doesn't make a difference to me. He has an LPL card, and that's the right hand.
Dan, I'll say this, right? I'm probably due a prediction that goes wrong, but let me tell you this. So far, I've been right. People were telling me I was wrong about the George Groves thing, and I'm saying that Wilder to me is a hype joke. He's an even bigger hype joke than Chris Eubank.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not.
You're gonna be eating your words come Saturday. I know it.
I want to hear beats. I want to hear beats. Where's beats at? Where beats at?
Wait. Hold up.
Hey, beats,
Billy Joe. Hey, Eubank at least been in with 2 world-class fighters. I don't know one my boy Wilder been in with. Not one.
First of all, no. I'm talking to Charlie. How exactly is Wilder more of a hype job than Eubank? Explain to me what win does Eubank have that's better than Wilder's? Other than Arthur Abraham was way shot over the hill.
Leave them. I want to hear where Beast is at. Where Beast? They can't explain himself. Where Beast at?
No,
Beast, you
I
there?
can't explain myself, but keep trying to bring in Beats. Wait for Beats. I'll wait for Beats to say what he said, and I'll answer them.
Yeah, I want to hear what Beast has to say. Go ahead, Beast.
Well, I can say one thing. Let me say something. Hold on. I can agree that Wilder has not been one of the most exciting champions. I will say he has been disappointing. I will admit that. He is, but he's not a high. To say he's a high job, that's over the hill, man. That mean over the top.
Go ahead, Beast.
Over the top.
Right? It's a 50-50, right? Basically, 2 punches. Whoever lands first, whoever has more craft. So if Wilder hasn't learned anything, right, since he's beats the burn, listen, all the talking because let me tell you this now, right? This isn't no hate. The reason he is talking so much is to hide a lot of stuff as well. Right? Anyone who don't believe that, even Ali did it, but Ali did it because he was insecure, but he found out he was a great fighter in the end. Now, Wilder may be a great fighter in the end, but what right now, right? We listen. There's a good chance if Ortiz takes away that right hand, and Wilder don't have great footwork. Everyone keeps saying Wilder's fast. He's got a great right hand. He's not fast. When's he fast?
Yep.
Right?
He's very agile, but he's not. That's right. Yep.
Dude. Tony Bellew, you know what time it is.
Right hand
Tony Bellew, know what time it
is. I don't listen to Bellew, man. Because
Tony Bellew is a bad dude. Tony Bellew. I'm not having a one-on-one with you, Charlie. I'm just talking in general. Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew. Yo, stop crying, man. Low place, because you're gonna be crying on the weekend. You're gonna be crying on the weekend.
Trying to give up a guy that got KO'd at light heavyweight to get wild.
Dude. Hold on. He beat David Haye. At the time, David Haye was credible.
I didn't finish my point.
Oh, sorry, B. So my bad. Go ahead, B.
Right. So basically, if Ortiz is studying to take away the right hand, like Spilka took away Wilder's right hand. You know when Spilka lost? When he got aggressive. When he got aggressive, he got knocked out. Right? Ortiz, to me, is technically better than Spilka. I don't know if he's faster, but he's technically more skilled. And hey, listen, this is a good fight. It's a great fight. We're gonna see. Next week will prove if he's all bluster. Next week will prove.
Tony Bellew, right? David Haye at a time, they were saying there was a poll that if David Haye fought Anthony Joshua, this is when he got the first belt against Martin, that David Haye would beat Anthony Joshua. That's what people were saying, right? David Haye winning the fight with Tony Bellew. Everyone had him winning. Everyone. Me, I just laughed it off and thought, come on, this is an easy fight for him. Just a warm up before he gets on and fights the proper heavyweights. And Tony Bellew beat him, right? And beat him fair and square, whatever. Now we're looking at when Tony Bellew was talking, he said he hugged Wilder. Wilder hugged him and tickled his own chin. He said that arm reach he's got. One minute. He said that arm reach he's got with the leverage. The thing is, I'm in the gym all the time, right? With the amateur fighters, right? Especially with guys over 6 foot. I always told them, why are you fighting short? You're tall, guys. Stay tall. And what you need to do when you throw your punches, it's the end of your punches because it generates all of your power at the end of your thing. Wilder has delivered that. That's why his KOs are so devastating. At the end of his punches, before Ortiz can get in there, it's a wrap, bro. Anything he lands on, it's just going to detonate. 1 minute, I ain't finished. 1 minute any lands on is going to detonate. Now, if he loses, I was wrong. It's all good. But let me tell you something, bro. All I know is this. Ortiz inactive. I don't care about the age, right? Because the guy keeps himself in good age. And black don't crack. We all know that, right? So what I'm saying to you is this, when he goes in the ring, Ortiz, he has to deal with the idea that he's been inactive. He ain't had that many rounds. He hasn't gone 12 rounds. Wilder, on the other hand, has been 12 rounds once in his career at least. And Wilder's coming into this fight's confidence. If Wilder can't win this fight, then all the criticism you levy on him is deserved. But he's going to win the fight. There's no doubt about it. And AJ is gonna have to come see him because this guy Ortiz, and no one could tell me, is the most dangerous man in the division. Second most dangerous is Povetkin. Second dangerous is Povetkin. So Povetkin is going against David Price. 1 minute. Going against David Price, and then the winner of that one, Wilder might take on Povetkin next because he wants to take that Russian on a permanent vacation as well. Go ahead.
Watch out Wilder's going to act towards the Russian. Watch out, he's going to be nice and polite and all that. But that's not even the point here. The point is this, right? You see, the thing is, when you talk about Tony Bellew, and you're actually quite right in a lot of stuff you just said right now. A lot of it was actually quite good. But when you got to that Tony Bellew thing, and he wrapped his arms around him and stuff like that, the thing with me and Tony Bellew is this, and I swear to God, I was thinking about this the other day. What makes Tony Bellew so fucking significant? He beat a David Haye, who was obviously injured. And that one still fought until about what round was it? 11th, one of the late rounds or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If the guy was injured, he gets a lot of credit for it, despite the fact when you saw the X-ray of the guy's leg, he was like fucking spaghetti. And everybody keeps on giving the whole bunch of credit to Tony Bellew. I think
David Haye to keep missing all wildly and shit. Come on, man.
That Ortiz is just gonna let Wilder blast him, right?
Ortiz, Bellew wouldn't fight Ortiz either, though. Like that's what, like Ortiz, Bellew be like Ortiz, fuck no, why would I fight him? Hell no.
That's why he was gonna fight Wilder though. He was gonna fight Wilder though. He was gonna fight Wilder.
No. EJ. I was just about to get to that, right? That's the thing that I don't like, Bellew, right? He was all calling out Wilder after he was gassed. You could tell he was gassed after he beat Haye. He was doing the interview. He had AJ hugging him, and he was just gassed. He was just emotional. Yeah, I could take on Parker. Yeah, I could take on this one. Parker's light got taken, and now it's been taken by AJ, right? So where's he got to go? Where's all the talk of Wilder? Yeah, I'd knock you out. Did you see when they were arguing at that press conference?
Yeah, that was at the Klitschko weigh-in.
Yeah, where they had it wasn't really an argument, but they were just having a back and forth, right? That you notice how that stopped after a few months, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm not really a heavyweight. I'm going to go back down to cruiserweight now and fight the winner of the World Boxing Super Series." You know why? Because he was gassed. He's been on gas. He's been on hot air ever since he won Haye, and it is true. We have to see it like this: Haye got humbled because Haye thought he was going to come there and annihilate Tony, and Tony has got humbled as well because he's realized, oh shit, I beat a guy with one leg for 5 rounds really, and I couldn't really knock him out. His actual corner had to throw in the towel. So let's be real. He has to put things into perspective. That's why he ain't talk about Wilder, because he knows Wilder will light his ass up. This was the same thing he was doing with Oval McKenzie as a light heavyweight, right? He couldn't even beat that 50-year-old Yardy. You understand? Yes. He knocked him down, and then he beat him, but I'm just saying, he knocked him down, though, in that fight. McKenzie knocked him down, and then he had to give him a rematch to put himself right. He did the same thing with Isaac Chilemba. You understand? Whenever he starts talking shit, he either loses or he just looks bad. And it always seems to be black man, not being funny. Same thing he did with Adonis Stevenson. Try intimidate him, and then he got punched up.
Call him a midget.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that was the best. Hey, that was the best punch up I ever saw. And
it was funny, man.
That was the best punch up I ever saw.
I got Deontay Wilder on the phone. Hey, champ, what do you think about this upcoming fight?
What, man? Diamonds,
man. That's funny. Now.
I can't wait to I'm gonna open a can of fucking corn, throw it on the fucking.
I tell you this time.
I gotta direct this to low place. I'm back. Hold up, EJ. Hold up, EJ.
I don't want anyone.
Hold on, EJ. Let me direct this to low because I want to ask this question. Rock can probably jump in too. If Wilder is such a cornball, because I'm really curious about this. If he's such a cornball, then why in the world are you wasting your time talking about that man 24/7?
Yeah, yo, it's good to see this nonsense and point it out and say, don't be like that. So that's why, I mean, if he can get right, all blessings to him. I don't hold nobody.
Undefeated knockout artist with the WBC championship.
I don't give a fuck about his record. He ain't fucking fought nobody. He ain't done a goddamn thing. Nothing. He ain't fighting.
Right. He just knocked out a whole bunch of grown men.
He took a fucking vacant title. He took a vacant title when the lineage was there. That nigga fought a fucking 6'1" fat boy. Come on, man.
He fought the champ though, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
You say that about Joshua when he fought what's his name?
And Joshua made his
shit. How do you fight Baker's title?
You think I was fucking?
Hold on,
EJ, I gave him that. EJ, let him go. EJ, I gave him.
Rock and low place. Y'all go at it. Everybody else mute. Go ahead.
I'm gonna treat you like Pillow. They gonna call you Pillow 89 after this shit. Don't do this.
No, don't you say that, bro. Don't be disrespecting. But go ahead. Y'all two go ahead.
I said what I had to say. If he's so horrible, what's the point of talking about?
You asked me why is Joshua's title validated if he fought for a vacant as well?
That's not what I asked you.
You seen him. You did. You said, okay, so what about Joshua's vacant title? He fought for vacant. You said that.
I didn't say that either. His title wasn't vacant either.
He did. Joshua didn't win a vacant title, but you're talking about the level of competition they fight to win their titles. You brought that up, right?
Yeah, I said if you have a problem with the way Wilder won his title, why didn't you say that about Joshua?
I did. See, that's the thing about that with Joshua. Then I wouldn't know. I wouldn't hype about him. Hold on, Beats. Hold on, Beats. I wouldn't hype on Joshua. Then I was just like, let him do more. And you know what he went on to do? More. That's the point. That's he did more, and now he's going for a third title in what 21 fucking fights. Wilder, my guy, got 40 fights, and my man ain't got nobody on the resume to make me say, he don't, because he says shit like, don't disrespect me or you won't get a title shot, and then he says it's either about the belt or it's about the money. Pick one, and then he sits in there and sweeps everything he says away when it comes to him being on the same shit. So I can't fuck with that, man. Anybody who fuck with him,
want Wilder to step up his competition,
and I'm happy with this fight. But at the end of the day, I think he's getting worked.
You want him to step up his competition.
He's got a good fight coming up, but I think he's getting worked. I think it's a reason.
My question: do you want him to step up his competition?
Man, that's a dumbass question. Of course, I want to see the best fights, the best.
So
period.
You still calling him corny for stepping up his competition?
3 years, bro.
He's doing what you asked him to do.
Bro, listen to this. It took him 3 to 4 years to fight this man. He could have did this a long fucking time ago.
But is he fighting?
Yes, he is today, and he still looks like a massive underdog. And that's all.
Yeah, but listen, you can't be a stickler. You can't be a stickler for that. Basically, Lopez is absolutely right. Yeah, and you're trying to trap him. You understand me? He's absolutely right. Yeah, you know there's two. Wait.
No, hold on. We don't got to do that.
Wait. Let me just finish.
No, I got him.
Lopez, let me finish, bro. Let me finish. No. Let me finish. Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah. Basically, it's too little, too late. It's as simple as that. Put it in that context. Right. It is what it is.
For real.
Yo, I went hard on you, Beck Jr. I went hard on you, Beck Jr. But if Wilder loses, he's getting even worse treatment.
He said you down if you do, down if you ain't. That's what he's trying to say. Lopez is saying. Right? So don't want you trying to trap no one. He's trying to say it doesn't matter what he does. You're going to do it anyway.
You know he's trying to trap him. It's too little, too late. Yeah. If you see it differently, fine. It's no big deal. It is what it is.
I think I'm talking about it. Why does it matter?
Same people.
Yeah, we're just having a chat.
Let me put out a huge fucking bias.
Hold on. 68. No, hold up. Let me ask 68 this question. Hold up. Let me ask 68 this question. 68. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if Wilder does beat Ortiz, you're saying that win does not matter. Is that what you're saying? Because it's too late.
Why wouldn't it matter? It matters, but it doesn't matter that much.
It doesn't matter that much because he waited too late.
You guys are haters, man.
Yes.
You guys are severe haters. You guys are severe haters, man. I can't believe I'm hearing this. I don't fight the fight. You just want to keep in the bracket. You just want to keep in the hate bracket. You hating.
I'm hating. I don't need to hate. I don't need to hate. If he
you are.
I can bring out the biggest bias.
Hating ass. You guys are hating ass.
You loving that? Listen, bro.
I can bring out the biggest bias. I can bring out the biggest fucking bias.
No. Let 68 respond.
Let me just finish. Let me just say this, right? I'm not hating on the brother, right? I don't like his boxing skills. I don't have to like his boxing skills. You understand me? Yeah, it's not simple as that. I think it's a little. Here's the problem. After he beats Ortiz, regardless, just because of the build-up and all the controversy and the politics, he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. I can agree with that. Here's the problem, because if he beats Ortiz, it also depends on how he beats Ortiz. If he knocks Ortiz out, they're going to say Ortiz was old and inactive, something I heard EJ say himself. They're going to use it against Wilder. You understand me? If he takes too long, that means that he's no match for AJ. That'll build the fight, but he's still going to lose in terms of credibility. it is what it is because nobody's impressed with this fight as such.
That's some hating ass dude. That's some hating ass dude at 68. And you're right. But let me tell you something. But that's why. Hey, but 68. Let me tell you 68. Yeah, the difference is 68. We control the narrative down here. So what we're saying, I ain't worried about no one else. I'm talking about you. Like we asked you the question. So we're talking about you. How you already putting this out there to give yourself cover, but trying to you just hating him. It don't matter what he does.
It's not hating.
Yeah, you are.
You know, he just played double advocate. Listen.
He held him out 3 years. He held him out 3 years. He don't like that.
You guys are bad, man. Go ahead, please.
EJ, let me ask you a question then. Sorry, Beats, because you know about
let
this.
Let Beats burn. So 68 forget. Let Beats burn. So 68 can forget the question. Go ahead.
When Joshua beat Klitschko, right? At first, the Wilder fans, they weren't really complaining, but when they hold on, there's British black guys at the time. Then all of a sudden, then they started. What's Wilder doing? Then all of a sudden, you only beat an old guy who's going to retire anyway.
Exactly. Thank you. What's good for the goose?
Even Wilder was
gander.
Ask Wilder this, right? If that win was so insignificant against Klitschko, why did you travel all the way from America to commentate on the fight?
He never said that.
Exactly.
When did Wilder say that? Wilder never said that.
He did say it.
He didn't say that because he didn't say that. You know why he said that? He said it after they try to do him on the percentages. Eddie Hearn tried to talk
Wilder
shit.
lover, man. He always got an excuse for Wilder. He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
He did it. Eddie Hearn tried to do it. Eddie tried to bum him. Tried to give him 25%. He go, Wilder don't deserve it. He should only get 25% or something. Eddie Hearn, he was directing at Eddie Hearn. That's what that was, man.
EJ, the way you felt afterwards about that new way, you doing that Wilder.
I ain't doing that. Well, get out of here. It's not the same. Not the same. No place.
You can't wait to get out. If Wilder wins, right? If Wilder wins,
ask me that question. Ask me that question, 68. Ask me that question. Go ahead, Beats. Ask me that question, 68.
Just with everything from a token nigger who's got British privilege, right? To a bodybuilding, pumped up drug addict, right? And they've done everything to do better. So don't tell me he's no hate. Ain't no hate. What's good for
over here?
And he the token nigga. The ring used him as the fucking token nigga, not to give Joshua the fucking ring belt. Because he made himself coon worthy. And when you do that, they use you.
What?
They use you.
What you say?
He made himself he's a hater.
Listen. Stop that talk about coon now.
Cornball, coon ass.
Stop it. Low place, but we don't use them.
I don't use them words. They don't know
right. Man, if the shoe fit, he threw the punches and y'all defended him. He said the same shit about another black man, and that's who y'all defended.
What's going on?
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. First of all,
Joshua told this man he was a token. Excuse me. Wilder told.
Let me say something. Hold up. Let me say something, bro. You can criticize Wilder. That's fine. Hold up. You can criticize Wilder. That's fine. You can critique a fighter, but you can't even give us a good reason why he's a coon. You just throwing it out there just to defend. No, hold up.
Dan, now we're going on this coon.
No.
Hold up. No one's giving me a good reason why Anthony Joshua is a token privileged nigga.
There we go. That's true. That's true, B.
Both ways. Yeah? Both ways.
That's right.
Guess what?
Because he's done everything right.
That's the word coon. I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying.
Let me respond to Beats. Guess what? Wilder's equally wrong for saying that to Joshua. I totally get your argument right there. But at the same time, for him to say, for you to say he's a coon, man, come on. That 2 rounds don't make it right.
Wait.
I'm calling him Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Go ahead, 68. Go ahead.
Dan, you acted like Fox News right there. I don't like that.
What?
You acted like Fox News. Yeah, you did. You said that Wilder's just as culpable as Joshua. How?
Why did I say that? Wait a minute. Where'd you get that from?
What did you say? You say Wilder's just as culpable, as guilty as somebody else, or somebody else, just as responsible. Yeah, as responsible for something as somebody else.
68. I just said 2 rounds. I said 2 rounds don't make it right. First of all, Anthony Joshua is not what Wilder says he is, and Wilder's not a coon. That's all I said. How's that?
You comparing it to low place?
I would tell you how.
Yes, exactly.
You asked me how he's a
coon. I thought you were comparing to another fight.
You asked me how he's a coon, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. He's put himself in. Look here. He told black fighters, "You cannot because you disrespected me." You think Spilka was respectful when he was mocking how he was slapping and shit and talking shit before the fight? You think that wasn't fucking disrespectful? But black fighters can't do it. Oh, they too disrespectful. You can't fight me. And then he go do the same shit to another. He do the same shit to another black man that's done more than him. Because the LDBC put a fucking battery in his back, and now he's coon worthy. And now the Ring TV, who is fucking
Lord. First of all, we ain't talking.
Don't like this.
No, I'm gonna say that. No, I'm gonna ban that word on my channel. Number one.
There we go. Fine. Protect them. That's protection, baby. You remember when you was telling me, oh, Adonis don't like to talk about the ring.
You gonna be quiet? Hey, bro, this is my channel.
Now you protecting this coon.
Be quiet, little man. Hey, little man, be quiet.
You protecting this coon.
No, be quiet. It's my channel.
We're insulting each other now.
No.
I ain't gonna insult him.
No, Charlie. No, first of all, be quiet. Relax your ponytail and let me speak. Okay. Now let me just say this again. All right. You calling the man a coon. You don't even know what the word means. In fact, you can't.
No, we're not talking about coon. We all know what it means.
Exactly.
I won't say coon, but I want to point out a difference here. When you came on my channel before, and you and MBT both, you guys have heard me speak about Adonis being a pimp and all that other shit. But when I told y'all, hey, yo, let's get that out the way. Let's go on to the next. No, man, you protecting him. You protect, even though you got the burn on it. Now I say this man is what he is, and y'all sitting there got a problem because you protecting that.
Wilder more. I have criticized Wilder on most cases as a Wilder fan than anyone else, bro.
I think Dan, we have to take into perspective. I'm talking about the topic about Wilder, right? So we'll go off this coon thing, right?
Yeah, let's get off that.
Let's keep it on topic, right?
Right.
The reason why it's come underneath criticism is because he hasn't fought the right level of opposition at the right time for everybody involved in boxing. Hardcore fans, journalists, people involved in boxing. He hasn't done enough to get everybody's confidence in his abilities. That is as simple as that, right?
I agree.
Now, another thing was, and Beats is right, when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, Joshua, that is, people did say, oh, he was 41 years old. Now, I'm going to say this. How many people are going to say, because it is true, if he does beat Ortiz next week, and this is why I keep saying to people, I don't know why people keep saying, oh, his real age is 46, 56, because at the end of the day, when he beats this guy, are you going to bring that up? That he was 56 years old? No, you're not. You're going to say he was 38 years old and he was the boogeyman of boxing. Because let me tell you this, if Wilder beats Ortiz next week, he deserves all the credit, regardless. He deserves the same credit that Klitschko got.
I'm not
hating on the bread. I'm not hating on him to that level. No. He deserves his credit.
68.
He's the number one.
And
he's the number one.
Hey,
I wish him well. If he can beat Ortiz, I wish him well.
I don't think he could do it. But my thing is that I don't think he could do it. That's just my thing. I don't think he's got enough.
To be honest, EJ, I don't believe in being.
I'm not man. We don't even know about that man's chin. He ain't never been tested.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know about
no place. See here, listen to Charlie. Was fair. Listen to Charlie was fair. You know what I'm saying? 68 and low place. You should hear what Charlie said, and that's how you're supposed to conduct yourself fairly.
Like what? What are you talking
about? Give the man the credit. When the man beats him, give him credit. I want to hear no bullshit. I want to hear no bullshit.
I want to hear it is what it is, because it is. Listen, I don't give a fuck. If he wins well, I'm gonna give him credit. If he doesn't win well, it's bullshit. It is what it is. It's not. Listen, this is not a fucking religion to me. At the end of the day, if he doesn't fucking win, if he wins, good. If he wins right, good. If it's a good fight, good. I mean, why we got to be attached to this bullshit, right?
It's not a religion. What are you talking about?
Because he's saying that if he wins, I'm not gonna give him credit. If he wins well, I'm gonna give him fucking credit. Why not?
Let me say this.
Let me just say one thing. Here's what I'm not getting, right? Here's what I'm not getting. EJ keeps saying we have to do this and do that. When they discredited Joshua continually over him for what he's done, but we have to give him credit. Why the fuck for?
All right.
I didn't do that.
That's true.
Discredited.
That is true because some of the things they were saying about was a slave.
So that was truth about it. I gave him
no,
for
but
that.
be much, right?
Yeah.
No, the other side was they were saying black people don't know what racism is in Britain. They were saying a whole heap of shit.
Nah,
Okay,
them kind of people, man, they ain't never traveled, man.
Hold up. I knew this was going to be a problem while the thing would get brought up in this conversation.
No, it's
outside
not.
of the world. 1 minute.
He brought
Hey, 1 minute. No, we could. Dan, we can address this.
He brought the fake shit. He brought the fake shit on himself.
Let me address Beats, right? So none of them dudes over here to defend themselves. I hear what you're saying, but see all that stuff there. I don't hear none of them stuff. I just hear us lot. So just on us lot talking, I'm going by. We normally give guys credit. Now, if you're talking about other people who are not here to defend themselves, I can't say nothing because I can't defend them. I'm not defending them. I'm just defending a fighter against one of the most dangerous guys in the division, even the most dangerous guy in the division, and he beats him. He deserves to get his credit. I don't know about them other dudes.
Yeah, good job.
I went over there by myself, right? And they admitted, everyone knows that, right? I went over by myself, and they admitted that they were putting falsehoods out there because they just want to see him fight AJ, and they didn't care. Someone stop typing. Who's typing? That's my bad. Okay, all right.
Well, let me say something.
I finished though, because they put falsehood out there because they wanted to see AJ in there, and they didn't care what they had to do. And I said that ain't right. That, what stuff you're saying might stick, and it makes the fight low value. We don't care. I said all right, then fine. Because of that, they shut down negotiations. They shut down talking. They no longer want to talk to the others, which is us. So I don't want to hear what they have to say. I'm just saying about us here. I'm saying if the man beats him, he needs to get his credit, and that's it. I don't hear nothing about them other dudes. They're done.
Wilder saying all that same shit too.
He's saying it out of his mouth. That's the problem.
He's saying it all too. So if Wilder's saying it out of his own mouth, why should I give him any credit?
Because we know better. Because we know better. That's why. Because we know better. That's why. Because we know better.
Eugene, who need blood pressure medication. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you something, y'all. Let me say 2 points. One, for years, Wilder's been ridiculed for his lack of opposition, which is fairly is a fair point to make, okay? But it seems like now, all of a sudden, when he's actually stepping up and fighting Luis Ortiz, people are still criticizing, which I don't get. Now, the last thing I want to ask Beats, I want to ask you this question, man. You say you shouldn't give him no credit no matter what. That's fine. That's cool, man. That's up to you. Well, I'm going to ask you this. If Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fights get made and Wilder beats him, will you give him credit for that?
Nope.
Nope? Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Okay.
If it was another fighter and it wasn't Deontay Wilder, and he was fighting a guy like Luis Ortiz, whose best win, what's Luis Ortiz's best win? Could somebody remind me? Brian Jennings. Right? Yeah, Brian Jennings. And his best win is on the level of a Brian Jennings, and his step up is fighting somebody like that. Would you give them credit?
It's a great fight. It's a great fight. It's a great fight.
I'll give him credit.
It's a great fight.
I would give him credit.
This is a great fight.
And the best opponent he ever fought was a Brian Jennings level kind of fight.
It's a great fight, man. Like, if ain't nobody giving him credit for this, look, no matter what he said some ridiculous shit. But if he win the fight, we gonna sit here and be like, "Yo, good job! Finally, you done something." That's right.
Yeah, he's done something, but it's not like a big giant step up.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're the one dissing him after the fight, saying that he was like he's rhyming. You're lying. Get out, you liar.
Potatoes, and this man was up in there making fucking.
So what, man? He just beats the man. Stefan never got stopped like that, and you out here, oh, look where he's rhyming. You was dissing him after the right. Get out of here.
Hold on. Demetrius King stopped Stefan. Yeah. What? So he would have been stopped.
Yeah, but Wilder done him. He was a champion. He was a former champion. Wilder stopped him in a round. Come on now.
No,
he was a champion.
His body was a former piece of shit and a present piece of shit that night too. The man weighed like 270.
See, you doing that bullshit. You on that bullshit.
The man was a hypocrite. He came to fall. He came to make a buck.
You ain't gonna give him no credit, and you ain't coming on my hangout until you give the man credit. You guys out there, you bastard.
He better win the fight.
You gonna make your own hangout. Make your own hangout.
He better win the fight.
Make your own hangout.
If he wants some credit, he better win the fight. And
you was hating. You didn't ruin my whole buzz. You ruined my whole shit last night, man.
He hated on himself.
You messed up my shit, man. You were hating on him so much, yeah? You made a video next day and all hating on him because he rhyming. Hating on his rhyming and everything. Get out of here.
We're going to see Luis Ortiz doing a funny dance at some point. I don't believe that man got a chin. It's going to get tested.
Based on what? Whenever you seen him stagger around the ring, you don't believe he's going to
chin. Fellas ain't fought nobody like Wilder, though.
When you seen him hurt? When have you seen him hurt?
I seen them fellas. He ain't fought nobody like Wilder. And I think them fellas going to be in trouble.
We'll see. I reckon he's got the technical ability to give to make it a 50-50.
Maybe he ain't got a chin. Even if you do got a chin, Wilder can knock you out. So he got to hide his chin. You know what I mean?
Prove that. Who's he beat with a great chin?
I'm just okay. That's fine. That's a fair criticism. But the way he punches, you would suspect that the way he punch, even if you got a chin, you can go. But at the end of the day, he got to do the shit. Luis Ortiz got to hide his chin, and Wilder ain't got a good chin. Wilder is shaky as fuck. We saw that.
Yeah. We also have to look at. We have to look at. Luis Ortiz is not just going to stand in front of Wilder. He's not just going to stand in. Can't hear you, Beats. He's not going to just stand in front of Wilder. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. That's the main thing people have to remember. So that to answer Dan's question is that I'm going to give Wilder the credit where credit's due if he does, but at the same time, let me say this: that the criticism, he did say that Anthony Joshua was a slave. Yeah, he did say. He did say about Anthony Joshua. He said that came out of his mouth.
Okay, well, no one said they letting none of it right. Yeah. Ain't giving no problems.
And then trying to talk about don't say that as well. Man, that's punk ass nigga saying that shit, man. That's coming out of his mouth. That whack ass.
Lopez won the argument.
Shit.
Don't give him no props. Yep, he did say that. I ain't giving him none.
Beat, stop backing up Lopez.
You know why?
Man.
You know why? He heard Lopez dissing him after the fight, dissing his rhymes. That's why he did that shit. Fuck Anthony Joshua. That's what he's on. He start flaming up. Look, man, don't mind what he said about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's got Parker, and that bloody fucking manager of his talking some fucking mad reckless shit, calling Anthony Joshua weak, calling him weak and shit. So Joshua's got his own shit to deal with right now. So he ain't worrying about no Wilder.
That's not big. He ain't going to be worried about that little pencil push,
man. What? That guy called Joshua mentally weak. Joshua mentally weak, man. That's worse than whatever Wilder said.
That's not a big thing. There's somebody calling you a slave. You're one of your own people calling you a slave because you.
He always say, look, Umar does that shit all the time, and Lopez on that shit all the time. Don't mean nothing. They all Americans always do that shit.
I ain't calling no man.
What you call him? You call him a coon?
I'm calling man what that man is. That man say that coon shit, and that's how I feel like he should be talked to. Period.
Dude, you call the 154 pounders the Negro leagues. I mean, what
you fucking raised the Negro leagues. They kicked them motherfuckers, didn't want to fight them out, and they got it on. You motherfucking right. It's a goddamn
You see my logic? You see my logic? You see my logic? You see my logic right there? You see this one? Them Americans over there. Them Americans on bullshit, man. That bullshit.
They said, "Fuck y'all, MLB. We making the Negro league."
Hold on.
They hot, baby.
One sec. You're comparing the Negro League, which Negroes had a stake in them clubs, to being a slave. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm talking about Lopez. I'm talking about Lopez criticizing black fighters. I'm not comparing that.
I'm saying
Lopez. I'm talking about the Americans criticizing black fighters. They criticize each other all the time. They call them all kinds of names to each other. They call Anthony Joshua them names there. I'm like, okay. So we know better than that. Right? It's just mind gaze up until they get into the fight. Like Eubank was calling Groves all kinds of names until he got into the fight.
But EJ, you gotta be consistent though.
Mind game.
EJ, you gotta be consistent, yeah? You say you can't fucking stand. Wait, Beats. You say you can't stand Sergey Kovalev because he put a monkey t-shirt on, blah 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 blah. But another brother, other stuff. And you say, yeah, we shouldn't look at that. We shouldn't look at that. You understand me? But if your judgment, I understand. But you know,
one minute. Are you calling it double standards when this dude's a European? Calling another black person
a racist ain't no better than a coon.
I'm saying that what Wilder did.
Hold on.
What Wilder did is even worse.
A European A European
is expected to act like that. A European is expected to act like that.
So you're equivalent. You're equivalent. Wilder calling AJ slaves. And this dude's got a picture. No double standard there, bro. There's no double standard here, right here. Let me tell you something.
Double standard, and you know it down in your soul. That's why you're going. That's why you're covering it up right now. There's a double standard. Everybody can see it. Black man can see it.
No. Colin the Cracker don't get no. It's not. It shouldn't be in the argument. That cracker shouldn't be in none of this argument.
Nah, it is in the argument because it goes down to the fact that you got a brother who's worse than the Cracker.
No.
They're saying that the brother's worse than the Cracker.
No. I'm talking about the Americans.
You're saying don't look at it.
If I go to the KKK,
you're not even arguing his point. You're saying don't look at it. Don't look at it, man. Don't look at it.
Let me. You stop filibustering. I'm talking about the Americans, yeah. When they address other black people, they call each other that name. That's what I was talking about, like low place and the Negro League. That's what I was saying. They call each other. They call each other their names all the time. When he's calling Wilder, when he's calling AJ them names there, right? It's disrespectful. But I'm saying Americans do that all the time. They say all kinds of fuck shit.
But don't bring your ways out of your house. You understand me? And then it's universal anyway. We don't know what he's talking about. So let's not.
No. I'm just saying. Look, when he's calling AJ them names there, I know you know why he's doing it. He's pissed off about the percentages. That's all that is about. He feels like he's getting
disrespected. Makes it even worse.
So money makes him worse.
Don't get twisted. I'm not defending. I'm not defending him calling names.
You are.
No. Listen. I'm explaining. No, don't tell me what I'm doing. I'm explaining from the Americans because they do it all the time. I don't like no N-word. No cool one. I don't like none of that stuff. I'm just saying because they do it all the time.
It is universal.
You know, hold on. This is what I'm trying to say to you. From my experience, right? That's what the Americans do. I don't agree with it. When did I say I agree with it? I never said I agree with it. I'm explaining that's how they do. So when Wilder's calling AJ them names there, they call each other them names all the time. I'm saying what? He called AJ that names there. That's what the Americans do. Now, Sergey Colin, on the other hand, Sergey Colin from Russia, what are you talking about? That ain't no. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You must be out your freaking mind.
You're trying to normalize that kind of behavior. You're trying to normalize that kind of behavior. I'm not going to excuse you. I don't give a fuck.
That cracker ain't got no business. That cracker ain't got no business talking shit about no one.
Yeah.
You ain't got no business. You ain't got no business bringing that cracker up in this conversation out here.
I'm questioning your integrity. I'm questioning your integrity. You know what I mean? Your integrity.
This conversation.
One bit. At the end of the day, it really comes down to the fact that you have a double standard, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, EJ, can I ask you a question?
I'm lying is this, yeah? We're talking about that's even worse than the cracker. That's even worse than the cracker. That's worse than the cracker. Because what he did to that brother is uncalled for and unjustified. And in some cases, I'm
let me heart weak. Let me heart weak.
EJ, let me ask you a question. So say somehow, somewhere you walk out your door, you stumble upon a motherfucking KKK rally on accident, right? No, fuck that. Hold on. And then they grab your ass. It's two people up there, a black man and a white man at the meeting. And the the black man put the motherfucking noose around your neck and hang your black ass. God damn it, you ain't supposed to be thinking the black man gonna do that, but the white KK member, that's how he get down. That's what 68 trying to explain to you, bro.
All right, y'all need to. Okay, I'm gonna end this.
You know what? Now let me answer. That's a good point. So what you're trying to say? You ain't expecting Wilder to talk to AJ
exactly.
That way. Yeah. Listen, but I'm not condoning that. When did I say I condone it? I didn't never condone it. I just said to you, the Americans do that, like you, low place and his foul mouth, right? And Umar and his foul mouth. They be on that shit all the time. So that's it. So how am I condoning it? No double standards here.
Somebody said
I'm telling you, I ain't bringing no crackers.
Nobody said. I don't give a fuck.
No cracker column in no conversation.
Listen, we're all grown up, yeah?
Stop bringing up your favorite fighter. Stop with your favorite fighter up in this conversation. Your favorite fighter. Your favorite fighter of all time. Your favorite fighter of all time.
I love the guy.
Let me get in here. First of all, we gotta end this, man. This is getting out of hand.
Come on, man.
No, we gotta end this. We got to.
Nah, it's fun. Let's leave it. We're just having a fun.
It's been a long time. We haven't been around each other in a long time.
Come on, man. You want to end it like that?
I'm not going to end the hangout. No. What I'm going to say is this.
End the conversation.
Yeah, let me just say this. Wilder, let me say this. Wilder has legitimate criticism. I understand that. I've criticized him on many occasions. But what I find unfair is that some of you guys on here are writing him off already while he still has a career. So at this point, some of you guys are saying if he beats Ortiz, if he somehow gets Parker, if he gets those other legitimate heavyweights, including Anthony Joshua, if he beats them, it doesn't matter at this point. That's what some of you guys are saying right now.
Yeah,
not you.
Not you, Charlie. Not you, Charlie. Not you, Charlie. Others.
Not you, Charlie. Not you. What I'm saying is,
and they know who they are.
What I'm saying is, no, hold up. Let me say this. At this point, I find it amazing that when people have criticized Wilder for his lack of opposition, which I have too, when he's finally fighting someone who's very legit, and from that point on, he still gets criticized. That's what I find amazing.
Why do you find it so strange?
Also,
we've explained it to you. Wait. Why do you find it so strange, bro?
Let's not go down that. Let's not go down that road.
Yo, we should roll the dice and whatever roll. We should roll the dice and pick another topic off what the dice.
No. Let me respond to 68. It's a good topic. No. Let me respond to 68 on that. I hear you on that. But the fact is, yeah, his words, yes, okay. Whatever he says, which is a dumb shit he does say all the time, you're using that to attack his resume. I get that. And yet you still say that he still has to fight this, that, and the third. While he's doing that, and he still gets criticized. That's what my point is. Okay?
No, I'm saying that it's a bit late in the day. That's a problem.
Right?
Hold up. How can it be late in the day when you're still fighting? How can it be late in the day when you're still fighting? That's so bullshit.
He's fighting a fucking 40-year-old or God knows 50-year-old. It's big. And you know what? And you know what's really amazing? You know what's really amazing, EJ? He's fighting a 50-year-old, right? Whose best guy on his resume is Brian Jennings, and it's a fucking 50-50 fight. Fuck.
Yeah, yes, but
as far as I'm concerned, you saying it's late in the day. I'm saying to you, if the guy it's like Roy Jones now. Low Play says he can beat Roy Jones, right? I'm saying if you're in the ring and you're ready to fight, all that bullshit, it don't matter. Anyway, it's up for grabs. That's some bullshit. You gotta give the guy credit, and that is it. I don't hear none of that bullshit.
Well.
Exactly.
When you're kicking, it's late in the day. It's late in the day. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. You know what? That's some real old hate. That's some real old hate. You're spilling right there.
Hey, guess what, 68? Let me say something.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me say something. Let me say something to you. I want to respond to you. Yeah, you think Luis Ortiz is 50 years old? That's fine, but guess what? AJ ducked that 50-year-old. Let's not forget that he did.
I don't give a fuck about it.
Exactly.
I'm talking about Wilder.
He did.
I don't give a fuck about AJ.
And then
I don't give a fuck about AJ.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do. Yeah,
and specifically signed him to keep him as far away from Joshua as possible.
Andre Ward ducked the 40-year-old. That's all I'm saying. Andre Ward ducked the 40-year-old.
Yeah, guess what?
Hey, Daniel, go ahead, Daniel, jump in, Daniel. Where's Daniel? Where's Daniel? I want to hear Daniel.
The same 40-year-old that ducked Kovalev when he ran to Al Heyman. I'm gonna go. You want to open this again? The same 40-year-old that ran and ducked Kovalev when he ran to Al Heyman. When he already agreed to the fight. We're not going to start this argument again. I'm sorry.
I'm not going there. I want to tell Dan what you
same
always say.
40-year-old that
Dan,
50-year-old.
you always say Dan always say this shit about Stevenson.
No, Rock.
Slowing down. Stevenson slowing down. He looks different.
Rock,
and now you're trying to tell us give great credit. It's a good fight, but
also,
it's a good
fight, period.
Also be on your word. Remember your word. You said Stevenson's slowing down. He getting older. What the fuck is Ortiz doing? But it's still a good fight. So
exactly.
So act
but
like,
it's not like he's stepped up his great opposition and all this shit that you guys trying to sell. Sorry
exactly.
Dan, but I'm just saying it's not like that's not some of a big deal. That you're trying to make it. You guys are trying to make it out to be bigger than it really is. To be honest. And the reason being, you want to fight AJ. You want him to be on par with AJ. It's as simple as that. You want his accomplishments to be as good as AJ. Right. So yeah,
I do as well. So that the fight is big, not because I reckon AJ will win that fight, but I still want it. Yeah, I want him to be on par so that he could get 50-50.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I have to ask.
When he goes to the negotiating table,
ask you though.
They can respect him because if he doesn't,
why I have to ask you stupid though, because you're a fan of the Cuban fighters, right?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just have belief.
But I do feel that you have a preference. You have
ability. No, I don't have a preference. That's why I'm not picking Barrera.
Yeah, but you know what? In a way, you did sort of like go really hard when they were talking about the drug thing. It's almost like you took it personally.
What? Do you know why I did that? Because they're making excuse. You see, this is what I don't understand about certain people in America, right? Now you say these are the same people that are bringing up, he's 50 years old, but yeah, they're gonna be if Wilder knocks out Ortiz in one round, and the opposition say, well, he was 50 years old, he wasn't really 38, was he?
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be saying, no, he was young, he was fresh. No, man, he was 38, he was the boogeyman of the division. See, when you say stuff like that, it don't leave much room for you to defend yourself. That's why I keep knocking it down. And the thing about the case with him was the double standards with the WBC. What they were doing, and not just the WBC, just in general, what they did with Luis Nery and Shinsuke Yamanaka.
Right.
That's why I went hard for Ortiz.
Right.
You understand? And they reinstated him.
Right.
And I knew why they reinstated it, because really it was just like, listen, they used him to make an example of him. Simple as that. It's as simple. If that was a Black Briton or a Black American, now they wouldn't have done it the same way. It's because the guy don't speak English very well, and there are a certain people in America, especially Mexicans. No disrespect to anybody Mexican here, but there are Mexicans who don't like Cubans in America because they have higher status than those Mexicans, and Mexicans see America as their land. They've been there much longer. They've been working a lot harder, and a lot of them don't have their status like the Cubans, Dominicans, and thing. That's what it is. And that's why I went hard for my man. It's got nothing to do with this, that, or liking this person, or it's got nothing to do with that. I just know next week it's not going to change it. It's not going to change a thing anyway. Ortiz is a better boxer to me than Wilder. That's how I see it, and that's why I'm backing him. Got nothing to do with nothing else.
Yeah, me too. I'm just talking a little shit. I'm just talking a little shit.
What's up, Lo? What'd you say, Lo?
I agree. It's only about the skill, but I'm just talking a little shit because that man talk a little shit, so it need to be said. That's all I'm doing.
That's all I'm doing. Ben Omar requested that I get our good friend Rob Parker. Rob Parker had something to say about Anthony Joshua.
All right.
Oh no.
Who's Rob Parker? Who's Rob Parker?
Or is he a cornball brother? What does that mean? He's not really. Okay, he's black. He kind of does the thing, but he's not really down with the cause. He's not one.
Got that nigga a token in the corn, man. I was after that, man. I had no respect for what Wilder was talking about no more, man. Everything sounded like just mumbo jumbo after that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Yeah, Wilder shouldn't have said what he said to Joshua. I agree with y'all on that. I agree with y'all. What I'm saying is that at the same time, listen what I'm saying. At the same time, this criticism is way over the top with Wilder.
No, he don't correct it though, Dan. He don't correct it. He still goes, and it's like, man, you got to say something. That got to be said. Like, and I feel like, hey, yo, I can't rock with it. I can't rock with it.
I don't think he should be called a cornball because of that. That's just on my.
Listen. When them players, the majority players see you looking like that, they use you like that. They took the ring belt from Joshua and fucking dude, and they let other fighters fight when they fight 1 and 4. How you gonna tell Wilder we know he's the second best, but you criticize him all the damn time? Come on, man.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? This is the thing.
They use him like a token nigga.
Fury, this is the thing. Fury is getting on the Raven. No one disses Fury. He didn't fight two Derek Chisoras and got a shot at Klitschko and barely got through, right? And they give him, and all of a sudden he Ring Magazine, all that,
He's pound for pound.
This dude's on pound. He's pound for pound, all that shit, right? This dude's sitting there, dissing AJ, dissing Wilder. No one really cares about the brother man. Wilder gets all kinds of shit. The reason why it really pissed him off though is Eddie Hearn coming out and saying he don't deserve that much. He ain't done nothing.
Hey, you know, EJ, can I say something? Can I say something?
Hold on. Can I say something? Hold on. He didn't deserve it though.
Yeah,
now he does.
what Tyson Fury say? Didn't he say harsher things about Anthony Joshua than Deontay Wilder ever has? Why is it Tyson Fury?
Yeah, that's true.
He's irrelevant. Because he's irrelevant. We don't keep him relevant. It's the majority that tries to keep him relevant. We don't. We say fuck him. If he ain't doing shit, he ain't shit. But he has said some bullshit, and when he come back, he gonna have his day. That's all it is, man.
That doesn't answer the question.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We do not keep him relevant. Wilder is fighting. We talk about him. If Fury ain't fighting, we ain't finna chase him through the streets. Hey, Tyson Fury.
Hold on. 1 minute. This guy. No, 1 minute. So this guy had the Ring Magazine saying, "I'm still the Ring Magazine champion." They gave him a date. You need to fight someone in the top 5. What does he do? Vacates the belt. What happened when he do when he had to fight? What when he fight Glashkov? Vacates the belt. What happened when he? I got mental health problem because he knew Ortiz was the #1 contender. Then all this thing happened because of him. True. But yet Wilder all of a sudden gets the blame and gets thrown off the bus. And this is the thing. But listen, he brought it on himself though. Because end of the day, AJ's done quicker than what he did. Right, took chances. And Eddie Hearn's doing his job of winding Wilder up and getting him to eat. What's he say? He has to fight. What's he saying? They said so. Right now, the #1 contender or #2 contender is Dillian White, right? And he's fighting things. So okay, so why you put Dillian White, Mr. Eddie Hearn, in there against Wilder? If he's the #1 contender, put him in there against Wilder. Because now you and see if Eddie Hearn's gonna win any purse bid because he ain't won no purse bid. And then he said, what did he say? He said he got to fight Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew said, "Fuck that, I'm not gonna fight him." So that's one guy out of the way. So now Eddie Hearn say he has to fight Dillian White. But Dillian White, let's see how he looks against Lucas Brown. But guaranteed after that fight, he ain't gonna want to fight Wilder. He ain't gonna want to fight Wilder after Wilder does to Ortiz. Let me tell you something, bro. Eddie Hearn can't protect him, right? Can't protect AJ, and AJ wants that fight anyway. So let's make it happen, man. Let's make it. And let's stop all this talking. Fury.
It seemed like HBO.
Fury.
Joshua going.
Well, I don't know what he's gonna do. All I know is Fury. Fury, in my opinion, is getting away with murder out here, bro. Like if AJ, you know what it's irrelevant. You know what? If Wilder acted like that, if Wilder had mental problems, if Wilder had mental problems, 1 minute. If Wilder had mental problems and vacated the belts and did that, or AJ did that, they would. Oh my day! You know what, Chris? Let me get. If AJ did that,
you act like we following him in the street singing A Tights. Nobody do though, fuck.
They do though, man. Nobody do though.
You hear?
They do.
Majority.
You're right. No, what EJ's saying is right.
Tyson Fury whack ass.
It's wrong because he's still relevant.
Yeah, but to be honest though, Charlie Brown, you know he's stating the bleeding obvious though, and quite frankly, there's no point in discussing it. We know there's a double standard when it comes to this fat fuck.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. It's the great white hype. It's the great white hype. It's what
Yeah, that's why I ain't bringing no Sergio Cordova, no argument. No Sergio needs to be.
Yeah, because
he has to be t-shirt. Bring no fucking Sergio Cordova, no fucking t-shirt.
Double standard.
Bitch ass Sergio Cordova, no fucking t-shirt.
But yeah, what about Wilder though?
I'm Peter, my nigga t-shirt.
What about Wilder?
We talked about it already.
I'm Peter, my nigga t-shirt.
Oh yeah, what happened to him? Let's talk about. Yeah, t-shirt is in coma. He's in a coma, man.
What happened to him though?
He ain't no fucking coma. I don't believe it.
Yeah, t-shirt's in a coma, man. I think he. That's why I tried to hit him up on Facebook. Yeah, I hit him up on Facebook. He ain't got back to me. He ain't posted nothing.
He's in a coma. How's he gonna get back to you?
Well, that's what I thought. I thought he was in a coma. I thought he wasn't in the coma, so I thought someone was lying to him.
T-Street never make anything up, man. Them boys just take it, man.
Man, he's in a coma. It's the same thing we heard about. It's the same thing we heard about that guy who died the other day. What's that guy who died the other day on YouTube?
Tito, isn't it?
Yeah, Tito. Yeah, we thought that was jive. Listen,
I knew that was real though.
Tito was like 60 and old and fucking smoking and shit.
But bro, come on now. I didn't think he was gonna die like that. But this is what I'm trying to say. Hey, listen, he's in a coma, man. He's just
man. How you supposed to die?
God bless him though. God bless him though. He is what he is.
How you supposed to die when you eat salt and pepper and pork?
If it wasn't for T-Street, me and Lopez would have never met up. Me, Lopez,
my nigga T-Street is not in the coma, bro. He is playing with them fans.
Okay, fine.
Hey, hold up, man. Hey, Naoya.
I know he likes to drink a bit.
I gotta ask Naoya this question. Hey, I gotta change the conversation a little bit back to the original subject. Estrada just gave a little interview just a second ago. He said he was robbed. He's saying this is bullshit. Them judges, I don't know what the fuck those judges were saying, man. I won that fight. So
I agree.
This is what he said. He said here, He said, "Look, I think I won the fight. I hope they give me a rematch so I can demonstrate how I should have won that fight." Yeah, so the judges gave it to Sor Rungvisa. He said the best judge of what happened are the people they saw me winning, which is the crowd, obviously.
Exactly.
So ones who saw, the ones who saw Sor Rungvisa winning the fight were the judges. That's it. For me, that fight was solid.
Yeah. One of them saw it as a draw, though.
Grapes, boy.
One of them saw it as a draw, though.
Yeah, he's talking about my Mexican fans is booing a Thailand guy. What the fuck you think they gonna do?
I saw the Mexican fans taking pictures with Srisaket. I saw the Mexicans taking pictures.
Oh my goodness, we got Srisaket Mania here, though. For real, you guys are not even being objective anymore.
No.
It's the truth, though.
Naoya win that fight.
It was a draw. It was a draw.
I agree with that.
It was either a draw. It was either a draw. He lost by one round.
Hold on, Naoya.
Daniel ain't even talk, man. You ain't even let Daniel talk. Daniel's been here for a long time.
You don't want to do shit but talking about the Steve.
Nah, let Daniel talk, man. Let Daniel talk.
Okay. No. Well, first of all, I'm not going to use the crowd as the argument because that's a majority Mexican crowd. Of course, they're going to side with the Mexican. But second, I understand his feeling. There was a close fight. They should give him a rematch. Tom Loeffler said he wants to do a rematch, so just do the rematch. Now, does it delay? May it delay a fight we wanted to see in SSR and Inoue? Yeah, but you know what? You got to do right when you got to do right. In this situation where you have to do right, the man did enough to warrant the rematch. Give him the rematch.
No, Inoue needs to wait. Inoue needs to just wait and let everybody else fight each other. And then just wait. Like, fuck it. If it takes 5 years, just wait, man. Just wait.
No, I missed something though.
He ain't doing nothing now. You know what? Now
I missed your video. Can I ask you a question, Prof? Sorry, I missed your video. Who did you have winning? Sorry, and how did you see it? Sorry.
Estrada and Srisaket, I had it 7-5 for Estrada, but to me it was a either way type fight. And like I have no problems with
hating ass over there. Yeah, hating ass over there. Yeah.
EJ's chip.
Nah, let me tell you something. This listen. Let me say something. That fight don't work. No rematch.
Honestly, I thought the ref missed a call.
You hate him, man. You scared of Estrada now.
Estrada.
He didn't do nothing. He lost. Look. I've got the Go Ring Magazine. 68. Go Ring Magazine. They got the whole fight on there. Kevin Kelly does the commentary, right? And this is for anyone in the UK. Watch it for yourself, right? He gave up so many rounds in the fight. Well, I was scoring the fight. I watched it. I was scoring the fight. And to see the scorecard that 111.
Are we talking about Estrada here?
Yeah. He gave up. Yeah,
he gave up rounds. You think he gave up rounds?
I mean,
he gave up rounds.
He left the rounds.
Hold up, Chris.
It is what it is, man.
He gave a round.
Estrada was worried about being punked in the
Estrada left something.
Ring TV. Just Ring TV.
Estrada kind of fought safer than he should have in certain instances.
And they're getting tripped up. And
there was moments where he could have really made an emphatic point and like won the round or won a particular round clearly that may not have gone his way because of the fact that he was more defensive. And he was penalized for that.
He had to be defensive.
Well, listen, I don't understand now. Anyway,
he was gonna get the fuck out.
I tell you what, there's a big party down in with the super flies, and Inoue needs to be a part of it. He came part of one.
Fucking Inoue, man. Get off his nuts, man. Let him do his thing.
EJ, he needs to wait. He needs to wait half a decade, man. Like all these guys gotta fight each other.
Look, man, look. I don't like the Jamie McDonald fight.
Well, you're the one who said he's young. You're the one who said he's young. You're the one who said he's young. So anyway, so you can wait a decade.
Inoue can fight the Olympic gold medalist from 2016 in about 7 years. You know what I mean?
That's right. Well, listen, you said he's young, so he can wait that long anyway. So look, let me tell you something. Yeah, the party's happening. The party's happening in the super win of the super flies. You know what I mean? We're getting the best fight in the best majority of the time. Listen, I'm coming to the parties at. He can make the weight. Has he vacated that belt yet? Has he vacated that WBO belt?
Technically,
not that I know.
No, not technically.
Not yet.
Okay,
man,
so that means that bitch.
Watch.
Yeah, that bitch ass is still the champion, so he needs to come to the party.
That's gonna be the hill your streak dies on, Chris.
James McDonald gonna beat him. I got James McDonald beating him as well.
Hey.
I don't trust no motherfucker. Hey, look, y'all don't need to be trusting no goddamn Jamie McDonald. Y'all need to cut that shit out right now. Don't do it.
No, I just don't rate your man. Jamie McDonald ain't that good. I just don't think
don't rate him either. That's
the
the point. You don't rate Jamie either. You got to pick somebody you rate to be like, yo, this the dude. Jamie ain't that dude, bro.
He could be anyway.
Fuck that. Y'all can have it. Y'all can hold on that. Y'all can hold on to that one. Man.
Okay.
I told you.
I'll see anyway. Do something before I praise him. You know me. You know me.
Yeah, let me ask you.
I ain't go for that shit.
Be a little soft, bro.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you this. Chris, let me ask you this. Surrounding side.
No, Dan, don't explain. I ain't going for that shit.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, dog. Anyways, do you think that Inoue blatantly ducks around the side and others at 115? Or
of course.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Hey, let me switch up.
Go ahead.
Why do y'all want to watch Inoue beat up people you know he's gonna win before the fight?
They nobody know he gonna whoop on Kai. They nobody know he's gonna whoop the little Filipino.
All lies.
Yes, it did.
The Filipino ducked him, bro.
Get out of here, Chris.
Be your cause.
You knew that? How did I know that? How did I know that?
Nobody's be chatting it.
Aka's bigger than man. You see the legs on Kai? That motherfucker huge, man.
Man, he went to pizza. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Hey, listen. Let's change the subject now. Callum Smith fought on the weekend and no one's even talking about it. Why is that? Why ain't no one talking about Callum Smith? Why ain't no one talking about Callum Smith?
He struggled versus a kickboxer. That's why.
Man, fuck that Anthony Crowler. Fuck that Anthony Crowler second coming ass dude, man. Fuck that shit, man.
There ain't no one talking about. Ain't no one talking about the murders of Daniel Dubois. Ain't no one talking about Anthony Yard.
Anthony
Listen,
Yard.
bro, Charlie knows what I'm talking about. Charlie, you see the left hook? You see how the left hook came into play, Charlie?
Yeah, I did.
You see what we're talking? See, me and Charlie, when me and Charlie go all the way, we went to the Peacock's gym, right? We watched him train for, I don't know, 2 hours or 3 hours straight, right? 2 hours, right? Right? We watched him train for like that long. Well, Charlie, he probably trained longer. We got there late, though. Remember? You know what I mean? Yeah. He probably trained 3 hours, right? So we saw him train, right? We saw Yardy train, right? And what I'm telling you, the best thing I saw about it, I said his left hook is out. His left hook is wicked. And that's what you saw. Listen, this kid, when he goes against Frank, he looked like, you know what? Tunde's gonna have to step him up, bro. Because I tell you what, he can't keep fighting these bums here, man. He can't. He's gonna go down, man. And this is the thing when you hold fighters back too long, they're gonna get in a slump where you're just gonna keep doing that. He has to be stepped up, man.
You're for real though. You know what I'm saying? You know, just now, right? When you started, I thought you were gonna start like blowing smoke up his ass, but you said exactly what I was thinking. This guy, right? He looks good against these bum guys. You understand me? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I was just watching it and I think I've seen this fucking movie before. You understand me? There's nothing here, and I'm just getting a bit sick of it. You understand me? You know what I mean? So you just said, you know, initially when you started up and you were talking about, the left hook is up. Oh my god, am I missing something here? Because I've seen this shit before. But when you just laid it down, like you want to see him step up and stuff like that, that's exactly
badly. So bad. I want to see him so step up. And Tunde keeps saying because he ain't had an amateur career, we're gonna take our time. You're spoiling him, man. What are you holding him back for?
Maybe something happened in the gym. Maybe something happened in the gym, EJ.
No, man. It's like what it is them man are trying to, because he ain't no amateur, they're gonna keep longing him out, right? But the thing is, when you do that to a fighter, at a certain extent, he becomes stale. Ricky Hatton, right? This is why Ricky Hatton lost a lot of times, right? He was kept way back against Costa Zoo. He went in Costa Zoo and won all these great fights. When he went there, he won it so badly that he overperformed or he overtrained, or you know what I'm trying to say to you. So with boxing, it's about timing, training, and you know, like the peak. But right now, he looks like he's getting overtrained. He's got this high level bombs, man. Listen, that fight.
Who you want him to fight? Who you want him to fight?
I really want him to fight domestically. This is the fight. There's 2 fights I want him to fight, right? There's 2 fights, and people might say it's a bit early, but in my opinion, I want him to fight. What's the silver medalist? What's his name? Joshua Buatsi, and I want him to fight. What's his name? I want him to fight. Well, that's what I said. I just said it. Maybe you guys think it's too early.
I know.
Joseph Buatsi, or Frank Bilioni, or even Jose Burton. Just fight one of them dudes, please. Right? Jose Burton, he beats all 3 of them. But this is the thing. Clear up domestically.
If you beat them, the showbox, man.
Yeah, EJ. But if he beat them, if he beat them, then you got to go to that real division at light heavyweight because ain't nobody gonna want to see you go. Ain't nobody gonna want to see you go backwards.
But you know what?
Say, yo, world level next. Boy, that's some heat up there at light heavyweight. Listen.
I'm telling you. Listen, let me tell you something. He's probably hoping them guys gonna beat up each other. But I don't understand. Yeah, Frank Warren's got these guys out there. He's got them beating these guys. They're knocking out these bums, steady knocking out these bums. It's like, bro, it's the same. Like you said, it's the same song by Humpty Humpty. They don't want to do the same song. It's just boring, bro. Boring. And then you're cool. Like this dude. Hey, let's talk about the upset. The dude on the card. He lost to the Scottish guy as well. See, that's what happens, you know. Listen. Boxing. I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about because the UK card there, but these guys are going to be emerging at your doorstep soon. Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois looks good, you know. He looks actually good, you know.
He looked rubbish yesterday, though. He looked rubbish.
He ain't got no. Yeah, I don't think he hits that hard as he thinks he does, you know. I don't think he hits as hard as he thinks he does.
And he's not as good. Like technically, he's not as good either. When he was close, he looked poor, man. If that guy could. If he could box a little bit more,
you know why? You know why, Charlie, bro? If you look at the coaches, man. Look at the coaches, man. Look who's
5 years from now, he's gonna be doing security at the O2 Arena.
I don't be surprised. No, I'm not lying. Beach, you want to add anything to that? Beach, you want to add anything to the European card? 68? No. All right.
I don't trust anybody named Dubois.
Yeah, I don't think Beats is on here. Is he here? No, I think he's gone.
Last Dubois, I knew was Benson Dubois.
I think we got a full house, bro. I think we got a full house, man. This is the first time I've actually seen the whole panel was actually full. Names everywhere, man.
Beats left because I got on because it was too full. That's why I couldn't get on.
Okay, yeah, it's a full panel, man.
Beats got on.
Hey, like a G. Man. I didn't say Eubank. I said Eubank was world class because he can give people hell, man. Hey, he hard to fight. That nigga's he unorthodox as shit. That ain't easy to fight. Hey, no matter what you want to say, you don't want to be like George Grosz or Tama, but do you know how hard it is to time a person that can put their face down by their knee and throw punches? That shit is crazy. You worried about you finna get a head, but that's hard to deal with. He'll give people hard fights, but he likely ain't gonna win them. He's gonna take a lot of punishment in the process, but give Groves his credit.
He can't box. He can't.
But he rough. Eubanks is rough. He's rough. He quick. He's
like his dad, but he's rough. He can't box. He cannot box.
He ain't not good. He ain't not good, man. He ain't not good.
No, it's not that he's good as he talk, but man, these dudes gonna have a fucking fight on their hand.
Oh man, what I saw there.
You put him in there with a Charlo. You put him in there with a Charlo. You be like, yo, I seen a good fucking fight. I believe it.
Listen, bro.
I don't want him to lose his life. Nobody ain't gonna put him in there with no Charlo.
You know what I think?
Charlo.
You know what I think? I think the kid can box. He refuses to. I think he's a know-it-all, and I think this is the second time he's going to get a lesson, and it's about time he started to learn what he's supposed to do, because there's no way you can tell me that this kid was dragged over to Cuba, all right, to go do his apprenticeship there, dragged over to the Mayweather gym. His father could box. His father is his mentor and his steward. You want to tell me he can't box at all, or he just refuses to do it? That's my problem with this kid. I think he does know the fundamentals, but he just seems to feel that he can just freestyle and get away with it. So there is something there.
In other words, you think he relies too much on natural talent and not much on the skill set that he can have.
Exactly. The fundamentals.
A lot of British fighters do that. This is where when Adam Booth came in. This is I have to say this came in because of Adam Booth. Came in with David Haye. David Haye is another one who has good natural attributes, and Adam Booth got by in boxing because of David Haye, right? And everybody sort of followed that kind of trend. You understand? Where they don't have to actually box. Roy Jones was like that as well. He was another one, but the difference with Roy had an Olympic pedigree. These guys don't have that.
Nassim, man.
Nassim's actually a very good example. Yeah.
Yeah, the irony of
Nassim could punch
so much shit about Eubank.
But Nassim could box though.
Eubank is he pretty much gave birth to Eubank.
But
with the way that he fights.
Which Eubank, the junior or senior? Yeah. But the thing about Nassim, you have to remember as well, he did have a lot of amateur fights as a kid, he did have a lot. He had over 100, and
Over
not only
100.
that, he could punch and he had a chin as well. But
Well, and
even
the thing
him,
is, like, even within his own style, he developed like a
even when he
certain
lost-
muscle memory.
Look at when he lost to Barrera. But you see, then it's the mentality as well. You see, when he lost to Barrera, that was it. Finished, career done.
that broke.
You know what I mean?
That
He
broke
didn't have
him.
the mental. He didn't mentally have the strength to. And this is that at least Eubank's coming back. But I just nah, man. I'm sorry, man. Some people are born to fight, and then others they get a bring in because they know this person, that person, and daddy could pull strings. That's it, man. He's gone as far as he can go. If he continues, he's gonna get badly hurt, man. I can see it happening. This is not greed.
You know what I found funny? If we're going to talk last week, I found this kind of funny. That Nassim, that Naz was talking all this stuff about Eubanks. You need to retire. Or he won an IBL belt, or what he thinks is a world title. That was the belt you won before you retired.
Yeah, he won that belt. He did win the IBL belt. Yeah, but he
beat him, and then he retired because he wasn't the same.
Yeah, but Naz wasn't trying to say he was the best. He's going to be better than Mayweather. Naz wasn't trying to say that. You know what I mean? That's
true.
Difference, right?
That's true, but at least he's admitting something when it comes to Eubank.
If you try to box Eubank, you're gonna be in for hell. Like he gonna come to fight, and you gonna have some shit on your hands. He might not win that bitch 8-4 or nothing, but your ass ain't leaving the same either. George Groves is fucked up right now. His face was fucked up.
He ain't beating Billy Joe. He ain't beating Charlo.
Hey,
he ain't beating Andrade.
You know what?
He can beat James DeGale. He can beat James DeGale.
I hate to say this. I hate to bring race into it.
Well,
yeah, beat by white boys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what?
I'm sorry.
You know you could have said that an hour ago. You could have said that an hour ago.
Hold on. How many black guys has he fought though?
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the point. He lost to those
white boys. You're bringing races, but how many black guys?
Yeah, I'm fucking around. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
What you can't be doing, Ray. You can't be racing.
He needs to get past those to get to the Negro League, as you'll call it. You understand me? And then we're gonna see the amateur league.
No, hey, he can beat James DeGale. He can beat James DeGale and the guy who beat James DeGale.
Don't make me get wrong.
Can't be no James DeGale.
No, he can beat James DeGale and
James DeGale will beat him. James DeGale will beat him right now with his one arm.
Fuck that. He'll punk.
James DeGale what? James DeGale will beat him in one arm.
Hey, did you not?
One arm.
Caleb Truax will get the work. He get the
Caleb Truax. I got money on Truax. I got money on Truax.
Hey, make the fight. You better you can pick up that IBF strap.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
DeGale versus Eubank is a good fight.
Very good fight.
DeGale's gonna beat him easy. DeGale's gonna beat him easy.
DeGale is done. He's done.
Man, when he get beat again, I don't want to hear Eubank's name no more.
Bro, DeGale's a crackhead, yo. So it's gonna be a crackhead.
The white boy.
Damn. Why is there a crackhead? Because he lost a couple of teeth. He ain't no crackhead. Get out of here.
Yeah, he was acting like a crackhead on the block trying to get a free ride.
No, you don't know about boxing. You don't know about boxers. Like boxers.
He like, man, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Some boxers have false teeth. Now some boxers have false teeth. You don't even know about that, guy. None of you box.
But they don't act like crackheads to try to get the fans on their side.
No crackhead.
Man, he was acting now they brought up a good point. He was getting booed and shit. They like, man, get the fuck out of here. If you ain't got 20, you ain't smoking. I got 5, man. That's how he was acting.
I ain't talking about weed now. Nah, he's just talking some madness that they're talking. James DeGale beat Eubanks. How you gonna beat James DeGale when he's been fighting the best in the world, right? Consistently. He does lost recently. Listen. He's been fighting the best with Eubanks, yeah?
Man, I swear.
No. I'm just trying to make a point. Eubanks, yeah, has been picking. I've talked to top promoters. They said Eubanks, yeah, has been facing opponents that he's supposed to beat. Every time he faces opponent.
So let me say, if somebody brought Caleb Truax in for Eubank, right? You'd say that's a big fight for him.
Yeah, you like to argue.
I got Caleb. Listen. He's just lost the fight. Caleb Truax is when you're a champion, everyone knows you get more confidence. I'm good with Caleb Truax. Nothing as well. Nothing as well. Yeah, nothing as well.
Let me finish, right?
No, nothing as well. I was there when Eubank Senior was at the press conference when his son signed to match him, right? And I was there. I filmed it when he was explaining about the Adam Booth situation. So I was there. He said Adam Booth was there, right? Came into the gym and he done body work with Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr. said, I want to do some pad work. Adam Booth then said, no, I want to do body work. Eubank Jr. said, I want to do pad work. Adam Smith looked at him, took off the body belt, and walked out the gym. And that's how he left. And that was it. And he goes, he never came. And Eubank Senior said he never came back. At that point, Eubank Senior turned to me. If you put that film footage out, I'm gonna come looking for you. That's what he said to me. That's all right. Fuck it. I'll delete it right now. That's how that shit happened. Eubank Jr. is a law unto himself. What everyone's saying is exactly right. He don't listen to no one, right? Not even his dad he don't listen to. The dad brought Adam Booth in, and the dad brought Adam Booth in, and dad said to Adam Booth, listen, when he bucks and he does that, he doesn't listen to me. So I brought you in, maybe you can get the best out of him. And the son didn't want to listen. The son wants to keep punching up that bouncer or that security guy with the body vest. He ain't learning shit. He ain't learning shit, man. You sitting there with a pad. How you got the guy standing there? Your pads don't hit back. You got the guy standing there. You ain't learning shit, man. You ain't learning shit. You need some old dude in there, right? Listen, this is who he needs to get in there. Like Mike McCallum. If you're talking shit, Mike McCallum will hit him with a body punch. So you take that young man talking shit. He needs some of them old dudes to pull it on him, right? When he's out of order.
Start watching Capcom versus Marvel before fights.
That's what he was doing. No, that's what he was doing. That's embarrassing as well. It's embarrassing,
man.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie. And you know what made me laugh, right?
Still punched the Gale teeth out. He still punched the Gale teeth out, man.
Listen. I knew he was losing from round 2. I knew he was losing. Someone's playing something in the background.
Don't hit back.
Yeah. Oh, boys don't hit back. Yeah, that's right. Boys don't hit back. That's good, man. Boys don't hit back like Juice Lee. It's true. And you know the thing is, and you know the funny thing about it, you know the thing about it. Beast, look, man, Beast was pissed off with me. I had him. Listen, I knew he was gonna lose the fight, bro. People telling me, I said from round 2. From round 2, I knew he was gonna lose the fight. I could say, no. I'm talking about real time, Charlie, bro. I'm not talking about predictions. I'm talking about real time. When the fight was happening, I'm looking at it and people telling me, nah, EJ. I said it's early. I said, no, it's not, bro. He's gonna lose the fight. He was doing bullshit, bro. He was doing bullshit. And let's talk about Callum Smith, right? Callum Smith walks into the finals. Callum Smith is gonna beat George Groves, though.
No,
and it's
not.
a shame.
No, it's not.
He is. Yes, he is. Let's talk about it.
George Groves even said a tough fight. Groves said he a tough fight, for real. Groves said it's a tough fight.
Yeah.
He fight up to his competition. That's why I can't stand him. It's like, bro, just be good and let me watch you just fight.
Groves gonna outbox the shit out of Callum Smith.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I don't count They say Callum Smith can hit very hard, though.
Yeah, he hits hard. Yeah, he is hard, but he's
gonna fuck him up.
He pretty quick too to be that long.
He was hitting Nicky Holskin a hell of a lot yesterday.
Listen.
He didn't go anywhere.
You know what he did? You know what he did? You know what they told him? Hey, now, you know what they told him? They told him go 12 rounds, right? They told him go 12 rounds, think the place up, make it feel like George. They told him go 12 rounds. Because you know why? I'll tell you why he went 12 rounds, right?
Bruh, he went 12 rounds and lost.
What? What'd you say?
Damn, now was yelling and got cut off. What the hell?
He went 12 rounds and lost a bunch of them.
Okay, but Nota, basically, Nota, wait. Let me ask you. So Nota, are you saying it doesn't hit hard? Is that the point you're trying to make here?
I don't think he hits that hard. I really don't. Like, I don't think he's
Listen,
just
he's
just really gonna light Groves.
No. You know why he went 12 rounds? Because it wouldn't be good of him to knock the guy out. He needs to go 12 rounds because he knows he's gonna win the fight to keep himself active, to get him sharpness up.
He lost at least 3 of those rounds.
Dude,
that don't mean nothing.
Let me tell you something about
That don't mean nothing. He won the fight, man.
Slow as hell, dude. Slow as molasses, slow footwork, telegraph his punches, dude. I mean, come on, man. He's not saying he's not a good fighter. Yeah, it's hard, but that's not enough against a guy like Bruce George.
That's not enough. He hits hard against journeyman. I don't really think he's an elite puncher. I don't think Groves is gonna really be bothered by it.
I don't think so. I agree.
Sounds like Chris Eubanks.
Well, we'll put it to this when it comes to Callum Smith. If you put him in Benavidez gonna fuck him up.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Benavidez will smoke him.
Come on, man. What kind of argument is that? Of course, Benavidez will fucking kill him.
Why Benavidez gonna beat him? What's Benavidez done? Who's he done?
Benavidez is a good fighter, bro.
What's he done?
Agree. I agree with EJ. Benavidez got some
shut up, man. He ain't done shit, man.
Yeah, is Benavidez a champion?
I'll tell you what, he ain't done nothing. What's he done? Who's he beat?
Caleb Truax just gave Parker. So let me ask you, Jay. Between Zotto and Benavidez, who you pick?
That's the same person.
No, it's not.
Ramirez. It's not. Ramirez? You talking about Ramirez, right?
They both got some struggle.
Benavidez, who you pick?
They both got struggle.
What them two right now? I pick Benavidez. I pick Benavidez because
why would you pick Benavidez if you're asking whether he can fuck up?
I like he's more rugged. He's more rugged.
He will fuck Carlos Smith up, but you know this, man.
Nah, he's more rugged. But what I'm trying to say to you, right at this moment now, because them guys are fighting each other, I'm gonna give the guys who are fighting each other more credit than the dude who ain't fighting no one.
But this is just like a suggestion. We're just talking about who could beat who. Yeah, we're not saying
no. But right now, if them guys are all sore from being in this tournament, they're all battered, scarred, and sore and torn up. Like you need to go down the middle.
Okay, let's put it that way. What level do you put Benavidez at? Do you think?
Well, this is the funny thing. James DeGale was the number one, and he lost to Truex, so the division's up for grabs right now. They need to fight each other. That's what I'm saying.
You think James DeGale could have beaten Benavidez?
He would have beat Ramirez. I think he would have beat Ramirez, man. I think he would have beat Ramirez, but you don't want it, man. James DeGale's stiff now. He's old now.
Open, man. If you open yourself, James DeGale can get fucking creative.
Bro, listen to this. Hey, listen,
the best of them anyway.
Let me tell you something. See that Jarrell? I know Jarrell's old, but bro, if the Matrix was on his game, the Matrix would have pole left the two of them. The Matrix back on his game would have busted up the two of them, but he
was on his game.
Timing.
He was on his game.
The Matrix, what? The Matrix would have busted up the two of them. The Matrix would have busted up the two of them. Yeah,
he was on his
game.
Yeah,
the same Andre.
The same no more.
We talk about the same Andre.
DeGale was slapping him up because his hands stay down, man.
The same Andre in his prime, right? The same Andre in his prime that fought Curtis Stevens and ran all over the fucking ring and stunk the joint out.
Carl Froch, man. The one who fought Carl Froch, bro.
The one who fought Carl Froch.
Here we go with Froch again.
Froch won the fight, though. So Froch won the fight.
That's some bullshit.
No, he didn't. Froch won the fight.
That's some bullshit.
No, he didn't.
I had Darrell winning that easily.
Nah. Froch won the fight. We're always on this shit. We're always on that shit. It's like fucking Groundhog Day. We always on that shit. Let's come off it. It's like Canelo beat bloody Lara. Everyone knows that shit. So let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? Let's keep that shit moving. What you think?
Jared Hurd gonna beat the dog shit out of Lara.
Every year we get on this shit.
That's true. That is true.
Every year, Johnny.
He about to beat the neck off Lara, bro.
You know what the fight's gonna be like? The fight's gonna be like Srisaket. It's gonna be like Srisaket versus
who's Killmonger? Who's Killmonger? Hold on, 68. Who's Killmonger? Hold on, 68. Who's this? Killmonger 16. Who are you, man? I'll mute yourself.
Who is that?
Who are you?
Killmonger?
What?
That's Umar.
That's Umar?
Hey, I'm guessing that's Umar.
That ain't Umar.
No, it might be Umar. No, man.
Nah, let me speak first.
Killmonger.
Let's go, Killmonger.
You know, nigga. Bury me in the ocean, nigga. With my ancestors.
Umar, man. He ready to bounce him. You're lucky you talked to him. You're about to get bounced as well. What, Umar? They're going at Wilder. Come defend Wilder. I'm on my own now.
We're taking over Wakanda.
Wakanda's smart, my nigga. That's smart. Nah, man. Keep talking what you talk about. I'm not trying to change the subject.
Killmonger got them cigarette burns, man. Take Killmonger off. We ain't trying to see all them fucking cigarette burns on his ass, man.
Yeah, it's true. You're funny, and it's better.
Fuck all that full-body nipple piercing shit, man.
It's better than Quadros. His body's better than Quadros with all them acne around his body. You see his body?
He's got that nasty disease, man.
He's got a Huey Fury shit, man. Huey Fury shit right there, man.
Yeah.
It's called crackolitis. That's what it's called, man. Get out of here.
Killmonger on some body modification shit, man. Fuck that, man. He don't need his body modified. Fuck out of here, man.
Yo, T, leave it to you to always try to protect the white man. Shut your ass up.
I'm saying, why your dude in the body modification shop? That's what I want to know. What black niggas still doing that?
Nah, man, that's an African thing, man. That's all the kills he got, man. All the kills on his body. That's why he go Killmonger. Hey, let's get back to this. Let's get back to the subject at hand.
Heard Laura.
Yeah,
I'm going hard. I'm going with Heard.
He going
to beat him. Heard all day. Heard gonna punch him.
Hey, but you know what?
I really think that fight is gonna be ugly as shit because I think Lara's just gonna be boxing the shit out of her.
Yeah, I think I'm going for Lara.
And then Lara's gonna start gassing out, and Heard is just gonna eat fucking punches like nobody's business, and just like make him tired and collapse. Like I think that's really what's gonna happen.
You know what? You know what Heard said.
That's pretty much what's going to happen.
You know, Heard said my defense is getting better now.
Killmonger got shot by Bodie.
His defense is getting better now. That's what he just said. Like, the guy's a champion. He said my defense is getting better now. I was like, it's a big deal to you.
I heard you, Chris. Nah, but Bodie bitched out almost though. It had be old boy. What's the black dude? The little bald-headed dude?
Pooh.
Yeah, Pooh had to handle business. Put him out his pain and misery.
What's a Pooh?
Killmonger got shot up by Pooh.
He's talking about
Bodie got Killmonger.
The Wire. He's talking about
the Wire.
Hey, 68.
Killmonger.
You see the Panther? 68. You see the Panther? Yeah.
The Wire. This motherfucker dead, man.
Oh, 68. I'm gonna inbox you a link of a good copy. I got you.
That's good.
That nigga gonna die too.
He's got now. 68. Don't watch it on the link. Go watch it. Don't watch it like that.
Don't get them crackers no money, man. Don't get them crackers no money for that fuckery. I'm gonna send you a link.
It doesn't matter. Nah. Go watch it in the cinema.
Wait. Did you get a good copy off of Times Square?
It seems like everybody loves this movie, though.
No, I didn't go Times Square. No,
I hated it. I hated it, me personally.
You hate it. Some people got reasons to hate it, but
it was never
overall,
what people wanted it to be.
Did he die as the Flying Torch too? Shit, that man died in every role.
I'm not gonna give my opinion on it till 68 season, then we can all do a hangout speaking about it. But everybody needs to see it first.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go back to the boxing, man. Let's go back to the boxing.
My opinion is
let's go to Hard defense. But listen to this, right? If he says defense is getting better, that shows that he's got weaknesses and he's working them. You know what I mean? He ain't the finished article. I like that.
Trout couldn't hit him there. Trout landed clean shot, but he wasn't just landing everything he threw. Heard would swipe it with the hand. Like he's slick in some ways, but he just come forward so much, man. He can't help himself.
Well, that's the whole thing. He relies a lot on that length and the length and the power that he has to negate a lot of what he's there is lacking. But Lara's the worst person to do that against.
Lara might get away with it.
Break his face.
Jared Hurd is a big ass version of Omar Figueroa. He does like fucking defensive slick movements while he's all the way on the fucking outside.
That's my boy, man. What you hating on my boy for?
I like Figueroa too. I like he gonna fight Broner. He fight Broner.
Fight Broner. Hating on my boy, man. Now be hating on my boy. Amen. Little boy right there.
Hey man, Hurd be catching some of them shits on his glove. It's just that he got that hair, that flat top move. Anytime you hit his glove, and it be like, oh, it's not. Nah, man, it don't just be it. Everything just don't hit him cleanly, man. All of them shots don't hit cleanly, but when you do make contact, that hair get the flying, and it be like, ooh. But then he fucked them up, man. Lara could break his face, but I'm going with her. Don't take that shit.
Yeah,
some of that
head
shit
might break him down.
Yeah,
his face will break him down. Yeah,
and he need to fight Charlo next.
I'm going for Lara because Lara's smaller and he's a boxer.
Negro leagues in this bitch. Negro leagues
man,
in this bitch.
Shut up, man. Shut up with that bullshit.
Tom Hayden, that's the Negro league. They quit depending on fucking Liam Smith. They quit depending on Canelo and all. They started depending on it, and now they got that shit popping. The division more popping than it's been, and I don't know how long.
There ain't no big money fights, man.
So
there ain't no big money fights.
So what?
Let's talk about the big money fight. The money fight is Canelo and Triple G, dog.
So, because it ain't no big money, you can't. Come on, man. Them boys fighting each other. This great competition.
No, man. I like the big money fights. I like the fights where the big money's at. I like them. I like big money fight like Crawford and what's his name? Who Crawford fighting?
There ain't no big money fight.
Horn.
That's the fight. That's the big money fight, man.
You cherry picking Jeff Horn.
picking. Horn could win the fight.
Man. He trying to get himself a title, man.
If he won the title, he could have fought for Thurman's. He ain't gonna beat all of them. He could have got mandatory with Thurman straight out at WBC straight out the pot. Instead, he over there playing with Jeffrey.
Thurman said he ain't gonna fight him till he gets something.
Hey,
he said go do something in the division.
Well, he could have made Thurman drop a belt. He cherry picking the easiest belt.
Yeah, he can't make him do that. He ain't a mandatory.
WBC rule say he could jump in right away and fight the champion when he jump up from
he is correct in that. Yes, he is correct in that.
You don't want to.
It's a top ranked fighter. You know it's going to be a top ranked fight.
Like Terrence Crawford out here putting in that work, and that man ain't fought nobody, and he ain't trying to still. And Jeff Horn finna probably give his ass problems.
Hey man, let me ask you a question. Like this in general,
how many
Latino superhero fighters are there? I think you got the super middleweight. They got them, but they had a bad day. I just realized they had a bad day on the Saturday. Their Quadros lost, and so did Estrada. I think that, because in Mexico they usually have loads of great little champions. Man, they ain't got none right there. I think it's a bad stage for Mexican boxing.
Why you call them superheroes?
No, because the Mex.
I think their next crop is probably either competed at this Olympics or they're still mainly high in the amateurs because
it's a drought though. It's a drought though. I think American boxing in a whole is a drought though.
Estrada he's 27, so he was he was like the peak of that new generation coming through.
Yeah,
and he ain't got that work.
If we're being honest, though, if we're being honest amongst each other, right? If we be a moment of real honesty, right? Do we believe that the Eastern Europeans are taking over boxing?
No, I think England. I think England is.
No, I will say this. Let me comment on that. Let me say this. Let me say something, Dan. To CCH. That was kind of propagated when Golovkin was on the rise. Now, ever since Golovkin and Glaskov, they kind of put him in there as well. But ever since those guys have had some type of, minor setbacks, not big setbacks, but they have minor setbacks, that kind of died down. So that was just.
I don't know about that. I can't say that. They took over the whole of the 75 division. They own the 75 division, bro.
Well, that's only division.
They deep up there. They got them deep.
They're deep there. But what 68's point is, if I'm correct here, he's talking about boxing as a whole. The
cruiserweight. Well, the cruiserweights, dog. They own the cruiserweight division as well.
Yeah. They've been like that for years. They've been like that for years.
But to take over, you got to have lineal champion after lineal champion. We just can't talk about, you got a popular guy here, popular guy. You got a popular guy there. No, you got to really.
You got to accept the fact now.
First of all, a lot of these guys aren't even Eastern European. They're Central Asian.
Nah, they didn't consider as European. Let's put them in Europe. Hey, they got Lomachenko up in there as well. There's a lot, man. That's two divisions.
There's a lot.
Lomo. That's a lot, man. That's quite a lot.
Lomachenko on his 26, 22-pound fights, man. Everybody fucking with that.
First and foremost, them Eastern European fellas hungry, man.
Exactly,
they are. Saying? It ain't sweet out there in Russia, you know what I mean? You check it, so they hungry. And they be training from when they're young. You know what I'm saying? So ever since, man, they got off that communist shit, man. You seeing they in pro boxing, they're getting world titles. So I don't know if they're taking over boxing, but they definitely doing the damn thing, man. Even when you watch Olympics.
I don't rate is Burt Beef. I don't want to rate out here is Burt Beef, man. That's my favorite one.
He just signed with Top Rank today. They say that's some bullshit.
Burt Beef.
Yeah, he was Top Rank now,
and yet, everybody.
No, that's good, Scorsese, because guess what? That means he can fight Vostok.
Yep.
Okay, but are you gonna give it to me 3 times? That ain't what Top Rank been on. They've been putting on mismatches. If they give me that 3 times, I might not even complain. But that ain't how they working. That ain't how they been rolling. Top Rank been giving us some bullshit fights. The only good fight I like from them is Quigg and Valdez coming up. The rest, throw that shit in the trash and don't retrieve it.
Yeah, but looking at the state of boxing and looking at all the fuss everybody's making about the 147-pound division where nobody's fighting each other, you really can't complain about what Lomachenko is putting on because his fans tend to like it, while the fans of the other guys who are supposed to be big out there do not necessarily agree or like with what's going on at the moment. So in a way, you could argue that despite the fact that none of you gentlemen have mentioned Lomachenko might be taking over boxing, even though Triple G stars kind of waned a bit.
He has the potential to. That's the thing. He has the potential to. It's just he has to get a little bit better, more competition. Like if he fights Linares, if he fights Mikey, yeah, I'm gonna give major props to him if he wins. But some of the fights that he's been getting, it's been guys that have been pretty much tailor-made to make him look good.
Dan, Mr. Boxing Today's got a question in the chat. But go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, let me ask
you got a question in the chat. Yeah, read the question. Read it. Yeah, he's got a question in the chat. Okay, yeah, Mr. Boxing. Yeah, he's got a question in the chat. Oh, it's Mr. Boxing all day. It's a different guy, isn't it? But he's asking a question though.
Okay, I see right here. He said, "Why is the narrative Luis Ortiz is somehow that he's this old?" Well, you know what, man? That's a good question. But I will
read the rest of it. Read the rest of it. Read the rest of it.
I'm trying to get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay, he's an old man. He's this old man that's fighting Wilder. But when he was the mandatory for Joshua, he was the boogeyman of the division. What happened? Bingo. Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. What I said.
Yeah, but then it's Wilder's protractors that are saying he's an old man, like it's a which I don't understand why they're saying that. You shouldn't be saying that because you're killing the credibility. You're killing the credibility of Deontay Wilder if he gets this win.
I agree.
Let's try not to be hypocrites here. If Ortiz wins, they're gonna love it. But if he loses, they're gonna say he weren't shit. It is what it is. That's just the way the game is played.
That's true. That's fortunate.
That's but
ain't nobody gonna say that. Ain't nobody gonna say that.
People that are actually for Wilder are saying that Ortiz is old. Like as if to say that's you know what I mean? That don't make sense. So
he is old, but he is old. Let's tell the truth. He is old, but he can fight.
Yeah, and he's undefeated. And he's a so-called boogeyman.
He's undefeated.
Who even AJ ain't fighting.
He's undefeated. How's he old? He ain't took no beating in the ring. He's undefeated.
Exactly.
Well,
in boxing.
EJ, this is what I'm trying to say. This is my point. This is the whole thing of what I was trying to say. Because some people are saying it as if it's like they're trying to downplay Luis Ortiz completely. Like he shouldn't be in the ring because he's this old man. But he's here, he's unbeaten.
If Wilder loses him, Wilder's gonna be embarrassed though.
If Wilder really was that guy and he has shown some great, then maybe that's all right. But Wilder got some shit to prove it. Like somebody said, he's 40 and it's still a 50 fight. Yeah. That means something. Ortiz is, I think he's 40.
All right, let's get back to the other topic because we're all getting all heated with it. Every time we bring up Wilder, man.
I'll say this. At the end of the day, this is the fight that both guys needed. Yeah. Ortiz has been wanting a title shot for years. Wilder's given him one, and this is the feather in the cap that Wilder can use. Say to Joshua, I beat the guy that your promoter signed to keep far away from you. Mm-hmm. Now fight me. Now give me my money.
I say this. He didn't bring him up two-weight divisions like another 38-year-old got done. This is division for division. And this guy is a threat at heavyweight. He's knocking people out still at heavyweight.
Exactly.
And it's a fucking good fight. If Wilder wins,
good fight.
It is what it is.
And you know what? Low place? You know the first jibe that you took at Lomachenko is only relevant or pertinent to people such as you and myself. His fans simply don't give
I get it. But fuck them. That's what I say in my video. They can downvote y'all. Fuck them. I don't got to pander to their majority opinion. I don't give a fuck about their majority opinion, their insecurities or whatever else. Fuck them.
Yeah, but we're talking about taking over boxing. That's more or less what the argument is about.
Yeah, he is. But if they want to enjoy that circus show, hey, I can't.
Yes, fine. We understand that. What was saying that he's taking over boxing because of that majority point.
Talking about boxing, Here's another question. Here's another question. Hold on. There's another question. Dwayne Jones says, "Hey, Dan, the man, question: if Andre Ward comes back, do you think he beats Tony Bellew at cruiserweight?" I think he does. I think he does if he comes back. But that's a big if, though. What do y'all think?
Well, Bellew does have the Homer Simpson head, so we don't know about that.
Well, I mean, look, he got dropped by Magabu.
He gonna have to go to the UK. He got to go to the UK, and he fuck around gonna get hurt badly or robbed. That's what's gonna happen. And I ain't gonna feel sorry for him if he go over there and get robbed. I ain't gonna feel sorry for his ass.
You know what? You know what's strange, low place, right?
Yeah, what's strange?
What's strange is this: Andy Ward lost the first fight against Sergey Kovalev. If we're being honest here, and they gave him the decision. And they gave him the decision. Andy Ward beat Sergey Kovalev, but the fight was controversial. Stop fucking against the Son of God. You cannot win. You keep on wishing this shit. You understand me?
No. But I mean, he's even went this way. He didn't want to go fight. He didn't want to fight Froch in his hometown.
And make you more furious.
He didn't want to fight Froch in his hometown because he was talking about judging. So
but he's the Son of God. You can call the Son of judges all you want. Now, don't put them in place for that boy.
Hey, I think Bellew will rob him. I think that's why Eddie Hearn give me that fight. Eddie Hearn will rob him.
You can't rub the Son of God. It is what it is, man.
Kathy Duva was a third fight with him, you know. I saw Kathy Duva the other day. She was Andre Ward to fight Cedric over Gate. She can't get over the idea that Ward beat up on that boy.
Well, I mean, look,
he should. Kovalev should fire Kathy Duva. She turned down $3.5 million.
Here we go.
If you take me out of $1.5 million and I go lose,
you said Kathy Duva was your girlfriend, though. You said Kathy Duva was your girlfriend over there.
Stevenson, Dan, it ain't nothing about Stevenson.
It is about Stevenson.
I'm not even gonna mention him. I ain't even gonna mention him.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
You tell Stevenson not to be turned down offers when it's there.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Now let's move it. Keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep that moving right there. Keep Lopez under control, man. Keep him under control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing but Andre Ward. Until he retires, he comes back, we'll talk about him. And Kovalev, he's got his career now. Let him continue his career and let him see if he's going to take on the other light heavyweights. All right. So, anyways, let's talk about. I think that's what we'll talk about in boxing. Well, I mean, there's a lot more. There's a lot more.
But listen. Well, the thing about boxing is ever changing. There's always moves happening. Next week, there's more than the thingy fight. There's another fight. I actually was reading some other fight. 1 minute. Let me see.
Okay.
I got it in front of me.
It's Yamanaka Neri. That's the one. That's the fight to talk about. Yamanaka Neri.
That's right.
Yo, Yamanaka, no one cares about that fight, man.
And
yes, we do.
Daniel Roman against Matsumoto as well. That's on.
That was gonna be good.
That's on Wednesday. Yeah.
Well, Andre Durrell's got his rematch on set next Saturday against Jose Yakatsi.
I'm not reading one for the
Is the uncle gonna be there? Is uncle gonna be there?
Hey, I was there at the first joint. I was live at that shit.
That guy's from Venezuela,
right? Oh, my God.
Yeah, he is.
All I keep thinking about is Clarissa Shields yelling, "Good job, Unc. Good job."
Hey, Dan, can I say something to you?
Go ahead, man. What's up?
It's funny how you always downplay like Stevenson, but you sitting up here telling us to give credit. No. I'm just asking him. I'm asking him personally. I'm not talking Stevenson. I'm about to talk about a 40-year-old. I want to ask you.
40 years old. Exactly.
No. Dan, I'm not talking about Stevenson. Let me ask the question instead of being so scared of the work. If you scared of the work,
I ain't scared of work, bro. I ain't scared of the work. But why are we talking about your boyfriend?
No. I fell off, and all I'm asking you is, you got Ortiz's fought way less competition than Stevenson has. And you sitting up here talking about give Wilder this, give Wilder that, but then when you come on about Stevenson, it's like he don't it, bro. You is way biased, man.
Bro, I gave Stevenson the benefit of the doubt. Hold up, don't go there. Don't go there. First of all, I gave Stevenson the benefit of the doubt in certain situations as well.
Don't call Ortiz the boogeyman when he can't pay you a fucking penny or nothing. But a guy ducks $3.5 million. Stevenson ain't a boogeyman. What the fuck?
Hey, slow your roll.
All right, I'll go after you. I'm sorry. I'll go after you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly. First of all, I have given Adonis Stevenson the benefit of the doubt. I have came after Kovalev for ducking the first bid twice, okay? But Stevenson doesn't get no slack for ducking the fight the first time, okay, when he had a chance to fight him on HBO. Second time around, he should have came to a compromise with Pascal. He should have came to a compromise with Bramer. He should have came to a compromise with Joe Smith Jr. None of those fights happened. I'm not giving this guy no credit for fights that he did not make. Okay, if you claim, hold up. If you claim that fighters are ducking you at 175, you take your ass up to another weight class so you can get some fights made. Don't sit there and complain that people are not willing to fight you. And the fact is, you yourself You yourself are responsible for why some of these fights are not made.
He already did the move up thing.
No,
he already. You went, bro. You went.
Okay, so what?
He don't want to go to cruiserweight. You went.
Guess what? Wilder, same situation. I gave Wilder a bit of down situation. And guess what? And I told him no excuses, bro. You can't claim nobody's fighting want to fight you if you're not willing to make fights yourself.
Bruh,
I said that about Wilder himself.
Listen,
So
I'm talking about Luis Ortiz. You are calling Luis Ortiz a boogeyman. He can't pay a fucking penny. Okay, I'm saying he might be one, but he don't. Bro, let me tell you. Let me just make a quick point.
Go ahead.
You said Luis Ortiz. You say it repeatedly. Boogeyman is boogeyman S. He don't pay a goddamn penny. Adonis says, fight me for $3.5 million, Kovalev, not for that measly $600,000 that HBO was trying to give me, which I'm way more.
How you know it's $600,000?
They wanted the license fee of $1 million for the fight. That's what
what's
they
wrong
were
with
saying.
that? What's wrong with that?
$500K a piece when this man is sitting here, your fighter of the year. Hey, dog, I'm just telling you.
Off of 3 fights.
Got what he was worth. Got what he was worth, Dan. Can I make my point? Can I make my point?
You gotta do more than that. You gotta do more than that to get that license.
You want to talk about everything else, but a guy offers you $3.5 million.
And guess what? The fight did not happen. The fight did not happen.
It's a boogeyman. Because they fucking scared.
Shut the fuck up.
This nigga's crazy.
The fight did not happen.
I can't talk to this man because
the fight did not happen. Yeah, the fight did not happen. It's Stevenson's fault. But guess what?
All I know is if Joshua offered fucking if Wilder offered Anthony Joshua some real fucking money and Joshua don't take it, I know your stance gonna change. I'm not the biased person. You are. I'm just saying if it was capable. Full of shit, bro. It is what it is.
I'll tell you one thing. His ass knocked the fuck out by Bottle Jack. Don't come out and
he might.
Don't throw him under the bus like you did for Tito's.
He might.
Don't throw him under the bus.
He might. I got him knocking Bottle Jack out.
Don't throw him under the bus like you did Torticos when he got his ass knocked the
Torticos
fuck out by Kosa.
Torticos fight like shit.
No, that's not what you said before that fight. That's not what you said when he fought off.
Man fight like shit. Why is it a crime to say he fought like shit? Why is it a crime to say a man fought like shit?
You did not say that before he fought Cassian.
You want me to say that? Say, oh, he looked his goddamn bad.
He lost against man.
If a man look like shit, low place is gonna say a man look like shit. If Adonis Stevenson look like shit, be prepared to get caught.
Hold up. Give Garcia credit. Give him credit for that fight and don't stop throwing Torticos.
What are you talking about? I gave a man fucking credit. You are lost.
You threw Torticos under the bus
because he needed to be thrown under the bus. He looked like shit. He didn't do shit.
Guess what? You
motherfucker look like shit, man.
You better do that to Stevenson. You better do that to Stevenson.
If Stevenson look like shit,
exactly.
Why are you setting me to some stat like I'm a? If that nigga look like shit, he gonna get called shit. He ain't never done it yet. But when it happened,
I'm not ready, man.
I like Carl Frampton. Hold on. I like Carl Frampton, right? I like Carl Frampton. But when he looked like shit versus Leo Santa Cruz, he got called shit,
man. Somebody in the monitor, they already said in the chat. They said in the chat in the monitor. I'm a monitor. Listen, man, let's change the subject, man. Nah, it's a waste of time, man.
Let me finish. It's my damn channel.
Damn biased. He always want to talk this money shit, and then when it ain't in his favor, he's like, oh, he didn't offer him a fight.
Hey, hold up.
You talking about Ancaha's ducking fucking dude?
Go back to your
wait a minute.
Let me finish. First of all, let me finish.
He keep interrupting me, but go ahead.
Hey, shut up. Let me tell you
something. Listen to this shit.
Listen
to him.
Yeah, you gonna listen to my shit. Hold up. First of all,
listen to him. Listen to these weak ass points.
Yeah, you don't want this work, so that's why you don't want me to talk. So shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something. I want you to hold Stevenson to the same standards that you hold Dorticos if he gets his ass knocked the fuck out. That's all I want you to do. Okay? Can you do that?
Do you think it's a problem for me to say?
Answer the question. Just can you do that?
Dude, can you shut the fuck up? God damn!
Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna boot you off. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Look at you playing this whole shit. I'm gonna boot you. Look at
I told you.
Get the fuck off. Get the fuck off, bitch. Get the fuck off. And don't come on my channel with that bullshit, bitch.
I told you, man. What I told you?
All right.
I'm sorry, but what was the argument about?
What did I tell you? What did I tell
Let's
you?
move on.
What did I tell you? Now, what did I tell you? See, this is what I'm trying to say to you. I know where it's going. Yeah, you know it's going left already. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I told you,
But that's how they get down, though. That's how they get down. That's what they're known for.
Nah, but it's good. Yeah, but Bruce, you can't come on from. Nah, but the thing is, you know what? I told you when you talk about Donna Stevenson, you know when you talk about Donna Stevenson, you're gonna get emotional. You know you're gonna get out.
Well, that's his boyfriend. Come on, man. We all know. No, he got this intimate. He's got this intimate attraction about Donna Stevenson, which is bizarre. So
let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. If you have low play son, it's gonna come up and it's gonna descend into that fucking chaos.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just leave it alone, man.
That's why the racists don't want his ass on his channel too. He keeps doing shit like this. He got his ass booted off BDA.
You can't ever civilize. Yeah, but when it comes to that, like you get yourself out of pocket. Look, you're calling them names and shut the fuck up. And that ain't that, man. Come on, Dan.
Well, he started
you ain't
that
like
shit.
that.
And you said calm your ponytail. You did say calm your ponytail.
Yeah, you did, man. You said
they bait each other. They bait each other, though.
You usually the cool, calm, Creflo Dollar type of guy. You don't usually say nothing.
You know what it is, though? We haven't done a hangout like this for a long time.
Nah, but you see no place. You know, no place is gonna get.
Bring the place back, man. Come on, man. Bring it back, please.
You know, as soon as you mention Steven saying it's gonna go off the rails.
Man. Well, he's the one that brought up Steven saying he wants to.
He brought it up, though. He brought it up.
I was trying to. What was I trying to do? I was trying to change the course, and you told me no. I told you if I changed at that point and you agreed with me, it would have been done. Like you didn't have to go there with him. Like you don't have to wait.
Yeah, he ain't gonna change. Here's the thing, man. Yeah, we haven't done this in a long time. This is trying to go left you with this shit, man. This is my
so let's talk about the main topic then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. What's the deal?
No, man, that's the start. That's a low.
It's not Keith Thurman is a diva. Let's
even worse, man. That's even worse, man. That's a good topic, though. That's even worse, though. That's a badass. That one there is annoying,
68, man. He's a diva. That's what it is right now. He was made to wait for his WBA shot.
Someone's got the TV on. Someone's got the TV on in the background.
It's not me, EJ. It's not me.
EJ. I'm not saying the issue, but I'm just saying someone.
Let me just answer 68 anyway. Look, he was made to wait for his title shot. And now that he's the king of the hill, he's making everybody else wait. That's what it is. He's just going on like a diva. We'll get that fight next year.
We better.
What's Chris saying though? I haven't heard nothing from Chris, man. No?
Chris is enjoying it. Chris don't really say nothing.
He's watching 50 Shades of Grey, I think.
Oh my days. All right, man.
Anybody got any input?
Well, hey, if he ain't watching it alone, I'm gonna defend
myself.
Well,
here's the thing. Yeah, what's up, man?
No, Play Place is venting over there. Like you pissed him off good and proper than that one. Though.
Fuck him. First of all, if he's gonna get all emotionally attached to his fucking boyfriend like this, man, I don't need that on my fucking channel. Goddamn. No, he is. That's his fucking boyfriend, man. You know, we all know how he is. I mean, goddamn it, man! If you want to bring this shit up and throw this in my face, and you trying to get all over talk me like that, nigga.
But you know what? Listen. This is what I'm trying to say. When I was trying to be monetized, you know already. It's like me talking to you with Mayweather. You know how much you dislike Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, if you go down that road with any of us here, you're gonna get that work. So you know best to leave that one alone. So that's what I'm saying. You leave it alone, like you just, you know what I'm saying? It's like trying to tickle the bear's belly. Leave the bear, leave him alone. You're not gonna start grizzling. He's gonna start grizzling, showing his teeth. You know what I mean? Over there, like, come on, man. It's unnecessary. Like it's unnecessary. But anyway, know what I mean? All right, let's go back to
EJ.
Let's talk about.
What were you saying about Thurman Spencer?
Yeah. Let's talk about that, right? Keith Thurman could do, like, in my opinion, Keith Thurman can do what he wants. He's earned the right for about a year or two to take a hiatus. You know, he's been putting in that work. But you know, when he come back, he has to fight a top 3 contender, and that's the way it is. It's not like he's taking anything easy, or the belt's gonna be stripped from him. He's got Porter. That's not no easy fight. He's got Danny Garcia. You know, these guys are not easy, and they're coming. They want them thing. He can beat them guys there, but they're not easy. And you know, I wanted to see Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter for a minute. That's the fight I wanted to see. I really want to see that fight. I think stylistically, Danny's going to be in one of his hardest fights, man. I like that fight. And the winner fights Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, on the other hand, Keith Thurman needs to be keeping then. And Errol Spence pick up a belt.
I just like Keith Thurman. It's not the welterweight division's on hold. Keith Thurman is he ain't doing. Errol Spence at the time. He needs to do something though. I think maybe he should offer Keith. No, he should do something.
Yeah.
Kell Brook's
Nobody try to get in the ring with him.
Exactly.
I don't think.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kell Brook ain't doing
Errol
nothing.
Spence is the Naoya Inoue of the welterweight division, man.
Oh no, no one's talking about that Inoue. Inoue's a Inoue. He's gonna get. Listen, I tell you what. If I put it out on social media that I'm dissing this dude, them Japanese guys are gonna come for me. So I don't bother. I just flame. I flame up in here, but I ain't brave enough to be putting it out. Title my video. Anyway, he's a bum. He needs to fight someone. Right?
How they gonna cuss you out? They don't even write in English.
Yeah, no. Listen, them dudes, yeah. Bro, they'll come to your house to a bomb on the back. They're kamikaze.
Yesterday there was a grip of people in the live chat speaking Thai in the midst of the
they were.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they were. Listen, and they were arguing with the Mexican fans. The Mexican fans are going at each other, bro. And listen, let me tell you something. If you make a video, them guys are gonna put a bomb to their back, strap it up, come to see me at a media event and hug me and fucking blow me up, man. Fuck that shit. I ain't got time for that. Them dudes are dedicated to their fighters and they ain't fucking around. Thailand's dedicated to their fighters. And certain fan bases, they go crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, even Carl Froch's fan base. I remember Carl Froch was fighting Andre Ward.
Yeah.
Listen, you talk shit about Carl Froch, they were after you, bro. You know
oh yeah.
They're serious, man.
Yeah, that's what they did to what's his name? I think it was who's the guy? Dwyer. Yeah, when Dwyer knocked out Carl Froch, when he knocked out Lucien Boucher, he was still pretty critical, critical of Carl Froch's performance in a way. And when he did that, dude, everybody came after Dwyer for that, man.
I got it from Zo Shiming's fans. When Shokimura knocked him out, I was even giving credit to Shiming, but the motherfucker, he got knocked out. And they just didn't like me reporting about him getting knocked out.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? What happened? It's like the SARS Glasscock. When I did a post-fight vid about him losing to Charles Martin the way he did, I got my video flagged because I did a post-fight vid.
Did you guys all experience? Did you all experience when the fucking Triple G fans rose and they just went crazy on everybody?
They were crazy. Yeah.
When they were in they will come after you. Like,
they'll come after you, man.
Yeah,
they're crazy.
They were nuts, man. But it was funny. I got flagged by some company based in Ukraine for making that video, and I fought that. It's like, what the fuck? It wasn't just me too. Everybody was getting flagged for making his arms glass off.
Ain't as bad as the Pactar Wars though. The Pactar Wars were worse, man. Them everyone. The Pactar Wars.
Oh God, the Pac and Floyd fans. Oh God, that was bad.
That was crazy.
Stop bringing Floyd fans into it. Floyd fans are
anything
innocent.
you put up, they were just coming in, man. They were coming in hard with that racial shit.
I never had no problem with the Floyd fans, but
everybody keeps on the Floyd and the fucking Pacquiao. Pactars come looking for you to call you nigga.
Well, you know why, Johnny? Because you ain't said nothing bad about Floyd. This Floyd and see what happened. Say something about Floyd and see what I go on, man. They'll come after you, man.
What they say? They're not gonna call you. They're not gonna make it racial. They just talk shit in it.
Or they might call you don't make it racial. Don't make it racial if you're Latino. Don't make it racial if you're Latino.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Don't make it racial. I don't understand what's that mean.
Let's see. I've been called a wetback. I've been called a stick.
Why would you even ask him? You know what he means when they call it racial.
I didn't know. I didn't know. What you make the Latino stuff racial abuse like that?
You can't hear Daniels. You call Daniels Latin. You could hear Daniels Latin, man. Come on, man.
I knew he's Latin, but I didn't understand what the point was. I didn't get it.
Oh, he's trying to say he get flamed up when you diss Floyd.
Yeah, now I understand it. Now I understand it now. But at the end of the day, I wasn't even talking about him. To be honest, I don't know about that.
No, but he's just
I'm talking about the Pactards and the Flomos or whatever there was.
Yeah, he was talking about the Flomos.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like you were mentioning the Floyd fans. They don't get racial. No, they'll get racial on you if you're Latino.
Man, calm down and T-Stripe out. They about to fight over Donna Stevens.
I see them arguing. That's still there.
That's him doing that, not me. He claimed me a G.
He signed the contract with the book.
Daniel, I want to ask you a question. because of what you said, Dresden. And I'm not trying to be coy or anything, but I just want to ask because I see this argument made a lot. You were called a number of derogatory remarks by black people, right? That's what you said, right? They called you these wetbacks.
No, by Floyd fans specifically.
Floyd fans, majority black, right? I believe. Let's just keep it real. But I wanted to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question, and this is the thing. I'm not gonna use it to say like they didn't call you those names. But while you were making those videos, were there people who supported you who talked shit about black people too, and you just let it by?
No, because I'm around enough people to know that we know not to go to certain areas.
So they weren't just random
you want to go there
of Mexican origin who talk shit about black people on your page, and you just let it by.
No, because when I said it in person. It wasn't on the internet things.
No, I'm saying in the comment section of that same video where people were calling you names. I'm sure they called you names on those videos.
I'm not saying video. No, this happened to me face to face.
Daniel doesn't make videos.
Yeah, I don't make videos. Okay. When I talk to people, I talk to people face to face.
So face to face, were there some people that you talked to face who didn't necessarily say that fucking God knows what black guy or whatever? There weren't some people who had those kind of point of views and made you uncomfortable, but they still remained in the conversation?
No, because none of the people, at least in front of me, have done that.
But you
that's the thing.
Kind of
none of them have
right?
None of them have gone after black people in that direct manner.
Well, I probably got you wrong because basically
at least in front of me.
Case.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So black people called you fucking wetback over Floyd. Called you fucking wetback because of Floyd to your face.
Yeah. I've had arguments like this in New York City. Like, you don't know anything. You have wetback. I'm like,
pick the gym and box me. If I'm a bitch, pick the gym and box me, Dad.
Oh God!
No, hold up. You and G put in your contract.
We ain't got to.
That's what I thought. Coward, I'm out, man. Fuck off, bitch. Fuck off, man.
What's going on there?
Yo, what the fuck that's happening? Fuck off.
Gangster shit.
I think the hangout's ready to go now, man. I think the hangout.
That
thank you for having me. Anyway, I'm about to bounce. Anyway, thank you. See you guys. Yeah, thank you very much, Dan the Man. I thank you very much for this hangout. I had to listen to a lot of stuff, but it didn't agree with me. I'm glad everybody's together. I hope we do it again. Blessings to you all.
Mr. Doctors came in. Why Mr. Doctors came in?
Come in after it all ends.
DJ Boxing live here.